Xingyu was chilling at home when disaster barged in uninvited, leaving him utterly clueless. Before he could blink, a ferocious beast lunged at his face, turning his living room into a death zone. Just as the demon beast went for the kill, a spell rang out, clearly a beast tamer crashing the party. The stranger used blood as a contract, summoning a soul from the void to force the beast to behave. The blood oath sealed, the command triggered, and the raging beast was instantly locked down by summoned power. The chant ended and so did the beast, erasing Xingyu's near-death experience in one clean swoop. It all happened so fast that Xingyu thought he hallucinated and rubbed his eyes like a confused cartoon character. But the wrecked house said otherwise. Yeah, that chaos was 100 real. Standing before Xingyu was a girl with a giant lion. Qinglong Academy's dean personally taking responsibility. After handing over a business card and promising full compensation, Ruyin left with the other beast tamers. Watching them go, Xingyu felt both awe and bitterness. Everyone in this era dreams of being a beast tamer. But without money for a beast, dreams stay dreams, and he couldn't even protect a goldfish. Just as despair hit peak level, a strange dog popped out like it had chosen him as its human. The dog happily licked Xingyu's face, shocking him since it clearly had zero stranger danger. Xingyu began suspecting this Skyfallen husky might actually be a real beast tamer companion. Digging through his memory, he recalled seeing this breed in a textbook before. It was a low-bloodline Galehound, widely despised, but for broke Xingyu, it was pure opportunity. The problem: the National Beast Tamer competition started in 3 days. Talk about bad timing. Slim odds or not, Xingyu decided to raise the Galehound, because it was his one shot. The next morning, he carried the Galehound to a demon beast shop, planning to find it a better owner. Saying the dog had no future with him, Xingyu was really trying to convince himself to let go. He knew he was too poor to raise it properly, so giving it away felt like mercy. Still, he couldn't help whining about how insanely gluttonous the dog was. In just one night, it devoured a week's worth of food, wrecking his already tragic wallet. The shop owner opened up, saw Xingyu blocking the door, and instantly looked annoyed. Poor customers not welcome. Xingyu bluntly asked if the shop would buy back this beast companion. The owner sneered at the Galehound's low bloodline, claiming it had zero evolutionary potential. Insulted, the Galehound burrowed into Xingyu's arms like it feared abandonment. Xingyu acted calm, but the owner's words clearly hit a nerve. Right then, a strange information panel suddenly appeared before Xingyu's eyes. The system panel showed a level 1 Galehound with low bloodline but with a hidden bloodline lurking inside. It even revealed a secret evolution path to Hellgale Wolf and ultimately the Divine Prison Yama Wolf. Xingyu thought he was seeing things and rubbed his eyes repeatedly to check if the panel would vanish. But the panel stayed put, proving only he could see this hidden evolution route. While Xingyu was still stunned, the shop owner grabbed a broom and shooed him away. That confirmed that the system panel was visible to him alone. As he was deep in thought, a familiar voice suddenly called Xingyu's name. It was Sujiu, the richest heir in town and his former high school classmate. Seeing the Galehound in Xingyu's arms, Suji instantly laughed like he'd spotted a comedy show. He mocked that with such trash dear beast, Xingyu still dared to dream of entering a beast tamer academy. Suji kept sneering, insisting that with that garbage beast, Xingyu wasn't even qualified for the competition. Xingyu was stunned to see Lina appear beside Suje, his ex-girlfriend. Suju smugly bragged that Lina had dumped Xingyu long ago to be with him, proving the poor don't get to keep the girl. Lina ran to Suju acting cute, clearly well-practiced in the art of clinging to rich guys. Spotting Xingyu, she instantly denied any past ties and even sneered at his Galehound. Xingyu snapped back, reminding her that when she was broke, he was her personal savior. After those final words, Xingyu cleanly cut ties with the past and walked away without looking back. That attitude enraged Suji, who threatened to crush Xingyu in the upcoming Beast Tamer exam. The mockery only fueled Xingyu's resolve to prove his worth. He coldly wondered who decided the Galehound had to be trash. Xingyu declared that soon everyone would witness his and the Galehound's future. 3 days later, Zilin Square buzzed as the National Beast Tamer exam kicked off. This was the top-tier unified exam deciding who could step onto the Beast Tamer path. At Qingfeng City's test site, candidates were called up one by one. Once everyone was in position, the national exam officially began. When Xingyu appeared, whispers erupted. 3 days ago he didn't even have a beast. They clearly remembered he had just registered, even applying to Qinglong Academy. And Qinglong was the top of the 4 great Beast Tamer academies, where even geniuses tread lightly. So to them, a poor kid like Xingyu applying there was basically volunteering for humiliation. Ignoring the gossip, Xingyu calmly approached the judges' table to begin. The Qingfeng supervisor was Chen Kainian, a recruiter from Qinglong Academy. Knowing Xingyu was the only applicant to Qinglong in this area, he studied him with curiosity. Suji immediately mocked that Xingyu truly didn't know his place. After all, in 5 years only 8 people from Qingfeng dared apply to Qinglong, and not a single one of them got accepted. Suji even swore that if Xingyu got in, he'd kneel and call him dad. Xingyu coolly replied that Suji should prepare to keep that promise. Then he turned to the judge, stating he was ready for the test. Chen Kainian warned that failing Qinglong meant losing the chance to enter any other academy. Even so, Xingyu insisted Qinglong or nothing. The first test began with measuring spiritual power via an energy sphere. Xingyu placed his hand on the sphere, letting everyone scrutinize his strength. The initial result showed 316 spiritual power. Suja burst out laughing since that didn't even meet Qinglong's entry threshold. Even Chen Kainian felt a flicker of disappointment, thinking he'd misjudged. But just as he was about to call the next candidate, the sphere suddenly fluctuated. The number shot up to 621, stunning the entire crowd. It didn't stop. His spiritual power surged to 711 as if his true strength had just unlocked. In a blink, it surpassed 800, throwing the venue into chaos. Finally, the value settled at an unprecedented height, leaving everyone speechless. A beast tamer's spiritual power determines how many beasts they can contract. Every 100 points equals one slot. So when the number crossed 1,000, the judges instantly realized its terrifying implication. That meant Xingyu had the potential to become a king-tier beast tamer. In recent decades, Lindu had barely seen a genius reach such a threshold. Even nationwide, only a handful had ever touched that frightening level. People began realizing they might be witnessing the birth of a new genius. If the number was real, the beast tamer world just gained a formidable future figure. Chen Kainian announced the final result: 1028 spiritual power, nearly matching last year's genius Yaning Shuang. Just 2 points shy, Xingyu instantly joined the ranks of national-level prodigies. Suja tried saving face, claiming the beast bloodline test was the real deciding hurdle. Right after, the second test officially began examining the beast's bloodline quality. A technician secretly reported the machine glitched. Xingyu's real spiritual power was actually 1032. Chen Kainian swiftly moved to the second test, the true decider of Xingyu's fate. He ordered Xingyu to summon his beast before the entire panel. Xingyu called out Haifeng, the useless dog everyone once mocked. The candidates held their breath to see the genius beast. But the moment they saw it, shock replaced anticipation. Because it was just an ordinary Gale Hound, a breed infamous for weakness and labeled pure trash. The textbook's lowest bloodline quality example, no less. In this era, almost no fool would contract a Gale Hound. A weak beast bloodline directly caps a tamer's growth potential. Even Chen Kainian was ready to disqualify Xingyu on the spot. Then someone noticed something off about the Gale Hound. This breed supposedly had 0 evolution paths. Before everyone's eyes, Haifeng suddenly transformed into a colossal demon beast. An info panel appeared: Hell Gale Wolf, Epic Grade Hell Bloodline. It wielded Hellfire with dual fire and wind attributes, combat power off the charts. The crowd realized Xingyu wasn't stupid, he was hiding a monster. Chen Kainian finally smiled, satisfied he'd found a real prodigy. He officially declared Xingyu admitted to Qinglong Academy. Hearing this, Suje and Lina tried to quietly slip away. Xingyu immediately called them back. No escaping promises today. He coldly reminded Suje about the Call Me Dad oath. Suja stubbornly insisted Xingyu couldn't touch him. Xingyu calmly called Haifeng's name. Understanding instantly, Haifeng stepped forward. The Hellwolf casually pressed Suja's head to the ground like squashing an ant. Under life and death pressure, Suja shamefully called Xingyu dad. Xingyu coldly denied it, recalled Haifeng, and walked away without a glance. Lina tried to cling again, but Xingyu cut her off. No reruns of the past. With that, he left decisively, done entertaining old memories. His first thought was to tell his sister the good news about Qinglong. But when he called, only a weak voice said Xiao Yu from the other end. Then came chaotic cries for help before the line abruptly cut, sending Xingyu into panic. At the suburban Qingfeng market, a demon beast was rampaging, spreading terror. Rishu clutched a child tightly in her arms to shield them. They hid behind a crumbling wall, trying to stay out of the monster's sight. Despite her fear, she reassured the child that everything would be okay. But the demon beast had already crept close. It stared at the wall as if it sensed prey behind it. At that moment, Xingyu rushed into the familiar market, dread rising in his chest. Not knowing the details, he could only charge in to find his sister. He ran against the tide of fleeing civilians, charging straight into the monster-infested center. Just then, he saw the beast strike the wall where his sister hid. Rishu was right behind that wall. Xingyu screamed her name in horror. Without thinking, he and Haifeng dashed in for the rescue. At the critical second, the familiar system panel popped up again. It announced Haifeng could use Hell Roar and Hell Bind. Xingyu immediately ordered all skills unleashed to save his sister. But Haifeng stood still, staring at him as if waiting for something. Meanwhile, the demon beast prepared its finishing blow. The line between life and death was razor thin. Suddenly, Xingyu recalled how a beast tamer once invoked power before. That tamer had chanted a spell before giving commands. Xingyu realized it was likely the activation ritual of the contract's power. With no other option, he decided to try it himself. Xingyu began reciting the ancient contract chant, calling power from chaos. He used his heart's blood as the covenant oath to summon his spirit beast's power. Blood became the binding vow. His words became the command seal. Finally, Xingyu ordered Haifeng to attack. The moment the chant ended, the contract's power activated instantly. Haifeng's hell roar erupted. One strike crushed the demon beast, ending the fight in a blink. Only after the kill did Xingyu remember his sister was still in the rubble. He rushed over, frantically asking if she was hurt. Confirming Rishu was safe, he excitedly told her had been accepted into Qinglong Academy. After the battle, they approached the corpse to check the spoils. Among the remains, they quickly found the monster's crystal core. Xingyu obtained a demon beast crystal core, a valuable resource. It was early tier level 2, not rare but still worth something. The core carried poison attribute, ideal for boosting a beast's power. According to the system, it enhanced poison attacks and granted experience. Even if the experience gain was small, it was key for evolution. Xingyu didn't hesitate and tossed the core to Haifeng to eat. Modest value or not, early-stage beasts treasure every bite. Even a small core is still a resource, wasting it would be a crime. At least it nudged Haifeng closer to evolution. That night, everything finally seemed calm. Rishu quietly watched Xingyu as he slept. She carefully examined his physical condition. The sealing mark on his back remained intact. After confirming, she immediately made a secret phone call. She reported that the Longyan forbidden spell still held and the Dragon King's seal hadn't weakened. Yet strangely, Xingyu could still form beast contracts, almost defying natural law. The person on the other end said it was likely fate's arrangement, and told her to continue protecting Xingyu in secret. Time passed, and the day came for Xingyu to leave for Qinglong Academy. The market folk who watched him grow up came to see him off. They even pooled money to support his academy life. Small coins heavy with big hopes. After farewells, Xingyu and Rishu boarded the train to Qinglong. Soon, the train announcement asked passengers to stay alert. Demon beasts ahead might cause turbulence. Luckily, the train initially passed the danger zone safely, but relief was short-lived as the train suddenly shook violently. The intercom warned that 7 three-eyed giant apes had appeared. Moments later, the carriage roof dented under immense force. Within seconds, it shattered and a demon beast leapt inside. Passengers panicked, scrambling everywhere. Xingyu quickly hid Rishu in a safe corner and told her not to move. Then he turned and walked straight toward the beast. The monster raised its massive claw to smash him. At the critical moment, a golden-furred fox appeared. A tail swipe deflected the beast's attack. A red-haired girl stepped forward, shielding Xingyu. She immediately ordered the golden fox to continue attacking. The red-haired girl and her beast coordinated strikes inside the train. Human and beast worked in sync, forcing the monster on defense. Her beast was a three-tailed thunder tiger, a powerful lightning spirit beast. It was transcendent body tier level 3 with an extremely rare thunder tiger bloodline. It even possessed a hidden evolution path toward a high-tier lightning demon beast. The thunder tiger wielded lightning burst, tail sweep, and rapid electric blink. Reading the system panel, Xingyu instantly grasped its true strength. Seeing her clearly, he recognized Qin Yanran, daughter of the Sky Vault Guild leader. Realizing the danger, Xingyu urged passengers to evacuate the carriage. But then he noticed something troubling. 3 giant apes usually hunt in packs. Sure enough, 2 more appeared, escalating the threat instantly. Qin Yanran was still locked in combat with the first one. Xingyu immediately summoned Haifeng for backup. Haifeng unleashed Hellbind. Hellfire instantly restrained all 3 giant apes. Thanks to that, Xingyu pulled Qin Yanran out of danger in time. Qin Yanran was surprised to learn he was also a beast tamer. She realized Xingyu was no ordinary guy. Once safe, she immediately thanked him for the rescue. Xingyu glanced at the status panel above the 3-tailed thunder tiger. The system showed it was under severe mental suppression, cause post-battle stress syndrome. He asked if the beast collapsed into abnormal exhaustion after every fight. Unable to mention the system, Xingyu claimed he'd read it in a beast medical handbook. Hearing this, Qin Yanran understood Xiao Xiao's condition and felt deeply grateful. She happily smacked Xingyu's back so hard he almost face-planted. Then she slung an arm over his shoulder like they were lifelong buddies, declaring that from now on, Xingyu was her little brother. Rishu walked over and hugged Xingyu's arm. Smiling, she announced Xingyu was her little brother, no one else's. Qin Yanran refused to lose and grabbed his other arm. She insisted Xingyu was still her little brother too. The 2 girls tugged back and forth, nearly tearing poor Xingyu in half. Sometime later, Xingyu finally arrived at Qinglong Academy's central square. A teacher stood before a long line of freshmen and began the welcome speech. He asked everyone to patiently await the dean's arrival. Standing in line, Xingyu let out a relieved sigh. After all the chaos, he had officially enrolled. But suddenly, a voice shattered the calm. A mighty roar echoed, making every freshman look up. They spotted a colossal beast diving down from the sky. On its back stood a girl gazing down proudly at the crowd. The beast landed straight into Qinglong Square. It was the purple flame lion, a ferocious fire spirit beast. The students quickly realized the rider was the academy's dean, none other than Su Ruyan, dean of Qinglong Academy. Xingyu was shocked she was the beast tamer who slew the shadow demon dragon. After landing, Su Ruyan took the microphone to address the freshmen. She congratulated them on entering Qinglong, but immediately stressed one key rule. At Qinglong, everyone must absolutely obey the dean's regulations. Rule number 8 sparked instant whispers among the freshmen. Rule 8 stated all student conflicts must be settled through arena duels. The loser must publicly apologize to the winner. Xingyu realized the rule was harsh but prevented bullying through status. 2 hours later, the freshmen gathered in class for their first lesson. When Xingyu introduced himself, a classmate jumped up in shock. He recognized Xingyu as the one whose spiritual power nearly matched Ye Ning Shuang. Homeroom teacher Chen Kainian immediately called for order. Wu Shengyu still leaned over, whispering that he wanted to learn from Xingyu. A sharp cough from Chen Kainian shut him up instantly. Chen Kainian formally introduced himself as their homeroom teacher. The first lesson began with basic beast taming theory. According to him, a beast's strength depends on 2 key factors. The first is the beast's evolution level. Levels ascend from the initial form. Then comes the transcendent form, where power surges dramatically. Above that is the beast king form, rulers of the spirit beast world. The second factor is the beast's bloodline quality. Additionally, attribute counter relationships affect combat. For example, the 5 elements metal, wood, water, fire, earth counter each other cyclically. There are also variant attributes like lightning or other special types. The lecture continued as the class listened attentively, except for Xingyu, who was peacefully snoozing on his desk. Chen Kainian angrily threw a piece of chalk at his head. He shouted for Xingyu to stand up immediately. The teacher grilled him for daring to nap in class. He immediately asked for the weakness of the frost sky divine Kulin. Xingyu fluently recited even its habitat, stunning the class. Seeing that, Chen Kainian fired an even harder question to test him. Xingyu casually said that if he met the demon-devouring Sky Ripper tiger, he'd hold his ID and lie under a tree waiting to die. Zunqiren froze at the bizarre answer, baffled by his calm death prep. The class stared at Xingyu, clearly waiting for the logic behind this madness. Xingyu calmly explained that the demon-devouring Sky Ripper tiger is a mutated beast king trainees meeting it in the wild or dead on arrival. Since death is guaranteed, he'd hold his ID for body identification and lie in shade so the corpse wouldn't stink. The brutally practical answer made Chen Kainian slam the desk and award full marks. Not stopping there, Xingyu pulled out 3 books, claiming he'd finished all remaining theory. The class wailed in despair while they struggled. This monster had cleared the syllabus. Realizing normal teaching was pointless, Chen Kainian assigned self-study and called Xingyu outside. Xingyu thought it was about sleeping and quickly apologized, but Chen said that wasn't it. He pointed out that Xingyu mastered the full theory in half a lecture far beyond this class level. Annoyed by the prodigy aura, Chen bluntly said if he'd finished, he'd better study harder material. He handed Xingyu a special Qinglong Academy library pass. With it, Xingyu could enter any time and borrow books for free to deepen his knowledge. Chen sighed, declaring he had nothing left to teach this monster student. Soon after, Xingyu sat quietly reading in Qinglong's library. He immersed himself in study, clearly maximizing his new privilege. The peace shattered when Wang Yan swaggered in with his lackeys. Upon entering, Wang Yan loudly declared the Qinglong Library is territory today. He ordered all male students to scram as if he owned the academy. As Vice-Dean Wang Dongsheng's son, he left the boys no choice but to retreat. With the males gone, Wang Yan leered and forced the girls to stay and read with him. The girls panicked and begged, knowing nothing good would follow. Amid the chaos, one male student remained seated, unmoving. It was Xingyu, calmly closing his book as if the circus had disturbed his reading. Without a word, he hurled the book at Wang Yan's head, coldly calling him too noisy. Struck in the library, Wang Yan roared, demanding who dared touch him. His lackeys instantly pointed at Xingyu, blaming the insolent brat. Xingyu stepped in front of the girls, mocking Wang Yan for bullying females to feel tough. Knowing his background, Xingyu sneered that relying on his father's title explained his arrogance. Wang Yan puffed up and ordered Xingyu to kneel and apologize if he wanted peace. Xingyu replied with a single scram and lunged before Wang Yan could react. A surprise kick landed squarely in a very delicate spot. The pampered hair collapsed, clutching himself and writhing in agony on the library floor. Even in pain, Wang Yan pointed and threatened no one had ever hit him before. He screamed that today Xingyu wouldn't leave this library standing. He boasted that in Qinglong, the real power belonged to him. Right then, Su Ruyan and Chen Kainian walked in, hearing every word. Su Ruyan coldly declared that since trouble was made, it would be settled under Rule 8. News of the clash spread instantly across the academy. Big showdown incoming. Word that Xingyu and Wang Yan were heading to the arena sent students rushing over for the spectacle. The crowd swarmed to the arena square, eager to witness the showdown firsthand. Some worried, though Wang Yan's beast was the 6-clawed Sky Ripper leopard with legendary bloodline. The big question spread fast: could Xingyu really face a legendary tier monster? His supporters fired back, insisting their bro Xing was basically invincible. Soon the arena was packed to the brim. From the stands, Chen Kainian watched intently, waiting for his student's performance. Silently, he prayed Xingyu wouldn't disappoint him. At the referee's signal, Xingyu and Wang Yan stepped onto the stage, tension spiking instantly. Wang Yan coldly declared he'd teach Xingyu the price of crossing him. Xingyu smirked, saying he'd gladly accept Wang Yan's apology in advance. The referee loudly announced the match had begun. Wang Yan immediately summoned his beast, shouting for Bing Yan to appear. The 6-clawed Sky Ripper leopard materialized, its fierce aura sweeping the arena. Xingyu didn't rush. He used the system to scan every detail of his opponent. Data showed a dual Icewind 6-clawed Sky Ripper leopard with a deadly freezing talent. Its frozen sky shatter could lock targets and trigger a wide area ice explosion hard to dodge. Realizing it was a powerful dual-attribute beast, Xingyu grew serious. After assessing the threat, he calmly summoned his own beast. A second later, Haifeng appeared, exuding no less dominance. The students gasped. Haifeng looked insanely cool. In the stands, Su Ruyan eyed Haifeng with thoughtful suspicion. It resembled a galehound, yet clearly wasn't the ordinary form. Galehounds were deemed trash with no evolution path. Yet Xingyu evolved at something beyond her understanding. Hearing the praise for Haifeng, Wang Yan grew jealous and more determined to crush Xingyu. He ordered Bing Yan to charge with ice claws. Xingyu calmly had Haifeng dodge with agile footwork. Seizing the opening, Haifeng closed in to counterattack. But just as Haifeng was about to strike, Bing Yan moved faster. A pounce from behind struck Haifeng's back, forcing him to retreat in pain. From the stands, Chen Kainian noticed the Icewind attributes were countering Haifeng. Bing Yan pressed the advantage, launching relentless claw assaults. Haifeng was forced into constant evasive defense. Seeing this, Wang Yan arrogantly declared he'd cripple Xingyu's beast. He immediately ordered Bing Yan to unleash its ultimate frozen sky break. Bing Yan gathered power, preparing a finishing blow. An ice sphere struck and detonated mid-arena. After the blast, Haifeng was completely frozen inside a massive ice block. Wang Yan burst into laughter, convinced victory was sealed. He coldly proclaimed Haifeng was fully frozen, just waiting to die. The entire audience fixed their eyes on Xingyu, waiting for his move. Everyone knew if he couldn't break this, the match was over. But Xingyu only curled his lips in a calm, confident smile. He ordered Haifeng to activate Dark Knight Stealth. Before everyone's eyes, Haifeng turned into a shadow and vanished from the ice. Chen Kainian and Su Ruyan instantly realized Haifeng possessed the rare dark attribute. Meanwhile, Wang Yan looked around in panic. His frozen prey had disappeared. He didn't know a shadow was silently approaching from behind. The two instructors understood Haifeng had become shadow itself. Ice couldn't freeze darkness. Haifeng suddenly ambushed Wang Yan, but Bing Yan rushed in to block. The counterattack knocked Haifeng back beside Xing Yu. Xing Yu snorted. Now it was time for the real counteroffensive. He ordered Haifeng to unleash True Demon Claw. Haifeng turned into a shadow again and popped up beside Bing Yan at absurd speed. A flurry of claws rained down, making Bing Yan howl in agony. Wang Yan panicked and screamed for Bing Yan to fight back. But the Dark Element's skill locked Bing Yan down completely for a moment. The paralysis effect froze it for seconds, no counterplay available. Xing Yu seized the moment and ordered Haifeng to unleash Hell Claw. The explosive strike blasted Bing Yan straight off the arena. The legendary beast hit the ground and was officially out cold. The referee promptly declared victory for Xing Yu. The stands erupted as students chanted Xing Yu's name in unison. Meanwhile, Wang Yan collapsed to his knees, stunned by his crushing defeat. Xing Yu calmly walked over and reminded him the match was over. So Rian stepped onto the arena to handle matters per academy rules. She reminded Wang Yan to follow regulations and apologized to his opponent. So Ruyan demanded he end this farce that had stirred the academy. Wang Yan lowered his head in silence, clearly swallowing his pride. Finally, he gritted his teeth and apologized to Xing Yu before everyone. Even so, he secretly swore to make Xing Yu pay someday. So Ruyan then praised Xing Yu for his outstanding performance. Xing Yu thanked her modestly and curiously asked who else had impressed her first. So Ruyan turned serious at the mention of that name. It was a genius girl whose spiritual power surpassed 1,000 upon enrollment. Xing Yu recalled the rumors and realized it was the famous exam prodigy. So Ruyan then took out a ring and handed it to Xing Yu as a reward. She explained it was a spatial ring for today's champion. Xing Yu instantly recognized it as a treasure that could store anything and was stunned. After leaving the academy, Xing Yu hurried home, worried about Rushu waiting. He walked so fast he barely noticed his surroundings. Right outside the gate, he accidentally bumped into a strange little girl. Xing Yu checked on her, and she shook her head, saying she was fine, just dizzy. Feeling sorry for her, Xing Yu patted her head and told her to be careful next time. But as he turned to leave, she suddenly hugged his leg and begged to be taken in, having nowhere to go. Eventually, Xing Yu brought her back to the apartment he shared with Ruo Xiu. Seeing this, Ruo Xiu immediately twisted Xing Yu's ear, thinking he was trafficking children. She angrily said bringing someone home first made explanations pointless. Xing Yu hurriedly explained the girl, Xinan, was scorned by her family for fearing demonic beasts. Bullied and desperate, she ran away, and Xing Yu wanted to help cure her fear. Sinan cried and begged, softening Ruo Xiu's heart enough to let her stay temporarily. After agreeing, Ruo Xiu still seriously reminded Xing Yu to be more cautious. She especially warned him to beware of a certain force. The next day at Qinglong Academy, Xing Yu lined up for assessment, still pondering her warning. He could understand why Ruo Xiu suddenly told him not to trust the Ye family. Wu Shenju overheard and curiously asked what Xing Yu was muttering about. He also asked about today's test to determine combat roles. He even wondered which role his Storm Rain Butterfly suited best. Chen Kanian immediately barked at them for talking in class. He then announced each student must summon their beast to assess and assign combat positions. Students went up one by one, with results announced on the spot. Kanghan's beast leaned heavily toward defense, earning him the tank role. Wu Shenyu's Storm Rain Butterfly specialized in water element area attacks. Thus, he was assigned the mage position in the lineup. After several rounds, Chen Kanian finally called Xing Yu's name. Xing Yu promptly stepped forward to begin the test. Chen Kanian asked if he was ready for the attack power assessment. Xing Yu didn't hesitate and told him to start immediately. He summoned Haifeng and ordered it to use its strongest ultimate skill. Haifeng unleashed Hell Howl straight into the power testing machine. The results shocked everyone, triple crit, a whopping 6371. The students were horrified they couldn't even trigger a weak crit. Chen Kanian was secretly stunned since normal loader beasts only hit 500-1500 attack. He immediately demanded more tests to find Xing Yu's true limit. Xing Yu calmly proceeded with the additional assessments. In the long-range test, Haifeng's firepower reached nearly 800 meters, jaw-dropping stuff. In defense, Haifeng even withstood an attack from a high-tier beast. For control, Xing Yu had Haifeng use Hell Coil to bind the opponent. Wu Shenju gawked at the insane stats and joked Xing Yu should just be a mage already. Simulation data showed standing near the Hellgale Wolf greatly boosted team morale and power. Wu Shenju curiously asked Xing Yu's combat role since he fit basically all of them. Chen Kanian raised his hand and revealed a special role perfect for Xing Yu. He called Xing Yu an all-rounder, stunning the class. He explained an all-rounder beast Tamer excels in every combat position. By his evaluation, Xing Yu was currently the only all-rounder in class. Xing Yu felt both surprised and proud under everyone's admiring gazes. Classmates swarmed him with praise. True prodigies are rare after all. Xing Yu scratched his head shyly, unused to such hype. But Chen Kanian quickly reminded them rare doesn't mean unique. He said they still lacked full data on all freshmen. Among known talents, Ye Shuangsen also held the all-rounder title. Upperclassmen like Han Tianjin, Murong Qingyang, and Li Xianshu did too. The teacher urged everyone to work hard or risk being left in the dust. After class, Xing Yu left the academy and walked along a busy street. He planned to buy supplements for his beast ahead of the freshman ranking tournament. Suddenly, a group blocked his path mid-street. Xing Yu frowned and asked who they were and what they wanted. They sneered, asking how he could not know the Black Tiger Guild. Wang Yan stood behind them, ordering one of Xingyu's legs crippled for revenge. Following guild leader Lei's command, his men closed in. Xingyu noticed their uniforms marked them as 3 to 4-star beast tamers. He angrily called out their bullying of a mere 1-star tamer. Wang Yan just laughed, openly admitting he was abusing his power. Guild leader Li ordered Xingyu dealt with on the spot. He summoned his beast, the Thunder Tiger. A massive white tiger appeared, wrapped in crackling purple lightning. At its master's command, Thunder Tiger roared and charged Xingyu. Xingyu instantly summoned Haifeng to counter. Haifeng exploded forward and clamped onto Thunder Tiger's neck in a flash. With one strike, the tiger was slammed down, leaving everyone stunned. Guild leader Lei panicked, never expecting a freshman's beast to be this strong. He couldn't fathom how Xingyu's low-tier beast matched his transcendent Thunder Tiger. Unwilling to lose face, he signaled his men to summon their beasts too. 3 ferocious beasts appeared, surrounding Xingyu. At the critical moment, a cold female voice rang out, halting everything. An arrogant girl stepped forward, declaring she'd like to see if her Skyvault Guild or Black Tiger was stronger. Xingyu turned in surprise, called her sister Qin. Guild leader Lei went pale, recognizing Skyvault as Longyan City's second-ranked guild. Qin Yanyan declared Xingyu her sworn younger brother touch him and face her. Qin Yanran coldly added that harming Xingyu meant opposing the entire Skyvault Guild. Hearing this, guild leader Lei instantly switched to flattery, claiming it was all a misunderstanding. To save himself, he pointed at Wang Yan and dumped all blame on him. Exposed, Wang Yan panicked and desperately insisted he never meant to cause trouble. Qin Yanran could be bothered to listen and coldly signaled guild leader Lei to handle it himself. Eager to please her, Lei had his men beat Wang Yan on the spot. Back at the Sky Vault Guild, Yanran asked Xingyu why he kept attracting trouble. Xingyu said he was just buying beast supplements when bad luck struck. Yanran laughed and told him to get supplements straight from her guild next time. She generously declared he could take beast medicine for free from now on. Xingyu was stunned by the Sky Vault Guild leader's daughter's outrageous generosity. Yanran then showed him around the guild's high-tech training base. She introduced the recreation area for beast tamers after dangerous missions. Next was the strategy room where major operations were planned. Finally, they visited the fully equipped medical room with modern gear and rare herbs. Yanran proudly added their beast doctors were top-tier experts. Hearing that, Xingyu immediately asked to join as a beast doctor. Right then, a stern voice rang out in opposition. Vice Guild leader Liu appeared, bluntly saying he lacked age and experience. Yanran quickly explained Xingyu was the one who subdued the demonic beast on the train. At that moment, a staff member rushed in reporting multiple severely injured beasts. He panicked, saying the medical room was understaffed. The situation worsened as the beast's blood kept pouring nonstop. Xingyu stepped forward, offering to try since time was running out. A beast named Biking was wheeled into emergency care in critical condition. Its master frantically begged for help as its body began mutating. From massive blood loss, Biking lay nearly motionless, breath fading. The medical room grew tense as everyone desperately pleaded for a miracle. Doctors tried every method to stop the bleeding but failed. They finally admitted conventional treatments were useless. Xingyu quietly examined the wound with a serious gaze. The system analysis showed it was caused by the Golden Needle Venom Wasp King. The beast's green toxin prevented the wound from closing. Xingyu turned to the owner and asked if he dared trust his method. Desperate, the owner agreed immediately it was the only hope. Xingyu listed a formula: tianling grass, Xiang flower, and venom crystal. He insisted they act now or Biking would surely die. Seeing the owner's desperate pleas, the doctors hurried to prepare the medicine. Xingyu put on gloves and applied the solution to the deep bleeding wound. To everyone's shock, the bleeding stopped and Biking was saved. Lu Yu finally acknowledged Xingyu's talent and formally invited him to join Sky Vault. Xingyu gladly agreed, sealing his role as the guild's special alchemist with a handshake. Returning home, Rushu immediately questioned why he was late. Xingyu nodded, confirming he had signed with Sky Vault Guild. Roshu turned away sulking, thinking he'd gained a sworn sister and forgotten his real one. Just then, Shinan popped up asking what a special alchemist was, easing the tension. Xingyu grinned, saying his new job meant he could treat everyone to a feast this weekend. Meanwhile, at Wang Yan's home, he lay in a cast with his legs suspended midair. He gritted his teeth, swearing revenge on Xingyu. His father, Wang Linshang, coldly scolded him for being useless. Wang Yan tearfully begged his father to avenge him. Linshang said losing to a freshman disgraced the entire family. Wang Yan still couldn't understand how Xingyu had such a powerful triply tribute beast. Linshang admitted Sky Vault's backing meant they could act openly. But he devised a plan to have Xingyu accidentally die in the Yinan Mountain trial. On trial day, under clear skies, freshmen gathered at Yinan Mountain. Vice Principal Wang Linshang announced the trial would be live-streamed online. He explained students' wristbands would record the number of demonic beasts they hunted. Rankings would be based on total beasts slain. Anyone hunting over 80 demonic beasts would earn the highest S rank. Saruyan requested the announcement of the all-rounders among the freshmen. Wang Linshang declared there were 3 all-rounders this year. First was Murong Yangshu, son of the Murong family. Second was Murong Xingxin, Yangshu's younger sister. The last, shocking many, was Xingyu. Xingyu recalled the 4 great beast tamer families of Long Kingdom. They were the Ye Li Murong and Shangguan families. In the livestream room, lecturers watched the trial on a giant screen. Hosiangsu kicked off the live commentary. Saruyan asked Wang Linshang to predict how many demonic beasts Xingyu would hunt. Chen Kanian argued Xingyu would get at least 80. Saruyan confidently said he might break Ye Ningxuang's record. The freshmen entered the mountain one by one, and the trial officially began. In under half an hour, someone hit 10 kills, firing up the crowd. After just an hour, scores exploded, astonishing viewers. Murong Yangshu had already hunted 43 beasts thanks to his psychic beast. His white mist beast could phase through space, making it nearly unstoppable. The leaderboard kept shifting, with Xingxin briefly leading, followed by Yangshu and Xing Yu. But Yangshu suddenly noticed someone surpassing even his sister. The camera replayed earlier footage to catch the comeback culprit. Murong Xingxin focused intensely, pouring full power into a finishing blow for points. Seeing her strike about to land, she smirked, certain the kill was hers. Just as the beast spat blood, Xing Yu swooped in to steal the kill, snatching all credit. The two immediately faced off at Yinan Mountain, the bloodthirsty beast corpse between them. Xingxin stayed calm on the outside but was raging inside at the blatant kill steal. The leaderboard shifted again, reflecting the impact of that steal. Commentator Yang Shu excitedly announced Xing Yu had shot to first place thanks to it. Before things settled, a giant three-dimensional ant suddenly appeared, reigniting tension. Both Xing Yu and Xingxin locked eyes. This ant would decide the next kill. Xing Yu rode Haifeng forward and ordered an immediate attack to avoid another steal. After suppressing the target, he calculated the timing for the finishing strike. Hellfire roared toward the three-demon ant, seemingly ending the fight. But at the last second, Xingxin interfered, blocking the fatal blow. She countered with Windbone Spirit Ice Flame, incinerating the ant before Xingyu's eyes. The ant collapsed and vanished, leaving behind a large crystal proving the killer. Xingxin swiftly grabbed the crystal, knowing a second's delay meant another steal. Xing Yu could only grumble, admitting his rival had perfect timing too. After the fierce exchange, the leaderboard showed them tied for first. With less than an hour left, Xing Yu rushed off to hunt new prey. But just as he found a target, it was killed in an instant. Of course, it was Xingxin again, stealing the prey and escalating the rivalry. After repeated steals, Xing Yu realized she was tailing him just for last hits. Thanks to her tactics, Xingxin's total quickly climbed to 89 beasts. Xing Yu sighed that he started the stealing war, but Xingxin was far from forgiving. Refusing to back down, Xing Yu declared he'd stop holding back, piquing audience curiosity. With less than 30 minutes left, he rode Haifeng off to find more prey. Xingxin chased closely behind, neither willing to yield a single beast. Their high-speed hunting duel became the hottest highlight of the broadcast. Using his aerial advantage, Xing Yu rapidly cleared loftier beasts and regained confidence. Meanwhile, Murong Xingxin was so busy kill-stealing Xing Yu that she missed plenty of other prey. With only seconds left, Xing Yu confidently declared she could surpass him anymore. Even commentator Yang Shu said, barring accidents, first place was Xingyu's. Just as victory seemed certain, a terrifying surge of demonic power erupted nearby. A mysterious beast had been hiding behind a boulder, silently watching their duel. It roared and attacked. Yang Shu panicked, identifying it as a complete Tier 3 demonic beast. Realizing the danger, Xing Yu leapt onto Haifeng, seeking escape. But the monster closed in too fast, its overwhelming aura blanketing the area. Xingyu's eyes widened. This thing was leagues beyond anything before. The crushing pressure blasted both him and Haifeng off the cliff, turning dire instantly. Seeing Xing Yu fall, Murong Xingxin froze, shocked by the sudden twist. She rushed to the edge and saw him clinging to a fragile branch, Haifeng holding his leg to keep him from plunging. Knowing the beast was near, she sent her own beast to stall it while risking herself to pull Xing Yu up. Dangling Micklif, Xing Yu glimpsed Wang Yan lurking below and instantly understood the setup. The branch couldn't bear their combined weight and snapped apart. Xingxin could only watch Xing Yu fall into the abyss, screaming in despair. News of his fall sent the broadcast station into tense silence. His teacher slammed the table demanding a rescue, while the principal tried to calm things and promised action. The two quickly left to activate an emergency rescue operation. Meanwhile, the mastermind smirked in secret, believing a few tricks had sent a genius to hell. At the base of Yinan Mountain, Xing Yu awoke in pain, still alive. Remembering Wang Yan's cold grin on the cliff, he knew it'd been set up. He swore that if he survived, he'd never spare the culprit. Then panic hit. Haifeng was nowhere in sight. Realizing he was lying on Haifeng's body, Xing Yu understood it had cushioned his fall. As an alchemist, he always carried medicine and immediately began treatment. He fed Haifeng recovery medicine, knowing delay would worsen the injuries. Suddenly, the sky darkened, black clouds rolled in and heavy rain poured down. The worsening weather made everything harder, and Xing Yu sighed at his rotten luck. Fearing Haifeng's exhaustion, he recalled it and searched alone for shelter. After fumbling through the forest, he luckily found a cave large enough to hide in. Unable to contact the outside world, he worried about what was happening above. He also wondered whether Murong Xingxin was safe after trying to save him. Just then, footsteps crunching on dry twigs echoed inside the cave. As he turned, a hand clamped around his throat before he could react. The owner glared at him and declared that since he'd seen her face, he must die. Using his observation abilities, Xing Yu was horrified to learn she was a nine-tailed demon tiger at Beast Emperor level. The demon tiger woman was equally shocked that a mere human saw through her true form. Still, she tightened her grip, intent on silencing him. Gasping for air, Xing Yu blurted that she had been gravely injured by a pure-blooded dragon. At the mention of her wound, the nine-tailed demon tiger faltered as pain flared up. Xing Yu seized the chance, channeling magic power to create blinding light and break free. The flash robbed her of vision momentarily. He quickly retreated to keep distance and avoid being restrained again. Calmly, Xing Yu said that if he knew her identity, he obviously understood her condition. After closer observation, he confirmed she was critically wounded with less than half an hour to live. The cause was dragon power invading her body, throwing meridians into chaos and reversing her blood flow. Though shocked that an extinct dragon race appeared, Xingyu decided calming this demon tiger came first. The nine-tailed demon tiger doubted a mere one-star beast tamer could heal such wounds. Xingyu confidently said he could save her, but definitely not for free. To secure his life, he demanded she sign a blood contract before treatment. Dalu exploded in fury, refusing to accept becoming a weak human's beast. Even suffocating under a violet aura, Xingyu bluntly admitted he intended to subdue her. His honesty enraged Dalu further, her red eyes blazing at the insult. She lunged with killing intent, magic surging to tear him apart. Choked breathless, Xingyu rasped that killing him meant no cure. Enraged yet hesitant, Dalu faced the humiliating possibility of yielding. As her injury flared violently, Xingyu warned she'd die first without the contract. Torn inside and with a mission unfinished, Dalu knew she couldn't die here. She finally loosened her grip, leaving bruises on Xingyu's neck. Choosing survival over pride, Dalu agreed to the blood contract. Xingyu bit his finger for blood and solemnly began the ritual. The blood touched her forehead, activating a star-shaped array and sealing the pact. Dalu acknowledged Xingyu as master and immediately demanded treatment. Xingyu vowed to protect his beast, then suddenly removed his shirt, baffling her. With a serious face and dagger in hand, the scene grew even stranger. Without hesitation, he stabbed his own chest to draw Heart's essence blood, stunning Dalu. He pointed at the wound, telling her to absorb the heart blood to save her core meridian. Xingyu explained his essence blood could temporarily suppress the dragon power inside her. With no choice, Dalu approached, embarrassed yet resigned. She began absorbing his essence blood to stabilize her failing core. The energy spread through her body, gradually calming the damage. After healing, Xingyu casually asked his new beast's name. She finally revealed herself as Dalu. Immediately, Dalu demanded to know how he identified her dragon-inflicted wound. Xingyu said 2 months ago his eyes underwent a strange mutation. They turned golden orange and could see information panels of all beasts. Through that ability, he read her full injury status. Hearing this, Dalu suspected the power was far from ordinary. She recalled legends of the demon god eye that sees through all demonic beasts. Most shocking was that a human like Xingyu possessed it. After thinking it through, Dalu accepted it for now since it benefited her too. She speculated his eyes mutated into the demon god eye due to dragon blood. When he called it a system, Dalu mocked him it was simply his eye's ability. Xingyu remained confused, recalling a guiding voice from that power. He remembered the first time it told him to pick up a crystal to awaken a beast's bloodline. Following that hint, he found the crystal that evolved Haifeng. Thanks to it, Haifeng became the Hell Gale Wolf and helped him pass the exam. As they talked, a demonic beast lurked outside the cave. It suddenly lunged, and Dalu pulled Xingyu back just in time. Seeing clearly, Xingyu recognized the lava crimson tiger that knocked him off the cliff. He thought it escaped it, but the beast had tracked him to the cave. It charged again, forcing Xingyu and Dalu to dodge frantically. Its savage aura pinned Xingyu against the cliff wall, leaving him nearly no escape. At the critical moment, Lava Crimson Tiger was wrapped in purple light, roaring in agony. Xingyu was stunned. Someone had saved him at the brink of death. It was Dalu, coldly declaring that even injured, she wasn't to be provoked. Lava Crimson Tiger refused to yield and charged again with a furious roar. The clash between a beast emperor and the monster shook the entire cave. Though blocking the blows, Dalu struggled with unhealed wounds but refused to retreat. She launched a mental attack to suppress her opponent. Simultaneously, she activated her innate talent, Heaven Extinction Eye. A giant phantom eye appeared midair and pressed down on Lava Crimson Tiger. Under that terrifying force, the beast turned to stone and shattered into pieces. With danger gone, Xingyu sighed in relief, then felt his body give out. His vision darkened, hearing Dalu call his name before blacking out. In his sea of consciousness, Xingyu met a massive black dragon waiting for him. The dragon claimed to be the source of the demon god Eye, shocking him. It reminded him that it guided him to find the crystal for beast evolution. Xingyu realized the mysterious voice had belonged to this black dragon. The dragon admitted it awakened through bloodline power, but couldn't remember its identity. Still, it promised to help Xingyu reach the peak if they cooperated. It displayed beast status panels, revealing it generated all the data Xingyu saw. The black dragon explained that a mental summon would let it analyze any beast. It couldn't communicate before due to Xingyu's weakness, but 2 contracts unlocked it. It said they stood within the sea of consciousness where their minds connected. Before fading, it left a cryptic promise to always stay by Xingyu's side. Upon waking, Xingyu found himself in a hospital. The principal and teachers immediately questioned him. Xingyu pretended ignorance about what happened after falling. The principal was suspicious since rescuers found Lava Crimson Tiger's corpse nearby. Xingyu calmly denied involvement, arguing a one-star tamer couldn't kill it. The academy promised a full investigation and an explanation. Both Xingyu and Murong Xingxin received strength evaluations for the trial. He even broke a school record and now had to prepare for the freshman ranking tournament. After everyone left, Dalu emerged from the beast emblem, and Xingyu sighed in relief. She scolded him for risking his life by using essence blood and exhausting himself. Hearing the full story, Dalu suspected the cliff fall wasn't an accident. Xingyu smirked coldly. He already knew the mastermind. Thinking of Wang Yan, he vowed to repay this debt. Meanwhile, Wang Yan panicked, reporting that Xingyu was still alive. Though shaken, his father calmly denied any involvement in the accident. He reminded Wang Yan that suspicion meant nothing without proof. Still trembling, Wang Yan asked about the next move, fearing revenge. Wang Linshang coldly opened a cabinet and took out a mysterious box. Tossing it to his son, he ordered decisively that Xingyu must die again. That night as Xingyu rested, he suddenly received a call. Wu Shenju cried upon answering, thinking Xingyu was dead, then cursed the culprit. Xingyu laughed, realizing many truly cared about him. Wu Shenyu then mentioned the freshman ranking tournament, catching his interest. Xingyu's disappearance had trended online, sparking academy-wide gossip. Emergency search efforts disrupted classes, but the tournament schedule remained unchanged. The freshman ranking tournament was Qinglong Academy's biggest annual event. Freshmen would draw lots and fight head-on to determine rankings. After multiple eliminations, only the top 8 would enter the final stage. The top 3 would receive massive cultivation resources from the academy. After hanging up, Xingyu figures a high rank means fatter cultivation loot. He recalls Delu's last skill blast nearly drained him into a tragic pancake. So Xingyu vows to boost his spiritual power fast before the tournament kicks off. With that fiery resolve, he drifts off to sleep. In his dark sea of consciousness, countless red eyes glare at him like creepy LEDs. A flash erupts, revealing a colossal demon god eye behind him. The demon god eye stares him down and offers a shortcut to power. Xingyu shamelessly admits his in rare opportunities don't knock twice. The eye agrees to help but demands Xingyu recover its lost memories. It upgrades a slick game-like system interface for his convenience. From now on, he can buy needed items straight from the system's shop. In return, the system assigns quests no mission clear, no points or rewards. Buzzing with excitement, Xingyu immediately tries buying something. He picks a dragon spirit pill that boosts spiritual power tenfold, briefly side effects included. The demon god eye warns him to use it wisely, then gifts the first pill for free. It says a simple command summons the system, then promptly goes into seclusion. Xingyu thanks it seriously and exits his sea of consciousness. Next morning, he heads to school as his sister and little sister see him off anxiously. They remind him to stay safe since he just recovered from that nasty accident. On the way to the academy, Xingyu remembers today is the freshman ranking exam. Passing a notice board, he suddenly stops at some bizarre news. It's a royal wanted order for Juwei Yaohu Shou Huangaka Dalu. Xingyu instantly drags Dalu into a quiet alley for questioning. He angrily demands why she's royally wanted and never told him. In the end, Xingyu sighs and orders Dalu to stop hiding things from him. Seeing him truly mad, Dalu is startled. It's her first time feeling her master's pressure. After an awkward silence, she reluctantly nods and agrees to be honest. Dalu solemnly reveals the royal pursuit is because of a secret item, producing a purple crystal orb. Xingyu stares at the strange crystal and asks what on earth it is. Dalu answers gravely it's the dragon clan's supreme treasure, Dragon's Tear. She explains pureblood dragons once had 3 supreme treasures passed down generations. 2 were combat divine weapons capable of obliterating battlefields at full power. Dragon's Tear, however, wasn't for combat but formed from a pure dragon's tears. When fully activated, it can even reverse space-time and return to the past. Xingyu immediately asks why the supposedly extinct dragon clan reappeared recently. He sternly presses for the truth behind the dragon-slaying war 300 years ago. Just as Dalu fumbles for an answer, someone calls Xingyu's name. He turns to see Murong Yangshu and Murong Xinshin approaching. Yangshu coolly remarks Xingyu's luck is absurd, making Xinshin awkward beside him. He scolds Xingyu for falling off a cliff and worrying his sister sick. Only after seeing Xingyu safe on TV did Xinshin eat again. Xin hurriedly covers her brother's mouth, mortified her secrets out. Xingyu laughs, thanks them, and invites them into the academy to prep for the exam. Yangshu icily refuses, still salty about Xingyu snatching his sister's prey. He drags Xinshin away, leaving Xingyu blinking in confusion. At Qinglong Academy, the place buzzes with freshman ranking fever. The hall is packed as the host enthusiastically greets everyone. He grandly announces the freshman ranking competition officially begins. All contestants must draw lots to determine their match order. Freshmen step up one by one to the wooden box and draw fate's little slip. In a corner, Wang Yan spots Xingyu and his eyes burn with hatred. Remembering the secret box his father gave him, he swears Xingyu won't survive this time. When it's his turn, Wang Yan steps up to draw, calculation written all over his face. Hearing whispers of his past defeat by Xingyu makes Wang Yan burn with fresh humiliation. Wang Yan clenches his lot, swearing to scrub away this shame. The slip reveals round 1, match 7 Xingyu vs Wang Yan destiny as jokes. The crowd erupts as old enemies collide in the very first round. Wang Yan strides over, pointing at Xingyu and vowing payback. He even threatens to cripple Xingyu's beast on the spot. Xingyu smirks, telling him to see who actually hits the floor. They step onto the arena, tension snapping tight as a bowstring. Xingyu calmly takes position, confidence gleaming in his eyes. From the stands, Murong Xinshin senses Xingyu's aura is leagues stronger. Even the principal is secretly stunned, clueless what miracle Xingyu found in days. Referee Yangshu raises his flag, announcing the opening match of round 1. With a sharp wave, Yangshu declares the duel officially underway. At the bell, Wang Yan leaps back to keep distance and prep a counter. Xingyu shifts swiftly to guarding while sizing up his foe. Xingyu summons Haifeng, the Hell Wolf, snapping into battle stance. Wang Yan calls out Bing Yan, an ice leopard wrapped in biting frost. The display reveals a Firewind versus Icewind showdown, thrilling the crowd. Murong Xinshin instantly senses something off about Haifeng's aura. She realizes Haifeng's real power far exceeds the measured level. She quickly deduces Xingyu is suppressing its rank, waiting to break through mid-fight. Meanwhile, Bing Yan charges first with a frontal assault. Thanks to superior speed, Haifeng dodges cleanly and repositions to counter. Bing Yan unleashes Han Tianpo, a massive ice block hurtling forward. Hai Feng uses an Ying Qian Sing, shattering the ice midair with a shadow strike. The freezing shockwave still sweeps the arena, chilling even the audience. Just as people think Hai Feng is pushed back, it vanishes from sight. In a blink, Hai Feng appears behind Bing Yan, eyes blazing red. It casts Diyu Haoxiao, blasting the ground and launching Bing Yan away. The audience shivers from frost yet cheers wildly at every clash. Xingyu activates dark skills to boost Hai Feng's suppression. A giant shadow rises behind Hai Feng, its momentum skyrocketing. Hai Feng slams Bing Yan in close combat, leaving it dazed. The crowd instantly mocks Bing Yan for getting steamrolled. Enraged, Wang Yan roars he won't lose again. He signals Bing Yan to unleash its trump card. Bing Yan reveals a mysterious blue orb in its mouth. It bites and shatters the orb, triggering a sudden transformation. Ice shards erupt from its body like a raging power storm. Its fangs and claws lengthen at an unnatural speed. Its physical strength surges, aura turning terrifying. Thick ice armor forms around it as solid defense. Xingyu immediately uses Mo Shen Jiayan to inspect the anomaly. He detects a bandrug aura fueling Bing Yan's temporary boost. Xingyu exposes Wang Yan for forcing his beast to dope for victory. Unapologetic, Wang Yan orders Bing Yan to attack at full force. Bing Yan fires volleys of sharp icicles at Hai Feng. Pressured nonstop, Hai Feng takes hits and starts bleeding. Xingyu shouts encouragement, urging Hai Feng to stand firm. Wang Yan laughs smugly and commands the finishing strike. A colossal ice mass forms, hovering ominously above Hai Feng. Pinned by icicles to the ground, Hai Feng cannot dodge at all. The stands gasp as the six-clawed ripping sky leopard turns monstrously strong, pushing Xingyu to the brink of defeat. Seeing Xingyu struggle, Wang Yan taunts loudly, bragging he only went easy last time and is now showing real power. Ru Yan watches coldly, certain that shady tricks from the Lin Fatherson duo fueled that power spike. On the arena, Hao Feng is pressured by ice skills, and referee Yang Shu warns prolonged damage could cripple the Gale Wolf. Scoffed at, Xingyu smirks. Hao Feng has hunted hundreds in Yinnan Mountain. This kitty isn't scary. Without hesitation, Xingyu points at Wang Yan, ordering Hao Feng to prep the decisive counterattack. At his shout of Diyu Hu Lian, Hao Feng shatters the ice binds as a fiery lotus blooms beneath him. Realizing the tide flipped too fast, Wang Yan panics and screams for Bing Yan to retreat. Too late, Hao Feng closes in, heat raging so fiercely escape becomes a fantasy. In the open ground, Hao Feng lowers his head, inhaling as crimson fire gathers in his jaws. Then he exhales a blazing fire lotus, roaring straight toward his prey. Kanian instantly recognizes it, gasping the name Diyu Hu Lian. Even Ru Yan is stunned. Hao Feng is early stage yet using a skill meant for fully evolved beasts. Lin Kang freezes Xingyu's growth speed wildly beyond his calculations. The audience finally gets it. Xingyu just unleashed a Hideer fire battle skill. Above Bing Yan, a gigantic fire lotus forms, proving the Gale Wolf overleveled to cast it. Yang Shu judges that if fully unleashed, Xingyu might even surpass Yi Shuangning. Hao Feng pours everything into Diyu Hu Lian, flames swallowing Bing Yan before all eyes. As smoke clears, Bing Yan lies motionless while Xingyu stands beside Hao Feng like a crowned victor. The entire arena falls into stunned silence at the terrifying display. Yang Shu breaks the tension, fired up to announce the final result. He points to the stage and declares the winner Si Xingyu. Xingyu's classmates erupt in cheers, still shaken by that hellfire spectacle. Suddenly, the electronic screen updates, grabbing everyone's attention as Xingyu's beast data changes. Hao Feng jumps from level 1 to level 3 in a single battle. Wang Yan collapses inside, realizing he just became a stepping stone for history. Yang Shu proclaims it the first time ever a freshman's beast gained 2 levels mid-match. Hao Feng happily runs back and Xingyu proudly pats his head in praise. Xingyu knows the ice pressure pushed Hao Feng to the brink, forcing this explosive evolution. Lost in thought, he hears an argument erupt as Ru Yan loudly demands evidence. Frowning, Xingyu senses Lin Kang is scheming again after his son's loss. Sure enough, Lin Kang accuses Xingyu of killing the ripping sky leopard with excessive cruelty. Some lecturers echo him, claiming talent means nothing if character is vicious expulsion worthy. Ru Yan calmly reassures the crowd, promising a thorough investigation before conclusions. She coldly warns Lin Kang that slandering her student will carry consequences. To clarify, Ru Yan orders the ripping sky leopard's body brought in and summons beast doctors. The doctors swiftly examine Bing Yan's corpse with specialized equipment. Initial results show shattered organs and heavy bleeding, seemingly caused by Diyu Ho Lian. Beside them, Lin Kang secretly smirks. He already bribed several academy doctors. Confident, Lin Kang presses Ru Yan, asking what more proof is needed after the doctor's claim. Xingyu retorts before everyone, asking who would be stupid enough to kill so brutally in public. He explains Diyu Hu Lian burned souls, yet the leopard died from internal hemorrhage, clearly fishy. Xingyu forces the doctor to answer publicly whether the diagnosis is truly accurate. Leaning close, he warns that ruining a beast doctor's career for petty gain comes at a brutal price. Xingyu asks the principal to test the ripping sky leopard's blood, and Ru Yan immediately orders it done. Soon the doctor reports hesitantly, pushing Ru Yan to demand the real cause. The result shocks everyone. The leopard died from taking a Kuang Bao Dan. Wang Yan explodes in denial, accusing the doctor of slander. The doctor presents lab proof the beast used Kuang Bao Dan gained power, then suffered fatal backlash. Ru Yan coldly confronts Wang Yan, the evidence crystal clear. The lecturers erupt in fury upon learning he doped his own beast. Seeing disaster, Lin Kang pretends to beg the principal for his son's second chance. Ru Yan reminds him icily that a vice principal can't bend rules for family. She warns that further cover-up means both father and son leave Qinglong Academy. Realizing it's hopeless, Lin Kang declares Wang Yan violated rules and is expelled. Wang Yan stares blankly, stunned his own father pronounced his doom. Yet up close, Lin Kang whispers a promise of future revenge. They stage a public break and Wang Yan is dragged out of the academy. After the match, the board announces the top 8 freshmen of Qinglong Academy. Students buzz that Xi Xingyu, despite no backing, is now the fiercest contender. Murong Yangshuo reassures his sister, vowing to defeat Xingyu tomorrow to settle Yinnan Mountain. Murong Xin eyes Xingyu's name, hoping to beat him personally. Elsewhere, friends rush over with the news Xingyu officially made top 8. Xingyu only smiles to him. Top 8 is just the tutorial stage. In a distant corner, Lin Kang grits his teeth, warning Xingyu not to celebrate too soon. He has already ordered Xingyu's house smashed and set another trap. Hitting home after celebrating, Xingyu has no clue disaster awaits. Arriving, he freezes at the sight of his wrecked front door. He rushes inside shouting for his sister and little sister. Meng Meng bursts into tears the moment she sees him. She sobs that masked men kidnapped Nuo Xiu and left a letter. Xingyu calms her, but his eyes turn icy. This is aimed at him. The letter contains one line: go to Yinnan Mountain if you want to save her. Without hesitation, Xingyu dashes to Yinnan Mountain that very night. There he finds Nuo Xiu unconscious under a tree, the area eerily silent. A man in black steps out, warning that his sister isn't dead yet. Xingyu instantly deduces the mastermind is Lin Kang, Wang Yan's father. Lin Kang reveals killing intent, saying Xingyu ruined his son, so tonight he vanishes. He summons his massive beast, Renmo Jushang, to crush the opponent. He boasts its tyrant body state makes it immune to control and nearly unstoppable. Lin Kang sneers that Xingyu's one-star beast facing a beast king is suicide. Xingyu calmly replies that this time, the vice principal will be the disappointed one. Lin Kang mocks whether that weak wolf will just be dinner for Renmo Jushang. Xingyu summons his second beast, declaring it's time for Lulu to act. Instantly the sky darkens as monstrous demonic aura blankets the forest. Lin Kang pales, realizing this aura far exceeds his expectations. A fox beauty appears, lazily stretching as if rudely woken from a nap. She grumbles about being disturbed and demands compensation for lost sleep. Xingyu points at Renmo Jushang, telling Lulu to kill the bear and sleep, all she wants after. Sensing danger, Lin Kang decides to strike before things spiral. He orders Renmo Jushang to charge straight at Xingyu. Dalu merely glances coldly at the incoming bear like it's a mild annoyance. With total indifference, she casually unleashes Tian Zai Jian. In under a second, Renmo Jushang turns to stone, frozen mid-rampage. Lin Kang recoils in horror. Before him stands the nationally wanted beast Emperor Zhu Weiyahu. He threatens that contracting a national criminal will doom Xingyu. Xingyu sneers, summoning her openly means he never planned to let Lin Kang leave alive. Lin Kang roars that the gap between a 1-star and 6-star beast tamer is unbridgeable. He erupts with spiritual power, cracking the stone on Renmo Jushang's head. The monster flexes, shattering the petrification layer by layer. Fully freed, Renmo Jushang howls with sky-killing intent. Xingyu calmly tells Lulu to handle the bear and promises premium snacks as payment. Lin Kang laughs, claiming no fox can change the fact Xingyu is only 1-star. Purple spiritual power explodes as he vows to show the despair between 1 and 6 stars. Renmo Jushang stomps, making the forest quake violently. It swings its massive weapon, killing aura echoing across Yinnan Mountain. Xingyu senses the fog cloaking the field as dark element power. He realizes the beast feeds on living blood to sustain its strength. It clicks years of missing beasts in Longyin were Lin Kang's doing. A skull emblem appears on Lin Kang's face as he gleefully declares, "Hell send them to hell." Xingyu recognizes it, the mark of the infamous Red Skull Guild of Dark Tamers. Exposed, Lin Kang coldly says that now Xingyu must die even more. Dalu warns Xingyu's current spiritual power is too low for her strongest skills. Without hesitation, Xingyu swallows a Longling Dan to forcibly boost his power. Massive spiritual energy detonates inside him, making him scream in agony. As the drug spreads, Xingyu shouts Lulu's name to counterattack. Dalu answers instantly, stepping forward to shield her master. Meanwhile, Renmo Jushang charges wildly with dark spiritual force. Xingyu roars, activating Shishu Tong Lu to unlock his beast power. Lulu fully transforms, revealing the colossal true form of Zhu Weiyahu. The fox raises her head and howls, demonic aura blanketing the cliffs. After the howl, a gigantic eye condenses in the sky with crushing pressure. The eye locks onto Renmo Jushang's heart. Oblivious, the bear keeps charging and roaring. Once locked, the eye fires a beam piercing straight through the beast's armor. The force even pierces Lin Kang behind it, making him scream in pain. Collapsing, Lin Kang shouts unwillingly about the Dark Guild. Flames erupt and incinerate him completely, ending the battle beneath Yinnan's cliffs. After victory, Xingyu staggers from the brutal backlash of Longling Dan. His consciousness fades, faintly hearing Dalu call master. Panicked, Dalu shakes him, terrified he won't wake again. She even slaps him hard to force him conscious. Suddenly, footsteps echo in the night, putting Dalu on alert. Before reacting, a hand grabs her throat and lifts her. Lightning flashes, revealing the newcomer's face. It's Nuo Xiu gripping the Zhu Weiyahu with terrifying aura. She coolly notes this is a beast emperor fox contracted to her little brother. Dalu is shaken, she has never felt such dreadful bloodline pressure. Nuo Xiu signals silence, forbidding her to speak. She coldly says Dalu doesn't need to know her true identity. Then she releases her and walks towards Xingyu. Seeing her unconscious brother, she gently says she's just his sister. Nuo Xiu places a hand on his chest, channeling spiritual power to heal him. Dalu anxiously asks about Xingyu's condition. Nuo Xiu diagnoses a backlash from excessive spiritual enhancement drugs. She assures that with a few days' rest, Xingyu will fully recover. After finishing the healing, Nu Shu quietly rises. Her gaze sharpens suddenly as if about to rewrite reality. She chants strange tones activating Longzhu Jingyu. The sound seeps deep into the forest where the battle occurred. Wherever it passes, destruction reverses as if nothing ever happened. Dalu is stunned. This is a pureblood Dragon Clan battle skill. Nuishu states all traces are erased aside from them. No one will know. Dalu guesses only a Bai Jin Long would possess such scales. Nuishu releases Yin Long pressure, warning Ju Wei Yao Hu to stay absolutely loyal to her brother. She coldly adds that betrayal will bring catastrophic consequences. She even threatens to chop off all 9 of Dalu's tails if she wavers. Before leaving, she forbids Dalu from revealing her true identity to Xing Yu. Xing Yu later wakes in a hospital room, seeing Nuishu beside him. As he tries to ask about that night, Nuishu shoots him a guarded look. She claims she woke in Yinnan Mountain and found him unconscious and drenched in sweat. Confused, she carried him down the mountain for treatment. Xing Yu secretly sighs in relief. The scene must have been perfectly cleaned. Ru Yan enters, saying Xing Yu was unconscious for 3 days and missed the semifinals and finals. She reveals the top 2 are Murong Xin and Murong Yang Shuo, meaning Xing Yu effectively forfeited the top rank. Xing Yu counters, asking if it isn't strange he appeared at Yinnan Mountain. In the ward, both he and Nuishu tense up awaiting the answer. Ru Yan thinks long, then sighs heavily. She finally reveals Vice Principal Wang has also been missing for 3 days. Nuishu stares at Ru Yan with killing intent if she dares harm Xing Yu. Ru Yan assures she'll investigate but believes Xing Yu is innocent and the academy needs a new vice principal anyway. Xing Yu realizes the principal is choosing to stand by him. Ru Yan then shifts to her real topic, the Super Rising Star Tournament. It's a grand event hosted by Qinglong, Baihu Juku, and Shanwu Academies. Each academy sends 3 genius freshmen to compete. Qinglong's current number 1 is Ye Shuangning, but last year she lost to Li Mucheng of Baihu. Ru Yan wants Xing Yu to represent them and reclaim glory. Xing Yu calmly asks for the entry conditions first. Ru Yan says contestants need at least 2 beasts and reach 2-star beast tamer. She believes Xing Yu's potential can meet the standard in a month. Moved by her trust, Xing Yu vows not to disappoint her. He confidently declares the Super Rising Star Championship will be his. That night, Xing Yu ventures deep into Yinnan Mountain to power up. He knows Dalu can't appear publicly, so Haifeng must level fast. Moreover, Haifeng is only level 3, hardly competitive at high-tier events. Reaching a clearing, Xing Yu decides Haifeng will evolve tonight. At the summon, Haifeng appears amid blazing crimson flames. Xing Yu takes out piles of phyrelement herbs and evolution materials prepared earlier, plus rewards from past battles and competitions. He heaps them together and orders Haifeng to devour everything to trigger evolution. Haifeng opens wide and sucks all items into his belly. Immediately, his body begins a violent transformation. Flames erupt across him, forcing Xing Yu to cheer him on to endure. Dalu stands guard outside, preventing deviation or backlash. Haifeng's eyes grow feral as evolution enters its danger phase. Xing Yu calls the beast taming system to check Haifeng's status. The system displays an evolution progress bar climbing rapidly. It finally halts at 99, making Xing Yu hold his breath. Stuck at 99, Xing Yu worries Haifeng might fail at the final step. Suddenly, a powerful paw steps from the violet flames, evolution complete. Xing Yu cheers as Haifeng successfully evolves. The data shows his now Dainyu Yu Minglang, bearing hell and epic bloodlines. Dalu gasps at the awakened demon suppression attribute, ridiculously rare. She inwardly marvels that Xing Yu's talent is truly abnormal. Xing Yu hugs Haifeng in joy while Dalu reminds him he still needs a 3rd contract beast. Xing Yu grows serious, plotting his next move. Yanran hears about it and offers to take Xing Yu to choose a beast for the Super Rising Star. Xing Yu shyly thanks her for the help. Yanran laughs it off, buying a beast for her little brother is nothing. She brings him into a shop and tells him to pick freely. The owner Sanyang warmly greets her regulars. Yanran states plainly they want a strong beast for a major tournament. Sanyang begins showcasing various beasts. First, she presents the Hong Spider Ren with fierce attack power. Then agile fighters like Jingzi Wen Mao. Yanran waves off the cheap options and demands premium stock. Sanyang opens a private room housing her best beasts. They enter a display filled with high-quality creatures. Sanyang introduces Di Shu Chao Shanjia with monstrous defense. Next comes Sanyan Bawangxi with terrifying venom and firepower. Even Bingu Diao with legendary bloodline is brought out. Yet Xing Yu remains unsatisfied, they lack hidden bloodlines. Sanyang asks in surprise what kind of beast he truly wants. Just then, a delivery arrives with a new cage. Inside are 2 tiny spirits that catch Xing Yu's eye. He recognizes them as spirit-type beasts. He wonders why such weak spirits are sold as battle beasts. Yanran explains they're usually pets for nobles. Suddenly, Xing Yu senses unique energy from one of them. The system displays her name Shu Yuan Su Xiao Jingling Freya. Hidden within her is a mythical angel bloodline, shocking Xing Yu. Seeing him frozen, Yanran calls out, but has already decided. He immediately says he wants to buy this little spirit. Sanyang and Yanran both misunderstand his intentions. Xing Yu clarifies he wants to contract her for her rare angel bloodline. After purchasing Freya, he takes her back to Yinnan Mountain. Gently, he asks if she's willing to contract and become his beast. After hesitation, Freya grabs his finger, agreeing to the pact. She absorbs his blood, and the blood contract forms official teammates now. Xing Yu happily asks if she truly acknowledges him as master. Upon touching her, he feels the intimate bond solidify. He takes out a bloodline awakening crystal, saying it could trigger her evolution. Freya cautiously approaches and touches the crystal. She picks it up and swallows it under Xing Yu's hopeful gaze. Instantly, her body trembles as terrifying energy erupts within. Pain like thousands of lightning bolts courses through her tiny frame. Knowing this is critical, Xingyu can only encourage her to endure. The surging energy forms a colossal pillar of light shooting skyward. Dalu appears at once, guarding Xingyu from the violent power. A vortex of light surrounds Freya, shaking wildly. Evolution near completion. Within the glow emerges a maiden silhouette with pure white angel wings. As the light fades, Freya stands revealed in majestic angelic form. The system confirms she evolved into Shengguang Tianxi Shou with mythical bloodline. Xingyu is moved, imagining that at 9-star beast tamer she might become a 12-winged angel. He suddenly realizes he never gave her an official name. Xingyu decides to keep the name Freya for his newly awakened spirit. Freya kneels on one knee before Xingyu, pledging absolute loyalty. Dalu sighs that Xingyu's power is inching closer to supernova tournament level. Xingyu grins, eyeing his next upgrade, officially becoming a 2-star beast tamer. A furious death slam explodes inside the teacher's office. Chen Qinian nearly chokes when Xingyu announces he wants the 2-star assessment. Xingyu calmly explains the upcoming supernova tournament demands a speedy promotion. Qinian recalls the Murong brothers just passed too, and starts reconsidering. He agrees if Xingyu's spirit power score hits the mark. Under every teacher's stare, Xingyu takes the spirit power meter. The numbers on the device begin climbing steadily. It finally stops at a 2583. The teacher's gape. This score crushes the usual benchmark. Qinian notes that most 2-star beast tamers sit between 2,000 and 3,000 spirit power. Acknowledging Xingyu's talent, he approves his participation in the assessment. Xingyu heads straight for Blood Mist Gorge, the trial's deadly venue. A helicopter carries him over barren mountains toward the challenge site. Standing at the cabin door, Xingyu peers down into the abyss below. Ru Yan's voice crackles through his earpiece. The assessment is about to begin. Qinian warns the gorge is packed with dangerous demonic beasts and tells him to call for help if needed. To pass, he must cross the entire Blood Mist Gorge. Without hesitation, Xingyu leaps from the helicopter into the battlefield. In the control room, panic rises. There's a 3rd-tier blood demon spider lurking below. After last night's storm, Chi Shui Swamp is swarming with emerging beasts, turning it into a living death trap. The moment he lands, Xingyu finds himself surrounded by giant iron-clawed crocodiles locking onto him. The system panel identifies them as elite primal form beasts with monstrous bites and lethal venom. Watching remotely, Qinian worries this pack alone could force any candidate to quit. Trapped with no escape, Xingyu calls out to Freya, knowing only she can break the deadlock. The contract seal flares gold, and the crocodiles freeze under instinctive bloodline pressure. Freya descends in radiant light, angelic wings spread wide, feathers falling like a prelude to slaughter. Ruyan is stunned. Xingyu doesn't just have Haifeng, has contracted a second beast. Freya immediately casts Holy Light Guard to shield her master. If Xingyu falls, it's game over. Qinian is shaken. This is a mythic bloodline angel beast, nearly unheard of in Long Yin. They speculate about Freya's origins, but the existence of such a bloodline makes zero sense. In the end, Qinian admits Xingyu specializes in turning the impossible into routine, true beast tamer style. Back in the swamp, as crocodiles charge wildly, Xingyu signals Freya to end it. Obeying, Freya raises her light blade and unleashes Cross Radiant Slash. The cross-shaped strike falls like divine judgment, instantly crushing dozens of crocodiles. Qinian stares in disbelief. One move cleared the field, pure mythic bloodline domination. With the swamp cleared, Xingyu asks Freya to carry him across to save time. Instead of answering, she wraps an arm around his waist, leaving him utterly confused. She scoops him up bridal style and shoots into the sky, while he malfunctions midair. Being princess carried across the swamp in public makes Xingyu blush in pure embarrassment. Landing at the next point, they face a cave oozing dense demonic energy, bad news incarnate. The moment they approach, thousands of tiny spiders pour out like a living waterfall. Thick red webs spread everywhere, turning the battlefield into a lethal maze. Realizing the danger, Xingyu warns Freya before they're completely surrounded. Freya responds by swinging her blade, forming a blazing cross of light to purge the swarm. The intersecting slashes erupt with terrifying force, leaving even Xingyu wide-eyed at the power. At that moment, a gigantic spider crawls from the shadows, its bloody aura freezing the air solid. The monster roars in fury, clearly offended by these two trespasser snacks. The system tags it as a mature blood demon spider, famous for iron armor and lethal prison webs. Xingyu quickly recalls their pack creatures, meaning dozens more are lurking inside. Before he can think further, the giant spider lunges to crush him outright. From the control room, Qinian is stunned that Freya's primal form can damage a higher-tier beast. On the battlefield, the blood demon spider's relentless assault forces Xingyu into non-stop dodging. Knowing Freya can't hold off the swarm alone, Xingyu activates the seal and summons Haifeng. Haifeng appears in a burst of savage aura that floods the cave, instantly shifting the balance. Freya and Haifeng stand before their master, ready to risk it all to hold the line. Ruyan urgently reminds Xingyu the goal is to pass, not exterminate every beast. Xingyu ignores that advice and orders Haifeng to unleash Hell Howl. As the skill activates, destructive pressure surges, shaking the entire battlefield. Sensing imminent danger, the blood demon spider pack turns wary of the rising power. Feeling Haifeng's threat, the spiders counterattack in unison to shut down the retaliation. Wrapped in dense venomous webs, Haifeng is trapped as the battlefield space locks tight. One blood demon spider seizes the opening, preparing a decisive control strike. A stream of toxic silk hits Haifeng's hind leg, instantly binding and immobilizing him. Snared mid-siege, Haifeng is forced into a passive state, unable to counter. Seeing their prey restrained, the spiders barrage more webs to fully cocoon Haifeng. Realizing the peril, Xingyu orders Freya to activate Holy Light Guard and commands Haifeng to strike back. Freya and Haifeng erupt simultaneously, their energies merging into a single counterblow. An energy shield forms around Haifeng, instantly shredding the binding webs. From that defense, a vortex of power tears straight into the encircling spiders. In moments, the entire Blood Demon spider pack is wiped out, battle over. Xingyu glances at the pile of spider corpses and scoffs. This trial was weaker than expected. But just as he relaxes, the ground beneath him begins to quake violently. The cave wall ahead explodes, debris flying everywhere as something massive stirs. From the rubble, an enormous spider slowly steps out, suffocating the battlefield with pressure. Xingyu instantly senses a complete form aura far beyond previous enemies. The system confirms it as a complete form abyssal demonic-eyed spider, evolved from the blood demon spider with terrifying power. Kinian urgently tells Xingyu to retreat. This monster is not within his league. Xingyu bristles at the warning, refusing to let all prior effort go to waste. He coldly declares that in this 2-star exam, God's fall and Buddha's drop, he will not retreat. Understanding his will, Haifeng and Freya launch a coordinated strike at the abyssal demonic-eyed spider. Yet the beast's armor barely registers the combined assault. Kinian grows more anxious as Xingyu stubbornly fights despite the vast power gap. The observers repeatedly urge him to quit. His current strength can't slay that monster. Instead, Xingyu laughs. The stronger the foe, the more thrilling the challenge. He announces he'll break his limits by personally defeating this complete form beast. Xingyu immediately deploys a tactic, ordering Haifeng to circle behind for a sneak attack. Haifeng melts into the shadows, moving in from the rear. Meanwhile, the abyssal demonic-eyed spider fires venomous silk at Xingyu to end things swiftly. Xingyu calmly commands Freya to guard him while signaling Haifeng to strike. Haifeng suddenly appears behind the spider and unleashes a lethal ambush. The blow crashes onto the monster's back, aiming to shatter its defenses. The abyssal demonic-eyed spider reacts instantly, swatting Haifeng flying like a rag doll. Seeing Haifeng blasted away, Xingyu shouts in panic for his teammate. The brutal countershock spreads, forcing all three to endure the monster's crushing pressure. Even slammed into a wall, Xingyu and his beasts refuse to lose fighting spirit. Xingyu even raises a hand to mock the spider, deliberately baiting its attention. That blatant disrespect sends the abyssal demonic-eyed spider into a frenzy. It pours all its power into spewing venomous silk to crush Xingyu outright. But Xingyu has already mounted Haifeng for a tactical retreat, with the giant monster chasing close behind. Hounded nonstop, Xingyu realizes endless running will only end in exhaustion. Watching the enemy's health bar slowly drop, he suspects it's burning its own life force. Noticing the back wound and fading silk color, Xingyu deduces each web costs it vital essence. With Haifeng injured and unable to keep sprinting, Xingyu has Freya airlift him from danger. Freya carries Xingyu skyward, narrowly dodging another lethal strike. Seeing the health bar dip again, Xingyu laughs. Has finally cracked the weakness. He hatches a taunt strategy, ordering Haifeng to spit at the spider to enrage it. Haifeng obliges, repeatedly spitting and making the spider both disgusted and furious. The plan works. The abyssal demonic-eyed spider is fully provoked. In rage, it fires 4 streams of venomous silk at once to obliterate the trio. Xingyu commands Haifeng to use shadow stealth to dodge and counter unexpectedly. From above, Xingyu confirms each silk attack drains even more of its health. He concludes that once its silk runs dry, the monster will be a lamp out of oil. Xingyu shifts tactics, telling Haifeng to focus solely on harassment to force constant silk use. Haifeng keeps changing positions, making target lock nearly impossible. Every time silk flies, Haifeng leaps away, squeezing more blood from the spider's veins. At one point, toxic silk nearly snares Haifeng's hind leg midair, but with agile maneuvers, Haifeng slips free once again. Sensing the moment, Xingyu orders Haifeng to activate demonic power while Freya amplifies Holy Light Guard. From the helicopter, Kinian and Ruyen finally pinpoint Xingyu's location. Kinian anxiously wants to intervene, but Ruyen decides to keep watching. The battle drags on for 7 grueling hours without a clear victor. Though exhausted, Xingyu sees the spider's health nearly depleted. Victory is a matter of time. He also realizes it's defending the cave desperately, meaning treasure must lie within. The abyssal demonic-eyed spider unleashes a massive torrent of venomous silk to end it all. At the critical moment, Xingyu orders Haifeng to counter with Hell Howl. Haifeng pours in every ounce of strength, blasting raw energy straight into the spider. Xingyu notices the beast has run out of silk and yells that the finishing window is open. He commands Haifeng to execute the final move, Hellfire Lotus. After 2 consecutive fatal blows, the abyssal demonic-eyed spider seems defeated. Yet before fully dying, the monster desperately launches one last counterattack. Haifeng and Freya immediately shield their master from harm. Xingyu roars for them to drop defense and annihilate it with everything they have. Haifeng soars skyward and unleashes his strongest strike upon the spider. This time, the abyssal demonic-eyed spider loses all ability to resist. Xingyu collapses to the ground in relief, praising Haifeng and Freya between breaths. Convinced a treasure lies inside, Xingyu decides to lead the team into the cave. Right then, Dinsu urgently warns that even in death, the spider may still move briefly. Turning back, Xingyu is horrified to see the defeated spider charging again. With its dying breath, the monster roars, shaking the entire cave violently. Hearing Xingyu recall his promise never to harm her, Freya remembers the moment he chose to trust her. Without hesitation, Freya charges straight at the demonic beast blocking the cave entrance. A surge of holy light erupts as Freya accelerates to the limit and slams straight into the target. The impact blasts the beast away from the cave entrance, dragging it across the ground. Freya follows up, launching it into the air as the monster howls in agony. A second later, the beast explodes under the overwhelming holy radiance. Xingyu stares in shock, wondering if Freya just self-awakened a 10-star skill. Overjoyed, he hugs Freya tight, leaving her helplessly enduring the enthusiasm. With danger gone, they return to the cave to find what the spider died protecting. Xingyu discovers a rare seed, the precursor to the skyfox vine, an ancient bloodline plant beast. He beams at the thought that, if nurtured well, it could reach the ultra-rare mysterious divine grade. Dalu reminds him the cultivation conditions are brutal and require heaps of rare resources. Xingyu can only groan this seed sounds harder to raise than a spoiled noble lady. He tries persuading Dalu to help gather materials, citing her former emperor existence. Dalu instantly explodes, accusing him of suggesting she beg for divine ability beast fertilizer. Xingyu awkwardly laughs and scrambles to calm her down. Suddenly, a loud noise outside the cave snaps Xingyu into alert mode. It's the Academy helicopter. Kenyan calls out to confirm is alive. Xingyu replies that he survived the life-or-death battle in one piece. 2 weeks later in Xiling City, the nationwide Beast Tamer tournament officially begins. Amid roaring crowds, Xingyu feels the electrifying atmosphere. The Murong siblings also arrive at the arena. Xingyu greets them cheerfully, keeping things friendly. But when he calls Murong Xin by her nickname Lu Jin, her brother bristles instantly. Yangshu nearly charges at Xingyu, thinking he's teasing his sister. Luckily, Xin stops her brother before chaos erupts. She calmly shares that her beast has evolved and awakened a new attribute. Yangshu freezes seeing his sister chatting so warmly with Xingyu. His imagination runs wild, feeling like his little sister is being stolen away. He can only look skyward and lament what he assumes is her budding romance. Xingyu and Xin exchange helpless looks and decide to ignore him. Xingyu shifts focus, curious about their first-round opponent. Right then, Dinsu appears to announce the draw results. Their first opponent is White Tiger Academy, longtime rival of Azure Dragon. A mocking voice suddenly echoes from behind. It's Qingyu from White Tiger Academy, clearly here to provoke. She mentions rumors about Azure Dragon's trump card, someone controlling both angel and hell beasts. Rian fires back, refusing to let their academy be belittled. Xingyu notes the two deans were childhood rivals, fueling the tension further. Suddenly, news of the Empress' arrival throws the entire area into an uproar. Qingyu still sneers, vowing White Tiger will crush Azure Dragon. Ruyan quickly leads Xingyu and the team to welcome the Empress. The arena gates slowly open as dazzling light pours in. A radiant cloud appears in the sky, drifting closer. Within the glow, a colossal beast silhouette carries a regal figure. The crowd erupts in unified cheers upon recognizing the arrival. The Empress of Longu, the most beautiful and powerful woman in the nation, has arrived. Seeing Freya charge recklessly, Xingyu panics and shouts for her to return. But Dalu cuts him off immediately, unwilling to hear another bizarre plan. Hearing Xingyu tease his sister, Yangshu nearly spits out his drink in fury. Earlier in battle, Haifeng escaped toxic webs thanks to extreme agility. Xingyu had realized the spider's silk supply was nearly exhausted. The decision to unleash Hellfire Lotus then created the opening to finish it. Haifeng poured everything into that final aerial strike. Only after that victory did Xingyu truly breathe easy, having survived a deadly trial. Thanks to that victory, they were able to discover the precious seed inside the cave. But the dean had warned that even dead beasts might launch one final strike. Sure enough, the spider rose again, nearly throwing everything into chaos. Its last roar shook the entire cave violently. In that perilous instant, Xingyu still managed to order Freya to prepare a retreat. The Empress of Longo, Shangguanlan, arrives riding a domineering white Qulin, silencing the arena instantly. Her stern gaze sweeps over the students, imperial pressure weighing heavily in the air. Xingyu is awestruck seeing the strongest beast tamer of Longu in person. The Qulin lands gracefully as Shangguanlan steps down with absolute majesty. Spotting the 11-star medal on her, Xingyu realizes the power gap is a bottomless abyss. Xingyu's demon god Eye immediately attempts to analyze the Empress beast. The system only reveals 7-colored holy Qulin at Godslayer body tier with creation-grade quality, the rest is hidden. Xingyu understands the disparity is too vast for his ability to fully read her data. He suspects the Empress surely commands more than just this one terrifying beast. Dalu confirms that Shangguanlan possesses even stronger demonic beasts. Xingyu also senses an extremely ancient spiritual aura around her. He is shocked to recognize it as pure dragon force. Records state only pureblood dragon Phoenix and Qulin clans carry creation bloodlines. Among them, dragons were strongest but supposedly extinct for centuries. Thus, dragon force on the Empress makes Dalu question secrets behind the dragon extermination war. As speculation brews, Shangguanlan coldly orders the competition to begin. Rian announces Xingyu as Azure Dragon Academy's first contestant. His opponent is Lin Tianxi, son of the Sword Tiger Guild president. Both step onto the arena as the referee declares the match start. Xingyu summons Haifeng while Tianxi calls forth a giant sandburial crimson python. From the stands, Yangshu reminds that elemental restraint could decide the battle. Tianxi immediately orders the crimson python to launch a preemptive strike. A massive sandstorm barrels toward Xingyu and Haifeng. Xingyu doesn't dodge, commanding Haifeng to counter with Hell Howl. The powers collide, but the crimson python gains ground thanks to attribute advantage. Tianxi smugly declares Xingyu cannot win and urges surrender. Xingyu calmly chats about the weather, utterly confusing his opponent. He claims 2 moves are enough to finish the match. Tianxi is shaken by that bold confidence. Xingyu suddenly orders Haifeng to fire Hell Howl straight into the sky. The hellfire shoots upward, generating intense heat. Even the Empress guards fail to grasp the true purpose. Shangguan Lan immediately sees through it. Xing Yu is exploiting the clouds she created. Soon after, rain begins to fall from the sky. Tianxi panics and orders an attack upon realizing Xing Yu's scheme. Xing Yu laughs. The timing to stop him has already passed. The rain soaks the battlefield, nearly nullifying the Crimson Python's sand abilities. Seizing the moment, Xing Yu orders Haifeng to unleash Hellfire Lotus. Haifeng ascends and slams the attack down onto the Crimson Python. Unable to resist, the Crimson Python collapses and Xing Yu wins in just 2 moves. After Hellfire Lotus, Tianxi and his Python lie unconscious as the crowd marvels at Xing Yu's rain tactic. Empress Shangguan Lan finally speaks, praising Xing Yu's rare intellect and timing. After confirming his clean background, she sends him the first invitation to Imperial Soul Training. Back in the stands, Yang Shu and Murong Xinshin commend Xing Yu's clean victory. Dean Su publicly praises him as well, promising rewards upon returning to the academy. Suddenly, Delu tells Xing Yu she senses the aura of phoenix tail grass nearby. Xing Yu is startled. This rare herb usually grows only on distant borderlands. Xinshin asks if he'll stay for the next match, but Xing Yu makes an excuse to leave. Seeing his sister brushed off, Yang Shu flares up again, forcing Xing Yu to hurriedly smooth things over. Before he leaves, Xinshin softly asks him to stay and meet her after the match. The moment Xing Yu exits, the next match begins. Murong Xinshin vs. Zhou Wei. Elsewhere in Xiling City, citizens welcome the returning border army. Xing Yu squeezes through the crowd to watch the victorious troops re-enter the city. The system displays War Beast Gai Huang, a mythic bloodline Emperor War Colossus. Xing Yu is stunned seeing its loyalty exceed 100, proof of countless life and death battles. Delu explains it belongs to City Lord Zhou Sheng, guardian of the western frontier. She even urges Xing Yu to seek phoenix tail grass from him, since it grows in that region. Observing closely, Xing Yu notices something off about Si Huang. Its limping gait makes him suspect the massive beast is ill. Xing Yu suddenly shouts before the crowd that Shi Huang is sick and he can cure it. The city lord sternly questions how a mere youth dares such a claim. Xing Yu introduces himself as an apothecary and precisely lists symptoms, startling Zhou Sang. The city lord admits many famous doctors have failed to heal Si Huang. Xing Yu identifies the culprit as parasitic sand networms infesting its body. Impressed yet cautious, Zhou Shang asks if he can cure it completely. Xing Yu suggests moving somewhere quiet to brew medicine, and the city lord agrees. Xing Yu realizes this is a golden chance for herbs and powerful connections. At the city lord's residence, he refines the purple spirit essence formula. He explains how the medicine eradicates sand networms both internally and externally. Zhou Shang personally feeds Si Huang the potion without prior testing. The effect is immediate as Shi Huang falls into deep sleep. Sand networms begin crawling out from its body. Astonished by the miracle, Zhou Shang's attitude toward Xing Yu shifts completely. Xing Yu even gifts an extra prescription for treating other war beasts in the army. In return, he only requests phoenix tail grass and firefly demon flower, deepening Zhou Shang's gratitude. Invited to stay for a meal, Xing Yu declines, rushing back for his teammates' match. Hearing of the tournament, Zhou Shang decides to attend and pay respects to the empress. Back at the arena, Xinshin and Zhou Ye's battle has already lasted an hour. Xing Yu is surprised to see them still fighting fiercely. Zhou Yi mocks Xinshin, claiming she's clearly outmatched yet stubbornly clinging on. Despite the ridicule, Xinshin grits her teeth, unwilling to lose before Xing Yu returns. Just as she nears exhaustion, Xing Yu appears behind the stands, drawing her glance. Xing Yu activates Demon God Eye and sees both sides nearly out of spirit power. The data shows Xinshin's Snow Spirit Fian possesses mythic bloodline and demon eye talent. He also notes Zhou Ye's beast can create up to 12 clones. The evil pupil Blue Wolf uses ocular arts to form clones capable of real damage, prolonging the fight. Xinshin unleashes Frozen Winter Bullet Barrage to break the stalemate, but the Blue Wolf swaps with a clone, causing every icy shot to miss. Snow Spirit Fiend takes to the air to maintain distance. Even so, it gets struck by the Blue Wolf, worsening the situation. The audience thinks no one can distinguish clone from real body, but Xing Yu spots the flaw. Knowing Xinshin can't tell, Xing Yu decides to gamble and guide her. He repeatedly fakes coughs as a coded signal. Xinshin quickly realizes Xing Yu is sending her a secret hint. Meanwhile, the evil pupil Blue Wolf prepares another strike from behind. Xinshin studies each wolf carefully and finally identifies the true body. She notices only the real one carries the authentic breathing rhythm of a battling beast. Seizing the weakness, she orders Snow Spirit Fiend to counterattack. The precise strike hits the true body, collapsing Zhou Ye's clone strategy. Zhou Yi panics as his secret is exposed and hurriedly tries cloning again. But after 2 consecutive critical blows, the evil pupil Blue Wolf loses all combat capability. The referee declares Murong Xinshin the winner, pushing Azure Dragon to a 20 lead. Back in the stands, Yang Shu and Xing Yu both congratulate her victory. Overjoyed, Xinshin hugs Xing Yu tightly, leaving him smiling awkwardly. Yang Shu panics, seeing his sister cling to Xing Yu right before his eyes. He explodes, warning Xing Yu to release his sister immediately. At White Tiger Academy's side, Zhou Yi returns pale with fear. Xing Yu snaps her cigarette in fury before her students. She orders the entire team to train overnight until they devise team tactics. From the VIP stand, City Lord Zhou Shang remarks that Xinshin has sharp combat instincts. But the Empress bluntly notes she only spotted the flaw thanks to Xing Yu's hint. Even so, the Empress values all 3 and decides to grant Imperial Soul training invitations. Rejoining the group, Xing Yu invites the siblings out for barbecue to celebrate. Right then, organizers deliver Imperial Soul training invitations to Xing Yu and Xinshin. Yang Shu explains it's a camp personally founded by the Empress to groom future pillars. Hearing that, Xingyu worries his blood contract secret with Da Lu might be exposed. Noticing his concern, Xin gently touches his face to reassure him. She tells him to stop overthinking and just enjoy the meal first. The three sit together in a small shop, savoring grilled meat. Xingyu jokes that heirs of the four great clans still eat street food like commoners. Seeing Xin suddenly gloomy, Xingyu asks about it, only for her to coldly say his being annoying. Xingyu cluelessly suggests checking her injury as a doctor, implying it's that time of month, instantly igniting the atmosphere. Yang Shu spits out his food and goes berserk, brandishing chopsticks at Xingyu, who scrambles back. Crushing a beer can, Yang Shu curses the weak alcohol and starts forcing heavy drinks to punish Xingyu. Unfazed, Xingyu orders the strongest liquor available, clearly ready to go all in. Provoked, Yang Shu challenges him to a drinking duel, vowing to drink him under the table. Ironically, after a brutal contest, it's Yang Shu vomiting nonstop outside the shop. Xingyu stays sober, while drunken Yang Shu still slurs warnings to treat his sister well. Xingyu laughs, teasing that Yang Shu's already acting like a brother-in-law despite denying it. Seizing the moment, Lu Jin shyly asks Xingyu to go shopping with her another day. Flustered but agreeable, Xingyu accepts, postponing until after tomorrow's match. Yang Shuo, sprawled on the ground, insists on tagging along, drunk yet stubborn. That night, Xingyu studies the rare seed and realizes he now has phoenix grass, lacking only one final ingredient. Unfortunately, the last requirement is divine bestiar manure, nearly impossible to obtain. As he sleeps, the seal on his hand glows faintly, signaling something unusual approaching. The next morning, the sun is high, yet Xingyu sleeps like the dead. A woman's hand shakes his face repeatedly, her familiar voice pulling him awake. Seeing Lulu in the flesh, Xingyu bolts upright in shock. Afraid the Empress might detect her, Xingyu pins Lulu to the wall to interrogate, and she claims urgent news forced her out. As Xingyu pats his chest absent-mindedly, Lulu coldly notes his grabbing the wrong chest. Regaining composure, Xingyu demands her true reason for leaving the beast emblem. Lulu reveals the Longyu Navy has captured the Calamity Ghost Python Medusa and will execute it in 3 days. She confesses Medusa is her friend, a divine bestiar being she cannot abandon. Xingyu is stunned that General Murong Jin could capture a divine beast, then realizes Lulu plans a rescue. When Lulu proposes cooperation, Xingyu instantly refuses. Storming naval headquarters equals suicide. Seeing her reluctance to give up, Xingyu firmly states that as her beastmaster, he won't let her throw her life away. Right as the argument hit boiling point, the system panel popped up with a shiny new quest. The mission: jailbreak Medusa for a dragon egg and fat points, but fail and Lulu's identity goes public. Ikes. Realizing exposure means dragging his family into danger, Xingyu gritted his teeth and weighed the risk. He finally played it cool, declaring he'd break Medusa out with Lulu because she's his beast and his family. Lulu was so touched, her loyalty to Xingyu rocketed straight to 90. News that the Navy would execute Medusa in 3 days on Icefire Island made Xingyu smell something fishy. Lulu explained only on a full moon can they harvest a complete divine python core crystal, hence the timing. As a mere 2-star beast tamer sneaking into Navy HQ, Xingyu had no plan B besides going all in. Scene shift: the battle arena, dramatically ringed by violently bubbling lava. Xingyu and Yang Shu arrived, staring at the bloodred lake as Xingyu fought nausea and questioned the creepy venue choice. Hearing a dragon supposedly died here, Xingyu instantly used his divine eye to scan the lava's depths. His gaze pierced the molten lake and caught a strange glow lurking below. The energy radiated intense dragon aura, clearly a scaly secret was hiding down there. Xingyu realized the energy was dragon mist, evolution fuel if a beast could absorb it. He calculated that with dragon mist, Haifeng would surely break through. Minor issue: it's under lava. The Murong brothers snapped him back to reality as the match was about to start before millions nationwide. Helicopters and cameras swarmed the arena as commentators officially kicked off the Super Rookie Team battle. At home, Xingyu's little sister cheered at the TV, convinced her brother would win this time. Back in the arena, roaring fans cranked the tension tight as a bowstring before release. Remembering his sister watching live, Xingyu clenched his fists, determined to show her his true strength. He summoned Haifeng at once, the beast bursting out with a roar that promised chaos. The Hell Nether Wolf Haifeng materialized behind Xingyu, fangs gleaming with savage intent. Yang Shu and Xin also summoned their beasts, ready for tight team coordination. The opponents bluntly declared they came to win, no drawn-out drama today. Their 2 beasts appeared: a giant python and a ferocious wolf. Xingyu noticed one enemy hadn't summoned anything yet, instantly sensing a trap. Before fully assessing the field, Yang Shu ordered Thunderstorm Lion Beast to strike first for momentum. The enemy stood still, but a shadow suddenly shot out from his side at blinding speed. Xingyu shouted a warning, realizing that thing was anything but normal. In a flash, the shadow sliced past Bai Meng, leaving a bloody gash and Yang Shu stunned. Landing, the creature revealed itself as a monkey radiating terrifying poison. Yang Shu recognized it as a multi-teleport beast, an absolute nightmare to counter. Seizing the advantage, the enemy python spewed a massive tornado straight into their line. The evil-eyed Azure Wolf instantly cast its eye technique, creating 3 clones in total chaos. A sandstorm swallowed visibility, making it nearly impossible for Xingyu's team to find the real wolf. The enemy ordered a focused assault on Hell Nether Wolf, aiming to knock Xingyu out first. Surrounded from 3 sides, Haifeng quickly accumulated serious wounds. Xingyu stayed calm and ordered Haifeng to break the tornado and escape the pressure. Obiang, Haifeng accelerated straight into the storm's eye like a suicidal missile. Roaring nonstop, he forced the tornado apart with sheer brute strength to clear a path. The man in black instantly countered with returning whirl darts, 3 poison blades flying at the target. The darts sank deep into Haifeng's body, making him howl in agony amid the storm. Xingyu immediately activated shadow form, letting Haifeng burrow underground to dodge the next volley. Realizing the enemy was hard targeting Xingyu, the team instantly formed a protective combo around him. Yang Shuo ordered Thunderstorm Lion Beast to call down Heavenly Lightning and wipe out Kang Lang's clones. Bolts struck true, dissolving the clones and forcing the real body to show up. Furious at the ruined plan, the man in black unleashed returning whirl darts again to keep the pressure on. Xin Qian's beast leapt in as a shield, taking the hit to guard Haifeng from a lethal strike. Xingyu didn't retreat. He commanded Haifeng to unleash demonic power and flip the board. Haifeng erupted with spiritual energy, wounds rapidly healing and leaving the enemy slack-jawed. Xingyu shot the opponents a confident look. This fight was only getting warmed up. The commentator nearly screamed as demonic power fully restored Hell Nether Wolf. Suddenly, the enemy's python shifted from fierce to terrified, as if sensing something unspeakable. Watching their beast panic under Haifeng's aura, the opponents realized demonic power could crush minds too. Seizing the moment, Haifeng unleashed Hellfire Lotus, flames roaring sky-high. Yangshu gawked. Haifeng fused fire, wind, shadow, and demonic attributes into one skill. On command, Haifeng spewed a massive sea of fire that swallowed the enemy line whole. The buzzcut hurriedly ordered the python to cast Sandstorm Dragon Twister to extinguish the blaze. A colossal tornado formed, vacuuming the air before slamming into the inferno. Instead, the flames exploded even fiercer, devouring the giant twister outright. The opponents froze wind counters fire, yet they were utterly overwhelmed. Xingyu sneered that before absolute power, elemental counters are just cute theories. At his command, the sea of fire detonated violently, shredding the remaining storm. Smoke and flames engulfed the arena, blinding everyone completely. As the haze cleared, the python reappeared scorched and severely wounded. The other 2 enemy beasts looked just as wrecked after the blast. Only then did Xin realize Xingyu hadn't shown his full strength yesterday. Xingyu mocked that White Tiger Academy was so weak he alone could handle 3. The man in black steadied his team, ordering them to ignore the taunts and stick to plan. All 3 commanded at once. The python launched another massive tornado at Haifeng. The poison monkey sprang up, hurling a barrage of toxic darts. Evil-eyed Azure Wolf lunged in with razor claws for a coordinated strike. Haifeng was instantly trapped in a 3-way assault, extremely dangerous. The opponents were certain that even demonic power couldn't save him this time. Yet Xingyu simply smiled calmly as if he'd rehearsed this scene. A blinding light suddenly burst in the middle of the battlefield. Rocks flew as Haifeng's colossal silhouette emerged from the dust. His body was wrapped in blazing armor, battle skill blazing sun armor. The enemy realized it could absorb attacks and convert them into defensive energy. Xingyu told them to look carefully. Something on the battlefield had vanished. Only then did they notice the Morong brothers' beast had silently disappeared. The poison monkey sensed something wrong too late. Xin Xian's beast descended from above, stomping straight onto it. It then unleashed all stored energy in one direct blast. The man in black raged, realizing his beast was about to be knocked out, and forced a new summon. He called forth his second beast, the rock giant, to rescue the field. Xingyu grinned. This was the plan all along, to bait out their strongest card. As the rock giant slammed down a mountain-heavy punch, Xingyu instantly ordered a counter. Freya appeared, casting a transparent light shield that blocked the crushing blow. The man in black panicked. He recognized the holy light angel beast, but far stronger than its initial form. Xingyu calmly declared his beasts were far beyond their imagination. Amid the chaos, Yang Heng's beast was knocked straight into the lava lake. Enraged at being outclassed, the enemy ordered the python to strike straight at Xingyu in revenge. Freya, standing beside Xingyu, vanished like a beam of light, proof they'd seriously underestimated her. Yang Heng sensed doom and screamed for Rock Giant to protect the sand-layered red python. Too late, Freya appeared before her target at terrifying speed, leaving only fading streaks behind. Without giving them a breath, Freya delivered a front kick straight into the python's body. The python failed to dodge and was blasted flying toward Rock Giant. The kick was so brutal even Rock Giant staggered back while catching its teammate. The strike was too fast for cameras. Production had to slow it down thousands of times to see it. Yang Shu gaped and Xingyu proudly named the move Lightspeed Kick, self-learned by Freya. The opponents grew uneasy, realizing even Rock Giant might not tank that hit. Xingyu calmly called out Yang Heng by name, tightening the air like a drawn blade. He coldly asked if they'd ever been kicked at light speed, silencing the entire arena. Still, the trio reassured themselves Freya could spam lightspeed moves endlessly. Zhouye quickly summoned Love War Drum to boost their combat power. Tianxi answered with Rampage Returning Tiger, joining the fray. The new beasts plunged in, turning the battlefield into instant chaos. On Xingyu's side, the Morong brothers went Alan to ensure he wouldn't fight alone. Xingyu directed Freya to dive straight at Rampage Returning Tiger. Yang Heng ordered Rock Giant to intercept and block Xingyu's plan. Meanwhile, the Morong brothers strained under relentless enemy assaults. Freya unleashed another lightspeed kick at Rampage Returning Tiger, catching it off guard. The beasts split into pairs, turning the arena into multiple mini-duels. Zhouye's Love War Drum struggled against Yang Shu's constant lightning strikes. After prolonged combat, the enemy trio began panting, spiritual power nearly drained. Zhouye realized the bad news: they were running dry while Xingyu still had reserves. Tianxi admitted he had enough power left for only one final skill. Yang Heng decided to gamble everything on a finishing ultimate. Xing Yu saw through it instantly and told his team to prepare their strongest counter. Rock Giant was ordered to gigantify, swelling larger and sturdier. Sand-layered Red Python cast endless yellow sand, forming a spiritual barrier around Rock Giant. Evil-eyed Azure Wolf used its eye technique to create dozens of Rock Giant illusions encircling the field. Xing Yu chuckled, had predicted this, and signaled his team to counter. Dozens of Rock Giant illusions charged together, surrounding Haifeng. Massive punches rained down like meteors, shaking the earth violently. Dust and debris exploded everywhere, plunging the arena into a thick haze. Before the enemy grasped it, Haifeng had been lifted into the air by two allied beasts. Smiling, Xing Yu ordered Haifeng to unleash the finishing blow. Under Yang Shua's command, Thunderstorm Lion Beast funneled all its lightning into Haifeng. Simultaneously, Bonewinge Bat Beast infused Fire Spirit power, feeding Haifeng two massive energies. Fully charged, Haifeng exhaled a colossal dragon-like blaze, diving toward the battlefield. The impact triggered a heaven-shaking explosion, smoke and rubble engulfing the arena. The devastating combo swept across, shattering countless rock giants into fragments. Shockwaves rippled through the arena, the ground quaking and surrounding waters surging wildly. As the smoke cleared, the battlefield emerged from its apocalyptic makeover. The rock giant illusions vanished, leaving only the true body unconscious on the ground. Evil-eyed Azure Wolf collapsed too, covered in wounds and unable to fight. Sand-layered Red Python shared the fate, scorched black and completely unconscious. Yang Heng, Zhou Ye, and Tianxi slumped to the floor, finally admitting defeat. The referee declared the match over, victory to Azure Dragon Academy. Overjoyed, Xing Yu spun Shin around mid-arena as the crowd erupted. Yang Shuo instantly blew up, seeing his sister hugged on camera, and rushed in to stop it. Amid the celebration, a voice suddenly called Xing Yu from behind. The three former opponents stepped forward, conceding his strength and accepting their loss wholeheartedly. In the stands, two deans shamelessly bragged about their academy's glory. Xing Yu even teased about poaching Xing Yu to her academy next year. Dean Su immediately summoned Xing Yu over, staking her claim in front of rivals. As he approached, she yanked him close before he could process anything. In a split second, his face was buried in her chest, leaving both him and the audience stunned. The scene was broadcast live to Nushu's home via TV. Seeing Xing Yu hug so tightly, Nushu crushed the remote in fury. That night, Xing Yu walked and chatted with the others, pretending to be drunk to fool them. The Murong brothers escorted him to his room, convinced he was out cold. The moment the door shut, Xing Yu opened his eyes to confirm he was alone. He activated his beast-taming badge and summoned Lulu, preparing to head to Dragonfall Lake. Xing Yu said had devised a way to save Medusa and needed Lulu to move tonight. To break her out, Lulu had to evolve, and the key was pure dragon mist. Lulu objected, saying ordinary beast emperors can't fuse dragon bloodlines. Xing Yu calmly insisted that if he had a method, evolution was absolutely possible. Though doubtful, Lulu wavered before Xing Yu's reckless proposal. Under the night rain, they quietly headed to Dragonfall Lake to begin the plan. Xing Yu told Lulu to guard with lake fire and take him down to the bottom. She wrapped her tail around him and plunged, nearly suffocating him with the speed. Following his guidance, they descended into the dark red depths. In thick darkness, Xing Yu kept adjusting direction to pinpoint the spot. They estimated only a few hundred meters remained to the hidden power source. At last, Lulu spotted the target and alerted Xing Yu. Before them lay a colossal dragon's skeleton resting on the lakebed, shocking them both. Xing Yu recognized it as the Heartguard bone, the dragon's hardest and most precious piece. The ring on his finger suddenly glowed, resonating with the skeleton. Golden light enveloped the bones and gradually shrank them down. Xing Yu stored the Heartguard bone in the ring and decided to head ashore to a forest cave for fusion. In a deep cave amid pouring rain, Xing Yu and Lulu prepared for the risky evolution. Xing Yu took out a red stone, saying this treasure plus the dragon bone would push her into nine-tailed dragon fox. Eyeing the glowing stone, Lulu suspiciously asked where he got such a rare treasure. Xing Yu added spirit pills and a Heartguard pill to boost success odds, hiding their system origin. He warned seriously that failing to fuse dragon bloodline could cause severe backlash. Lulu held his hand, asking if he was worried about her, then reaffirmed her dream to be the strongest beast tamer. She chose to risk evolution to save Medusa and escape the Empress' pursuit. Xing Yu cast aside hesitation and activated the ring to begin the fusion ritual. Lulu reverted to her massive fox form, ready to absorb the power. Xing Yu released the gigantic dragon bone from the ring before her. At his command, Lulu swallowed the dragon bone, fusion crystal, and Heartguard pill. Within seconds, violent changes erupted across her body. Dragon power made Lulu tremble, burning as if set ablaze. Unable to bear the energy pressure, she bolted out of the cave into the rain. Lulu rampaged through the forest, smashing trees to vent the explosive force. Xing Yu chased after her, constantly urging her to steady and control the fusion. Lulu's exploding power created such crushing pressure that Xing Yu couldn't even get close. On a hilltop, Lulu glared at the city below with pure hatred. A giant screen showed the Dragon Nation Empress, her sworn enemy. Rage pushed the dragon bloodline inside her further out of control. Xing Yu rushed in, shouting for her to stay sane. Revenge could wait. He warned that losing control now would shatter their entire plan. Swearing to grow strong beside her and face the world together, he slowly pulled her back to reason. Lulu roared one last time, erupting with energy that blasted Xing Yu away. He feared the fusion had failed. But when the light faded, the fox form vanished, replaced by a human figure. Lulu panted in her new form, evolution complete. Realizing Shed succeeded, Xingyu shouted in joy. The next second, Lulu lunged at him before he could react. She pinned Xingyu to the ground, emotions spilling over. Xingyu stared blankly, utterly confused. Blushing, Lulu scolded him. His earlier vow sounded exactly like a proposal. He stammered denial, but their dangerously close distance only made it worse. Next morning, Xingyu sat on a rock looking utterly drained after a chaotic night. He bitterly remembered dragon nature was notoriously lustful, so last night spiraled out of control. As he self-blamed, a hand suddenly reached from behind. Lulu appeared and grabbed his neck, mortified about last night. Xingyu hurriedly handed her clothes. She was still completely naked. He seriously declared that since it happened, he'd take responsibility for her life. In the end, he smiled and congratulated Lulu on her successful evolution. Checking her reflection on a phone, Lulu gasped dragon horns had grown on her head. Xingyu calmly confirmed the dragon bloodline fusion was complete. She examined herself further and found all old scars gone. The system updated, she had evolved into a god-level 9-tailed dragon fox with terrifying talents. Xingyu couldn't hide his thrill, had just created the world's first dragon blood-fused beast. He then reviewed the Medusa rescue plan and realized they had only one chance in 2 days. Xingyu asked Lulu if she had any doubts before they prepared. She questioned how a mere 2-star beast tamer could fight a 9-star powerhouse. Xingyu said he needed to refine a dragon spirit pill and required some of her dragon blood. Without hesitation, Lulu cut her hand and offered her blood. Xingyu panicked, yelling at her to stop hurting herself. He held her hand to his mouth to stop the bleeding, scolding her gently. The gesture made Lulu blush, first time seeing him so worried. The romantic mood shattered when Xingyu's phone suddenly rang. Busy checking it, he missed Lulu's crimson face. A message from Lu Jin invited him to the night market for barbecue. That evening, Yang Shu and his sister were already waiting when Xingyu arrived. Yang Shu sighed that he was dragged along by his sister. Xin Xin, in a pretty dress, scolded Xingyu for being late, making him flustered. He hastily lied about oversleeping after gaming. He then asked Lu Jin to help purchase some rare medicinal herbs. She agreed instantly, delighting Xingyu. He blurted, "I love you" to death, earning a loud cough from Yang Shu still standing there. Xin Xin cleverly shooed her brother away to be alone with Xingyu. Before leaving, Yang Shu pulled Xingyu aside for a private talk. He warned that if Xingyu crossed any line with his sister, there'd be consequences. Afterwards, Xingyu and Xin Xin went to a traditional herb shop for ingredients. Xin Xin paid for everything, and Xingyu promised to develop medicine to strengthen her beast. She shyly asked if he noticed anything different about her today. Xingyu pretended clueless, leaving her disappointed when Shed hoped for praise. Xin Xin sadly watched Xingyu walk away, her tiny hope quietly crushed. A black cat suddenly appeared, startling her so badly she fell. Xingyu checked and discovered Shed sprained her ankle. He immediately turned his back and told her to climb on for a piggyback ride. With no choice, Xin Xin let Xingyu carry her since she couldn't walk. The mood turned awkward as she lay on his back. Right then the sky decided to rain, ruining the budding romance. Xingyu sprinted like crazy with her on his back to escape the rain. They finally reached the hotel completely soaked. Seeing her wet dress clinging tightly, Xingyu hurriedly handed a towel and offered to treat the ankle. The question dragged Xin Xin back to a childhood sea voyage tragedy that changed her family. A tsunami struck, sea beasts swarmed the ship, she fell overboard, and her father lost an arm saving her. Compared to her father's sacrifice, her injury felt trivial, yet Xingyu knew tomorrow's jailbreak might endanger her family too. Xingyu tried to leave, but Xin Xin suddenly grabbed his hand, clearly not ready to let him go. Claiming her ankle still hurt, she asked him to help her to her room. He agreed awkwardly, clueless about the hint. After bathing, Xin Xin wondered if Shed been too obvious, her feelings practically written on her face. Suddenly Yang Shu appeared in the room, asking about her injury, startling her since she hadn't noticed him enter. He explained Xingyu asked him to check on her, because he had already left, completely missing her intentions. Yang Shu bluntly advised his sister that liking someone requires the right approach, not reckless shortcuts. Xin Xin nodded despite disappointment, though her eyes showed the Xingyu matter wasn't over. Elsewhere, Xingyu dove into preparation, summoning Dalu to help refine medicine overnight. The goal was simple, at least 2 dragon spirit pills to raise the odds of rescuing Meidasha. All night they split tasks. Xingyu handled ingredients while Dalu controlled spirit fire temperature. Near dawn, 2 perfect dragon spirit pills finally formed, lighting hope in Xingyu's eyes. After success, he decided to sleep briefly, since the dangerous journey would begin upon waking. Just as he lay down, Dalu suddenly stopped him, leaving Xingyu confused. She simply thanked him, knowing he was risking his life for people he wasn't obligated to save. After the short rest, Xingyu woke sharp as a drawn bow and declared the life-or-death mission had begun. Dalu still urged caution, saying saving Meidasha wasn't his responsibility. Xingyu flicked her forehead and replied she wasn't just a beast but family. Once he decided, he'd see it through. The firm word stunned Dalu, while Xingyu casually claimed he had his own motives anyway. Before leaving, he even arranged excuses for the academy, claiming he was visiting his sister for 3 days. At Azure Dragon Academy, Yang Shu announced Xingyu's leave, leaving training oddly missing its star. Xin Xin reacted immediately, eyes revealing suspicious thoughts. She excused herself early from training, while Yang Shu sensed something had changed between her and Xingyu. Evening fell on Bilan Coast, the sunset signaling the start of a dangerous voyage. Xingyu and Dalu stood ready at the shore to cross the ocean. He pointed toward Banghu Island, saying the fastest route was simply swimming straight there. Dalu protested instantly. She's a fox, not a shark, and long swims sound miserable. Instead of arguing, she decided to prove her idea and began gathering power for a skill. One palm strike churned the sea violently, her power shaking the entire water surface. Xingyu immediately told her to stop, realizing the commotion would attract every sea beast nearby. As planned, Da Lu locked onto a target and unleashed a move to snatch the prey that surfaced. Dragged from the sea was a massive horned fish, clearly a high-level sea beast. Xingyu recognized it as a level 1 lava tiger whale king, unlucky for it to meet Da Lu. After being bound by countless chains, the monster finally behaved. The two hopped onto its head, forcing it to ferry them straight to Manhua Island. Riding the beast, Da Lu asked if her master felt nervous about this not-so-simple trip. Xingyu admitted some worry, but closed his eyes to rest as never been one to turn back. Da Lu softly called his name, clearly wanting to say something before true danger began. Pretending nothing was wrong, she secretly vowed to protect Xingyu at any cost. Scene shifts to Banghu Island, where ice and fire coexist and where Meidusha awaits execution. In the Navy base, General Murong Jin read news of his children, believing they walked the path he hoped for. His gaze lingered on Xingyu's name, silently judging the boy's talent far from ordinary. Continental General Baiyu appeared, teasing that if he missed his kids, why not request leave? Baiyu stated plainly he was sent by the Empress to oversee Meidusha's execution, too important to risk error. He warned that outside forces were stirring, especially Yan Ming, who wouldn't give up. Murong Jin asked if Baiyu's arrival had been exposed. The latter only smiled knowingly. Baiyu coldly said if enemies knew two generals were present, they wouldn't even dare retreat alive. Murong Jin cut it short. No time left, the execution must proceed. A titanium transport chamber was lowered onto the execution ground, the sealed prisoner inside. The door opened. Meidusha, shackled tightly, was escorted before the troops. Under the cold moonlight, she was forced to kneel before the guillotine. Baiyu announced her crimes, saying surviving until today was the Empress' final mercy. Meidusha opened her eyes calmly and asked what crime she truly committed. She smirked, hinting at Shangguanlan's secret. If she died, that truth would be buried forever. Nearby, Xingyu and Da Lu had infiltrated the island, but only dared observe upon seeing two generals. Xingyu sensed the situation was even more complex. Other forces were lurking. Offshore waves surged violently, as if a major upheaval loomed. Murong Jin tensely ordered the execution to proceed, determined to end the chaos. After effort, the guillotine lock was raised, the death blade ready to fall. Meidusha taunted Shangguanlan, saying her death couldn't erase past sins. Despite restraints, she burst with spiritual power, vowing the truth of 2 centuries ago would surface. Her eerie aura affected nearby soldiers, causing pain and loss of control. One soldier was fully invaded by demonic energy, trembling like a puppet. Baiyu intervened instantly, shouting for everyone not to inhale the demonic aura. He unleashed woodlement power, whirlwinds, and giant vines locking down the area. Thorny vines tightened around Meidusha, preventing further expansion of her power. Baiyu sneered, admitting she was dangerous to cast illusions even while bound. Meidusha struck back verbally, recalling the Bai clan massacre and questioning his worthiness. Bai's face turned icy. She had clearly hit his sore spot. Amid the chaos, Yanming agents secretly approached the execution ground's power source. They subdued guards with guns, clearing a path for the rescue assault. Sensing exposure was near, they chose to detonate before discovery. A massive explosion rocked the execution ground, flames and smoke engulfing the area. Seeing chaos erupt, Yanming's crew unleashes their beast pets and dives into the brawl. Baiyu orders full defense mode and locks down the island, no one sneaking out. Murong Jin insists on executing Medusa, betting her death will scare off the attackers. Out of time, Xingyu tells Da Lu to move, officially kicking off the rescue raid. With waves roaring and factions revealed, Banghu Island is about to become a war zone. Da Lu blitzes the navy line so fast Murong Jin's men are sent flying before they blink. In the chaos, she grabs Medusa and rockets upward, intent on snatching her from the scaffold. She clears hundreds of meters like it's a hop, flexing strength far beyond her old self. Murong Jin spots a nine-tailed fox silhouette and realizes it's Longo's most wanted. Confused, Medusa is hushed by Da Lu, escaping first, questions later. Murong Jin erupts with spiritual power, vowing none of them will leave alive. At peak tension, part of the island bursts into flames, hinting at a new player. Baiyu notices the distant cliff and tells Murong Jin to hold up and watch. A black-clad figure stands boldly on the cliff, with Da Lu and Medusa behind. It's Xingyu in disguise, wearing Yanming's cloak to hide his identity. Sensing something off, Baiyu asks if the strange youth belongs to Yanming. Xingyu coolly replies they don't deserve his name, he's just here to take Medusa. Da Lu secretly applauds his acting, while Medusa doubts this weak beast tamer's nerve. Impatient, Murong Jin declares that whoever he is, invading Navy HQ means death. Baiyu, intrigued, thinks capturing the black-clad youth alive could mean big rewards. Xingyu scoffs, clearly mentally prepped for the inevitable showdown. His spiritual power suddenly surges severalfold, shocking even Medusa. He whispers to Da Lu that he can hold this state for 10 minutes. After that, she takes over his fate. Provoked, Murong Jin goes all out and orders a full assault. Troops and beast pets swarm forward, crushing pressure closing in on Xingyu's trio. In moments, they're cornered at the cliff's edge with only a deadly drop behind. Calm as ever, Xingyu tells Da Lu to attack while he guards Medusa. Da Lu's eyes sharpen, instantly time to unleash the real deal. She throws her head back and roars as Violet's spiritual power explodes outward. Lightning and crushing force slam the battlefield, stunning the enemy ranks. The overwhelming aura leaves soldiers gasping, barely able to stand. Even their beast pets foam and falter under the pressure. Nearby Yanming members feel it too. This blast plays no favorites. Murong Jin realizes the fox has evolved to a whole new tier. Bai Yu is horrified, sensing Dragon Clan power unseen for 2 centuries. Deeming Xingyu too dangerous, Bai Yu resolves he must not leave Bangho alive. He unleashes his power, cracking the ground and shaking the battlefield. A colossal ancient plant-type beast rises from the earth below. Before reacting, the trio finds themselves standing atop the monster's toothy maw. The beast snaps shut and swallows them whole before anyone can intervene. Xingyu, Dalu, and Medusa plunge deep inside the giant creature. Landing in its slimy stomach, Xingyu realizes they've walked straight into a trap. Medusa explains this is the inner realm of Huamoang Yuanzu, Bai Yu's ancient beast. As hordes of inner monsters close in, Dalu raises a violet barrier around them. Xingyu suddenly notices something deep within the beast's belly, his eyes lighting up. Spotting the beast's weak spot, Xingyu points and orders Dalu to fire Dragon Breath. Dalu condenses her spiritual power into a giant dragon phantom and blasts the marked spot. Outside, Huamoang Yuanzu's body bulges grotesquely bullseye on the kill point. Before anyone can react, Bai Yu's beast explodes into chunks under horrified stares. In that instant, Dalu tears through the monster's belly and bursts out with Xingyu and Medusa. Bai Yu stands stunned. He can't believe the fox shredded Huamoang's stomach. Murong Jin realizes Dalu's dragon flame hard counters plants, even ancient bloodlines can't tank it. He demands Xingyu's identity, baffled that such power isn't on the strongman rankings. Standing atop Dalu's head, Xingyu only smirks, no answers coming. Murong Jin decides to capture him alive and toss him into the seabed prison for questioning. He summons the colossal Leviathan from beneath the sea. Leviathan unleashes a terrifying sonic wave straight at Xingyu. Dalu throws up a barrier, straining hard under the crushing force. Xingyu sweats Leviathan's destructive power is way beyond expectations. Leviathan keeps spamming sonic blasts, shaking the battlefield nonstop. Realizing defense won't cut it, Dalu counters with a massive dragon flame. The two forces collide, detonating in a sky-shaking explosion. Xingyu warns her the power boost lasts 3 more minutes, drag it out, and they're dead. Dalu immediately turns to retreat and save their skins. But Bai Yu sees through it and casts 10,000 vine web to block them. Countless vines lash out and bind Dalu tight. Bai Yu sneers, plant beasts don't feel pain, so their burn plan was flawed. Xingyu realizes they're trapped in a deadly pincer from all sides. Despite struggling, Dalu can't break the crushing vines. Meanwhile, Leviathan raises the giant 3-pronged trident for the finisher. The spear tip locks onto the bound Dalu execution style. At the critical moment, Xingyu orders Dalu to retract her power and drop the barrier. Confused but trusting, she obeys instantly. As the trident slams down, the two vanish from the spot. Bai Yu is shocked the fox ditched defense and still escape. Murong Jin remains confident no one survives Leviathan's 3-pronged trident. Then the sea below begins to churn strangely. A colossal dragon suddenly appears mid-battle, stunning everyone. Murong Jin recognizes it's not a real dragon, but an ultra-rare dragon soul bloodline. Bai Yu is equally horrified the boy can actually summon a dragon soul. Xingyu explains it's Dalu's innate gift, auto-activating against that lethal strike. The cost is brutal. Xingyu's eyes bleed as his spiritual power nearly runs dry. Dalu suggests splitting up to boost survival odds. Enraged, Bai Yu orders another assault as countless earth tentacles surge upward. Murong Jin commands Leviathan to use Sea God 3-pronged trident again, no escape from Banghu. Leviathan whips its tail, summoning a towering tsunami for the final blow. The trident shoots forward at terrifying speed, targeting Xingyu and Dalu. Xingyu counters, firing a violet spiritual spear from his crimson eye. The two attacks clash head-on in the sky, neither yielding. The impact erupts like a big bang, light swallowing the battlefield whole. Shockwaves ripple outward, dragging everything into the tremor. Xingyu and Dalu struggle to stay upright amid the cataclysm. As smoke clears, an eerie silence falls over the field. Murong Jin and Bai Yu realize Xingyu and Dalu have vanished. Murong Jin crushes his cigarette in fury, the prey slipped away. Bai Yu admits the Dragon Soul's power was too monstrous to contain. Still, Murong Jin refuses to accept defeat at Navy headquarters. He immediately orders all warships to seal the sea and hunt them down. Suddenly, troops report the South Sea Island Alliance ambushing the fleet. Radios scream of destroyed ships as the Navy line collapses into chaos. Murong Jin's face darkens. This war is slipping out of control. He cancels the pursuit and sends Leviathan to reinforce the main battlefield. Out at sea, Dalu shifts back to human form, desperately searching for Xingyu. Meanwhile, Xingyu drifts in icy waters, drained by the dragon spirit pill backlash. Medusa arrives just in time, hauling him from the seabed and eyeing the frail boy oddly. She even considers eating him. This human is both bizarre and dangerous. Seeing his dying state, Medusa instead carries him to a nearby deserted island. In the distance, a shadowy isle emerges through the night sea. Back at the battlefield, Murong Jin admits the two admirals lost all face. Bai Yu sighs the Empress' wrath is the real nightmare. Right then, a terrifying beam of light splits the sky. A 7-colored Kulin descends from the heavens with crushing pressure. The mythical beast stands atop the clouds like ruler of the skies. The two admirals panic, recognizing the rider as the Empress. Shangwenlan coldly asks one thing, where is Medusa? They report she was snatched by the black-clad youth in the chaos. Furious, the Empress rages that her prey still escape. Bai Yu trembles, describing the black-robed youth, 9-tailed fox and dragon soul. Shangwenlan scoffs at what sounds like nonsense. The two kneel, instantly emphasizing the dragon soul's power. At the words dragon soul, Shangwenlan's eyes flicker as if recalling something. She orders the escape direction reported at once before personally giving chase. Under heavy rain, the scene shifts to a cave on the deserted island. By the fire, Dalu recounts her journey with Xingyu, admitting she'd be dead without him. To save her unconscious master, she cuts her finger and feeds Xingyu her blood. In delirium, Xingyu sees bizarre visions and has no clue what's happening. Looking closer, he realizes the figure in the illusion is Shangguan Lan. As the Empress' hand reaches out, his consciousness feels crushed, and he screams. Xingyu jolts awake from the nightmare, gasping back in reality. Dalu rushes over, overjoyed he's finally awake after a morning coma. She explains they're on a deserted island near the Beast Strait, outside Longgu Navy control. Smelling dragon blood on his lips, Xingyu realizes Dalu used her blood to save him. The system announces Dalu's favorability has risen to 99. Just then, Medusa enters, cutting through the tender moment. Xingyu notices a purple crown now resting on his head. Medusa hands him water, silently studying the boy who risked his life for her. She bluntly says she's the one who should thank him for saving her. Dalu explains this is the highest gratitude ritual of the divine serpent tribe. Medusa declares her tribe repays debts. Xingyu may ask for anything. Eyes wide, Xingyu eagerly confirms that promise. No hesitation, he asks her to become his beast pet. Medusa refuses outright. Beast can never sign blood contracts with humans. Xingyu freezes, shocked by the instant rejection. She clarifies she'll do anything except become a slave via blood pact. No matter how he persuades, Medusa remains firm. Hearing this, Dalu recalls being forced into a contract herself. Suddenly, Xingyu coughs blood, sending both girls into panic. He plays tragic, claiming he risked his life only to be refused. Xingyu continues the drama, acting like he'd rather die without her agreement. Unable to endure the theatrics, Medusa finally screams that she'll sign the blood pact. Xingyu instantly switches to cheerful mode, grabbing her hand. Mission accomplished. Dalu exposes him for using shameless tricks to force the contract. Xingyu even admits that if it failed, he'd have turned Medusa in for the bounty. Even so, the blood contract ritual begins. Xingyu presses his hand to Medusa's forehead, transferring the packed blood. A massive magic array flares beneath her feet. The contract seal brands Medusa's forehead, binding the two. Xingyu happily declares Medusa officially his beast pet. Checking the system data, he realizes her power is downright terrifying. Suddenly, strange lightning streaks across the sky. Xingyu clutches his chest as sharp pain floods his body. He tells Dalu he has an extremely bad premonition. He notices the system hasn't issued rewards despite the mission's completion. Sensing trouble, he orders an immediate evacuation of the island. Before they get far, the deserted island behind them is flattened by overwhelming force. On alert, Xingyu spots something descending from the sky. The seven-collared holy Kulin slowly descends with the Empress, pressure suffocating the sea. Shangguan Lan eyes the black-clad youth and coldly says she found the right one. Dalu instantly recognizes the most terrifying Empress of Longgo. Medusa tenses, knowing escape is nearly impossible if she's here. Xingyu despairs, is facing a 10-star beast tamer while utterly drained. Even so, Dalu steps forward to shield her master, ready to bear it all alone. Guanlan coldly demands Xingyu reveal his identity before granting death. Dalu hurriedly interrupts before things spiral further. She offers her life in exchange for Xingyu's, willing to die if is spared. The Empress sneers those about to die don't get to negotiate. With no way out, Dalu and Medusa decide to fight to the death. Guanlan coldly pronounces judgment, all of you will die. A colossal golden dragon manifests, shaking the battlefield. One sweep instantly shatters Dalu's defenses. Guanlan reveals her true form, dragon wings and horns unfurled. Dalu is horrified, it's a black dragon soul, sinister and overwhelming. Medusa says this is the secret Guanlan intends to bury along with them. Dalu's hands tremble at the sheer power gap. Yet she casts aside fear, there's no other choice. The combined pressure of the Empress and Holy Kulin crushes the very air. Dilla's eyes blaze with resolve despite the hopeless odds. She transforms into her nine-tailed fox form to fight. Knowing she'll lose, Dalu still charges straight in. Within a few moves, she's beaten bloody. Her body quickly becomes riddled with grievous wounds. A brutal slash severs her leg. In the next instant, her ear is cut off as well. Dilla's body is torn apart under the monstrous power. Xingyu screams in despair at the sight. Medusa rushes him toward Dalu as she falls into the sea. Xingyu clutches the blood-soaked Dalu, frantically asking if she's alive. Weakly, Dalu calls him master. Xingyu sobs, saying he's never regretted meeting her. Through tears, Dalu gently kisses his cheek. She smiles and apologizes for leaving first. Xingyu goes numb as her life fades away. Holding her, he recalls every moment they shared. Impatient with the farewell, Guanlan prepares to finish them. Medusa coils around Xingyu, vowing to keep him alive even if she dies. Seeing her collapse, Xingyu clings to her, screaming that he refuses this ending. Just as tragedy seems sealed, a strange pearl appears before Xingyu. The pearl shatters into fragments as if activated, heralding a mysterious reversal. The shards orbit the trio, releasing bizarre energy that shakes space itself. Dragon Tear power activates, rewinding time as wounds begin healing. As time reverses, Guanlan's attack is forcibly undone as if it never existed. Xingyu opens his eyes to see Dalu standing intact before him. The plan worked. Seeing her safe, Xingyu exhales in relief, has avoided losing her again. Before she can speak, he suddenly kisses Dalu to confirm she's truly alive. Medusa covers her mouth awkwardly, baffled by their romance mid-crisis. Xingyu drags them off, ordering a dash toward the Beast Strait to mask their scent in chaos. Though confused, Dalu trusts him and flees as planned. Moments later, the ground behind them explodes. Clearly the pursuer has arrived. Guanlan descends on her Kulin, sensing the target's aura vanish near the Beast Strait. Realizing the escape was too swift, she coldly admits the foe isn't ordinary. Glancing at the ruined isle, she vows to crush the black-clad youth next time. The trio hide in the shadows. Tense discovery in the Beast Strait means certain death. Xingyu grips Dalu's hand, confessing he never wants to feel that heart-shattering loss again. He takes out the activated dragon tear and tells them to touch it to learn the truth. Holding up the gem, he prepares to share the memory sealed within. The system chimes rescue Medusa completed, rewarding a dragon egg and bonus points. Xingyu beams the reward proves they've truly escaped danger. He then asks Medusa about the dragon slaying war 200 years ago and Guanlan's true identity. Medusa explains that back then, Longo had two supreme powerhouses, Guanlan and Lian. As a tiny snake hiding in Dragon Pool Valley, she witnessed the entire battle. After slaughtering countless dragons, Guanlan bathed in dragon blood and transformed into a mad colossal dragon. The war nearly wiped out the dragon race, only Lai Yan survived and later founded Yan Ming to oppose Longo. Xingyu realizes the status gap between himself and rebel leader Li Yan complicates everything. Asked his plan, he laughs dryly. He is not suicidal enough to face Guanlan. He reassures himself Guanlan seeks the Black Lad persona, not his real identity. Cutting off Da Lu's worries, he decides to hide for now and return to Xiling City. Suddenly, the dragon tear in his hand glows fiercely. His body wobbles, making Da Lu panic and call his name. Xingyu opens his eyes in a dark, unfamiliar space, clueless where he is. In the shadows, the first figure he sees is Guanlan. Thinking he's being hunted, he bolts in terror. But facing a mirror, he freezes at the reflection. His body is covered in dragon scales, he's horrified to realize he's transforming too. Clutching his head, he screams, refusing to become a man-eating monster. As the scream ends, dragon wings, horns, and monstrous power erupt from him. Medusa checks him and says he's too weak. Needing days of coma, Da Lu grows anxious. Medusa suggests beast milk boosts resistance, eyeing Da Lu, who blushes furiously. Forced to face it, Da Lu shyly agrees to find beast milk to save Xingyu. In a dark dream, Xingyu panics, insisting he's not a monster despite the mutation. Waking to realize it's a nightmare, he sighs. At least he hasn't truly transformed. Learning has been unconscious 3 days in the Beast Strait, he recalls the Supernova tournament. Nearly 5 days wasted. If he's late to Xiling City, suspicion will rise. Right then, Da Lu returns and rejoices to see him awake. Medusa urges calm, but Xingyu still trembles under the pressure to return unnoticed. Hesitantly, Da Lu presents a bottle of beast milk prepared for his recovery. Hearing beast milk, Xingyu panics and refuses, but Da Lu sternly insists he drink it. Medusa reminds him he survived 3 days on that milk, and Da Lu sacrificed a lot to get it. Realizing its source, Xingyu goes stiff. Some truths are awkward. Medusa urges him to drink up, stressing it's Da Lu's hard-earned effort. Blushing, Da Lu still pleads for him to finish it. It's everything she prepared. Seeing her sacrifice, Xingyu vows not to disappoint her again. He shuts his eyes and chugs it like he's swallowing his pride whole. Afterward, he blinks. The taste isn't weird at all. Regaining composure, he asks about returning to Longu. Medusa says half a day is enough. With time to spare, he suggests hunting beast meat for a quick barbecue before leaving. As they head out, Xingyu takes out the system-warded dragon egg to inspect. The system states it's a pureblood dragon requiring rare materials and 0 evil aura. Though costly to raise, Xingyu accepts nobility comes with a price tag. Soon Da Lu returns with heaps of prey, making him laugh at her hunting speed. The trio light a fire in the cave for a simple roast feast. After days of tension, they devour the food like famine survivors. Medusa jokes that even in human form, their appetites scream beast. Noticing Xingyu's thoughts, Medusa asks, prompting him to make a bizarre request. Dead serious, Xingyu asks Medusa for a pile of her poop, instantly enraging her. Hearing it again, Medusa explodes with killing intent, ready to shred him. Da Lu quickly steps in before it turns into a real fight. Xingyu then casually asks Da Lu if she can provide some. Instead, air freezes solid. Red-faced, Da Lu yells they have female dignity, not livestock status. Realizing the misunderstanding, Xingyu explains he needs beast manure as fertilizer for a spirit plant. Hearing it's for a plant-type beast, Da Lu finally understands the weird potted plant's purpose. Medusa suggests an easier way: find a sleeping divine beast in the Beast Strait. Fireballs explode into the sea, waking a massive creature below. An enraged beast surfaces, roaring who dared disturb its nap. Xingyu recognizes a rare mutated flametooth whale king and taunts it ashore. Provoked, the whale rockets from the sea to crush the challenger. Upon landing, it pales and kneels, realizing these two aren't pushovers. Medusa and Da Lu flare their power, warning that touching their master has consequences. Crushed by pressure, the whale begs for mercy, citing a 200-year-old mother and unborn eggs. Xingyu pats its head, saying they're not random killers, then calmly demands a pile of poop as a life fee. Furious, the whale tail slaps Xingyu into the sea as the girls shout master. Later, Xingyu floats with a tail mark on his face while Da Lu laughs till it hurts. Near Changlei Mountains, Medusa says crossing them leads to Xiling City, so they rest briefly. Xingyu bathes in a stream and cheekily asks if they want him to scrub their backs. Medusa eyes his six-pack and teases, making Da Lu blush instantly. Da Lu hurriedly covers Medusa's mouth, unable to handle the bold jokes. Medusa swats her hand away, claiming she's not the weird one here. Suddenly, bushes rustle violently as something charges out. A small beast leaps onto Xingyu's head, startling him. Da Lu squints. It's a rare thunder-eared rabbit. But a pack of wind wolves bursts from the forest, surrounding them. The wolves snarl fiercely, clearly fighting over prey. Xingyu instantly realizes they see him as competition for the thunder-eared rabbit. He grins and signals the girls to handle the wolves for him. Medusa and Da Lu step up, ready to wipe out the wind wolves. In moments, the pack is roasted to ashes. Xingyu can only click his tongue. The rabbit seizes the chance, leaps free, and bolts like lightning. A second later, it bizarrely dashes back toward Xingyu. The rabbit dives into his pants, making Xingyu jump in panic. Yanking at his trousers, he scolds the illegal intruder while Da Lu watches helplessly. He finally grabs it and threatens to turn it into Bray's rabbit head. He offers one chance if fate aligns, he'll accept it as a beast pet. Checking the system, he finds the thunder-eared rabbit weak but owning a rare skill to refresh abilities. Realizing how insanely useful that support skill is, Xingyu beams at his luck. Ignoring Medusa's protests about its weakness, he signs the contract anyway. Scene shifts to Xiling City Arena, where the Supernova Finals are about to begin. The host announces the championship match between Azure Dragon and Vermilion Bird teams. Their opponent is the powerhouse Talian squad already waiting on stage. In the waiting room, Yangshu paces irritably. Xingyu is still missing. His sister suggests one last call despite dozens of failed attempts. The call connects only to say the number owes fees, stunning Yangshuo. Grinding his teeth, he tops up the balance. At least Xingyu's back in coverage. Right then, Xingyu pushes the door open with a grin, freezing the room. The stadium announces 10 minutes until the finals begin. The team prepares to enter. Xin blushes and says she needs the restroom first. While washing up, a familiar voice calls her name from behind. Turning around, she sees Xilian. Tension spikes instantly. Xilian smirks, saying she's competing in place of Lin Ni, surprising Xin. She explains Lin Ni is injured, so she's stepping in temporarily. Xilian warns that childhood friendship means nothing on the arena. Xin coldly replies, "See you on stage," and walks off. Watching her leave, Xilian smiles viciously, vowing to ruin her. Her brother Wei Yan arrives, calling her as the finals are about to start. On stage, MC Shangli declares the Supernova Finals officially underway. Vermilion Bird Academy enters first, with Shi Lion waving to the crowd. The stands erupt over her fame and beauty. Yangshu warns Xingyu that the Shi siblings are backed by Long Go's grand strategist. After introductions, Xingyu's Azure Dragon team steps out to fight. On the VIP stand, Empress Guanlan personally serves as final judge. Sai Zhong looks at Xingyu and chuckles, calling his name as if already aware. Guanlan asks if his curious whole win between his son and the opponent. Sai Zhong instead shifts the topic to the black-lead figure's identity. Guanlan says Daihun investigated everywhere but found no trace. Sai Zhong suggests the black-clad one might just be a nobody hiding in plain sight. Xingyu suddenly feels a cold gaze locking onto him. A single glance toward the stands nearly knocks him dizzy from pressure. Xinjin notices and anxiously asks if he's okay. Xingyu quickly shakes his head, hiding his tension. His eyes remain fixed on Guanlan in the VIP seats. Though only a 2-star beast tamer publicly, he fears being exposed as the black-clad youth. The MC explains the rotating challenge rules and asks for the first fighters. Both sides enter prep zones as the first battle looms. The crowd gasps when Vermilion Bird sends out Ace Wei Yan immediately. Despite the pressure, Yangshu steps up. He can't lose face before his sister and team. Wei Yan arrogantly declares the match over the moment he steps on stage. Enraged by the insult, Yangshu summons the Thunderstorm Lion Cub. The lightning beast appears midair, ready to strike. Wei Yan calmly summons his Tianmo Lanyan beast like he's calling a cab. The bizarre monster shows up and instantly makes Yangshu sweat under invisible pressure. Outside the arena, Xingyu opens his system to scan the mystery beast. The system reveals mythic bloodline perks and a nasty ability to nerf opponents hard. Xingyu analyzes Yangshu's Leibao Shishao and spots its stamina issue during long flights. He reassures Xin that hitting the tail could still give Yangshu a comeback shot. The match kicks off as Yangshu orders a preemptive strike. Wei Yan smirks and commands Tianmo Lanyan beast to counter with Tiger Pounce Devar. The beast lunges, locks Shishao's wings, and suppresses it outright. Yangshu breaks into a cold sweat watching his pet get manhandled instantly. Without mercy, the Yen beast slams Shishao into the ground like a chew toy. The crowd erupts, dazzled by the strategist's son flexing overwhelming power. Wei Yan casually orders the release, treating the fight like light entertainment. Leibao Shishao collapses, barely able to continue. Wei Yan mockingly tells Yangshu to surrender since the outcome is obvious. Yangshu roars in refusal. No way he's losing in front of his sister. Xingyu holds Xin back, knowing this is a brother's pride battle now. Gritting his teeth, Yangshu sees the wing's severe injury but chooses to fight on. Refusing defeat, he decides to summon another beast. Ligang Juan appears with a thunderous roar. The giant ape stands beside Shishao, ready for a tag team comeback. Yangshu orders Jiyuan to unleash Steel Giant Club. Massive arms morph from its body, winding up for devastation. Meanwhile, Shishao is told to burn its last surge of lightning power. The two beasts charge together in a fierce combined assault. Jiyuan brings down a crushing blow meant to flatten the enemy. Sensing danger, Wei Yan orders the Yen beast to use Devar. The beast opens wide and fires strange energy, swallowing the attack whole. The absorbed power nullifies the combo like it never happened. Yangshu stands stunned as his long-practiced move gets deleted effortlessly. Wei Yan coldly declares the match over. The Yen beast fires blue demonic blaze straight at both beasts. The finishing hit lands, and the referee promptly names Wei Yan the winner. Wei Yan turns away disdainfully, calling for the next challenger. Xingyu realizes Wei Yan's Tianmo beast clearly has family-backed resources. Xin explains her feud with Shilan began over the Gu Yi Bianfu show in childhood. During the scuffle, the beast's wing accidentally injured Shi Lion. Since then, Shi Lian believes Xin stole what was hers. The grudge festers and the Shi Jia keeps targeting the Morong family. Xingyu notices their red eyes signal a special bloodline trait. The system identifies it as foresight eyes, able to predict attack trajectories. Xingyu ponders deeply, sensing many of Long Yu's secrets tie back to beasts. Right then, the referee announces the second match. Xin steps onto the arena to face Wei Yan directly. Xi Lian coldly tells her brother to cripple the opponent's beast. Wei Yan sneers, advising Xin to quit before embarrassing herself. Xin fires back, determined to avenge her brother. As battle starts, the Yan Beast dodges the first strike, stunning the audience. Guanlan asks for predictions, and Shizhong confidently bets on his son, thanks to the foresight eyes. Gui continuously sprays poison, keeping Lan Yanshou at bay. Pressured nonstop, Lan Yanshou grows dizzy under the barrage. Xingyu realizes the ghost flame includes mental attacks, bypassing damage immunity. Xin immediately orders Gui to use ghostly advance rain. A storm of poison orbs rains down toward Lan Yanshou. Unable to dodge in time, Lan Yanshou takes the full hit. Wei Yan quickly commands a blood vortex to block. He then triggers damage reflection, sending every attack bouncing back. Gui fails to evade and gets counterblasted, losing half its body. Xin realizes Lan Yanshou still has a mysterious tiger head ability up its sleeve. Wei Yan arrogantly declares the match basically over. Desperate, Xin unleashes her ultimate, Wrath of the Ghost. The two monsters collide in a brutal head-on clash. The impact spins up a massive energy vortex across the arena floor. Xin pours every drop of spiritual power into the final strike. Lan Yanshou starts losing ground under relentless pressure. Wei Yan senses the danger and finally looks uneasy. Xin quietly seeks a backstab opportunity. Seizing the moment, she orders the finishing blow. A frost death blade shoots straight at Lan Yanshou. Lan Yanshou casually swats it away, wrecking the plan. Xin is stunned as her kill shot gets nullified like nothing. Behind her, Gui pants heavily, completely drained. With her spiritual power exhausted, Xin can't summon another beast. Lian viciously urges her brother to cripple Gui now. The referee tries to step in, but Wei Yan attacks first. Lan Yanshou fires blue demonic roar at Xin and Gui. Xin rushes to stop Gui from sacrificing itself to block. Suddenly, a small beast pops up in front of her. It blasts energy and instantly cancels the blue demonic roar. As the smoke clears, Xingyu stands shielding Xin. Wei Yan is shocked that Xingyu's beast blocked such a heavy hit. Xingyu points at him, accusing him of attacking after the match ended. Wei Yan plays innocent, claiming he didn't know she was out of power. Zhong blames the referee and orders him taken away. The MC declares Wei Yan winner of round 2 amid the chaos. Though regretful, Xin is reassured by Xingyu that he'll handle the rest. Wei Yan taunts Xingyu to surrender before his beast gets wrecked. Xingyu coldly vows to humiliate Wei Yan in front of his sister. Enraged, Wei Yan orders Lan Yanshou to charge. Xingyu counters instantly, sending Haifeng into battle. Wei Yan commands a blood vortex counterattack. Calmly, Xingyu orders Haifeng to unleash rapid face slashes. The two beasts crash into a life or death melee. Haifeng unleashes over 20 rapid strikes, denying Lan Yanshou any skill cast. Seeing things go south, Wei Yan orders a retreat. Xingyu chases with Hellburst Roar. Energy chains bind Lan Yanshou, trapping it in place. Haifeng leaps skyward, dragging its chained foe along. It stomps down hard, making Lan Yanshou howl in agony. Unable to endure, Lan Yanshou is slammed into the ground. The crash sends shockwaves through the entire arena. Lan Yanshou lies flat and temporarily unable to fight. Wei Yan roars in fury at his beast being dominated. In the stands, Shizhong is stunned by Xingyu's explosive growth. Cornered, Wei Yan decides to use Flame Heavenly Punishment. All three heads of Lan Yanshou spew fire in a devastating barrage. Xingyu orders Haifeng to use Shadow Stealth to evade. Haifeng darts through darkness, hunting a counterstrike. Lan Yanshou keeps blasting flames wildly across the arena. Meanwhile, Haifeng silently approaches from behind. Just as it tries to bite, Lan Yanshou's tail blocks it. Wei Yan smugly claims Xingyu fell into his trap. A violent collision suddenly erupts. Wei Yan realizes the one he hit was only a clone. Xingyu immediately orders another Hellburst Roar. The massive energy blast sends Lan Yanshou flying backward. The hit knocks Lan Yanshou flat again. Wei Yan is shaken that his opponent predicted even his prediction. He finally admits Xingyu is worthy and prepares seriously. Wei Yan activates Lan Yanshou's second form. Lan Yanshou's body begins a violent transformation. The monster morphs into a terrifying 3-headed, 6-armed beastman. Xingyu stays calm, declaring he'll defeat this berserk form too. Xingyu then summons his second beast, the electric-eared rabbit. Even Guanlan is stunned seeing Xingyu bring out an electric-eared rabbit. Wei Yan laughs, thinking Xingyu just used trash as his trump card. He orders Lan Yanshou to crush everything with six-fold hammer. All 6 arms gather spiritual power, winding up for devastation. The beast storms Haifeng relentlessly, forcing Xingyu to react fast. Seeing Haifeng pressured, Xingyu commands electric-eared rabbit to assist. Haifeng roars skyward, demonic power erupting as it preps a decisive counter. Wei Yan boasts about Lan Yanshou's second-stage absorption, convinced Hellfire Lotus can't hurt him. Xingyu mocks him if one Lotus isn't enough, he'll throw 2 or 3. Mid-brag, Wei Yan freezes at a scene totally beyond his calculations. Panicked, he screams for blood vortex, sensing real danger incoming. Xingyu coldly pats electric-eared rabbit, calmly saying, too late. A Hellfire Lotus rockets toward Lan Yanshou at terrifying speed. Seeing not one but 2 Lotuses, Wei Yan nearly despairs as plans crumble. The twin flames smash the weak defense and explode, shaking the arena. As dust clears, Lan Yanshou collapses, and the referee declares Xingyu winner. The crowd erupts over the triple Hellfire Lotus, while Wei Yan drops to his knees in shock. Xingyu coolly reveals it's not triple power but 3 refreshed ultimate casts. Wei Yan fumes, realizing he was crushed by 4 consecutive Lotuses. The rival principal, annoyed yet proud, forces Lian to fight to save face. Under her father Shizhong's stare, Lian has no choice but to step up. Upon meeting again, Lian taunts, surprised Xingyu dares face her. Xingyu stays relaxed, saying he's been waiting for her. His face turns icy as he vows to avenge Lu Jing by shattering all her beasts. Lian tries bribery and family pressure to make him throw the match. Xingyu replies coldly, not my problem, ignoring threats and temptations. Enraged, Seelin orders Kwangba Yekongkui to strike first. It charges only to be blasted straight into a wall in one hit. Xingyu sternly repeats his goal today has here to break her beasts. Commentators gasp at the one-shot knockout, ignoring elemental counters entirely. Seelian can't believe her water type lost instantly to fire. She grits her teeth, having hoped to last 3 rounds for dignity. The referee reminds her she can summon a second beast. Furious, she refuses, knowing it'll only worsen the humiliation. Yan steps out to concede for his sister, forcing the event onward. The referee announces Xingyu remains champion, next challenger Fang Jing. Watching the final opponent step up, Xingyu wonders if this is their true trump card. Fang Jing looks oddly excited to fight last despite slim odds. He loudly declares the match on, trying to keep morale up. His 3 beasts appear one after another, signaling a bold gamble. Minutes later, he raises his hand in surrender, admitting the gap is hopeless. Fang Jing bluntly says if Wei Yan lost, a nobody like him stands 0 chance. Yang Shu rushes over celebrating wildly, basking in Xingyu's glory. Xingyu proudly announces his championship, confused by Lu Jing's odd calmness. Xingyu excitedly lifts Xin Xin to celebrate, but she blushes and wriggles free. In the distance, Wei Yan vents on a tea table, clearly choking on defeat. Both Wei Yan and Shi Lian wear sour faces, their pride utterly shattered. The system pops up a Supernova Champion achievement, granting 2 ultra-rare rewards. Reading them, Xingyu smiles. Finally, that nightmare quest is done. He plans Fusion Crystal for Freya and Bloodline Upgrade Crystal for Hai Feng. During the medal ceremony, Guanlan praises Xin Xin's bravery, leaving her shy but happy. When it's his turn, Guanlan suddenly grips Xingyu's head, freezing him stiff. She calmly asks if they've met before, making cold sweat drip down his back. That single question makes him tremble, fearing his secret identity is exposed. Before awarding the medal, Guanlan teases how bold he usually is. Xingyu claims it's just nerves from standing near the Empress. Watching her leave, he still wonders if has been found out. Guanlan drops a vague line about valuing him highly, deepening his anxiety. Even praised, Xingyu feels anything but safe around the terrifying Empress. After the ceremony, top guild talent scouts swarm him instantly. Elite guilds throw offers and even beauty traps to recruit him. Xingyu calmly declines, already signed as a special pharmacist elsewhere. He says he won't betray those who treated him well. Hearing him call them family, Yangshu watches in complicated silence. Ruyan suddenly appears with wine, inviting everyone to celebrate. When reminded alcohol's banned, Ruyan casually suggests rewriting the rules. She slings an arm over Xingyu, calling him the hero and sensing his troubled. Xingyu casually asks to see her legs, instantly turning the vibe dangerous. Ruyan grabs his collar and drags him off as he cries for help. The friends behind pretend not to see a thing. Has hauled into a private room, door slamming shut suspiciously. Pinned to a wall, Xingyu begs forgiveness, blaming stress for nonsense talk. Ruyan suddenly lifts her skirt, leaving him wuddied. She calmly says it's a temporary reward if he hits 4-star rank this term. Just as things peak awkwardly, Xiaoni coughs to interrupt. She announces Empress Guanlan summons Xingyu privately. Knowing refusal isn't an option, Xingyu follows, sensing trouble. At the Imperial City, Xiaoni leads him straight to the waiting Empress. Seeing a Kulin guarding the gate, Xingyu calculates escape odds basically 0. Guanlan immediately asks if he knows why he was summoned. She recounts a public execution where a death row prisoner was rescued days ago. General C deduced the culprit hides their true identity. Guanlan suddenly rises and approaches, thickening the tension. She stares at Xingyu and coldly asks if he was the black-cloaked figure. The question freezes him, his secret may be exposed. He considers fleeing, but in a palace full of experts, it's hopeless. Thoughts of his sister, friends, and academy stop him from reckless action. At peak tension, Guanlan laughs and pats his head, just joking. She explains she verified he only went home to catch electric-eared rabbit, even praising his sharp eye. Guanlan believes a rookie beast tamer under a year can't match 9-star elites. Xingyu secretly exhales, relieved his Blackcloak identity seems safe. Guanlan shifts topic, asking what path he'll choose after Qinglong Academy. She says graduates usually have only 3 standard options. Those are guild service, military enlistment, or bounty hunting at the border. Suddenly, she offers Xingyu a 4th option, making him instantly wary. The offer: join the Daihun organization and work directly under her. Hearing Daihun, Xingyu shivers. It's the Empress' deadliest secret force. Members often die on spy missions or life-and-death operations. Guanlan urges him to decide, clearly testing his resolve. Xingyu thanks her for the honor, buying time to think. When he hesitates, the room's pressure spikes, turning icy. Guanlan laughs and pats him, saying he chose wisely. Xingyu knows he never truly had a choice before such power. He comforts himself that Guanlan hasn't fully trusted Xizhong's suspicions. Inwardly, he even sketches a future plan to overthrow her using this status. Right then, Guanlan orders something special brought in. A maid enters, dragging a massive shadow that shakes the hall. Dust clears to reveal a rare blue Kulin cub before Xingyu. He instantly activates the system to scan the prized beast. Results show near-perfect Kulin bloodline with balanced stats and almost no flaws. He knows this royal line beast belongs only to the Shangon clan. Guanlan watches his reaction and asks if he likes it. Xingyu admits no beast tamer could resist Kulin blood. Guanlan declares she'll gift the Kulin to him. Xingyu is so shocked he thinks he misheard. Only royalty owned Kulin, this proves her immense favor. But she adds it's not free, there's a condition. He must accept and complete an Shrank mission in next month's Supernova trial. Shrank missions have terrifying failure rates, a true life or death test. Xingyu accepts immediately, seeing a chance to prove himself for Daihun. Guanlan dismisses him, ending the high-pressure meeting. Alone, the Empress admits the boy is indeed remarkable. Back at the hotel, Xingyu collapses onto the bed after an exhausting day. Lua scolds him for courting danger near royalty. He wryly says refusal wasn't possible. Medusa reminds him Hun carries over 90% mortality. Xingyu stays calm, recalling Guanlan rejected Shi Weian from Hun. Medusa analyzes that Guanlan distrusts the rising Shi family power. Xingyu realizes his the perfect pawn, common-born, factionless, useful to counter Shi Jia. He decides to keep playing loyal subordinate until Guanlan lowers her guard. Once strong enough, he plans to overthrow her and seize Long Go's throne. Hearing this ambition, Lua blushes and asks if he'll have many women as emperor. Xingyu denies it instantly, is focused on survival, not harems. Medusa warns that in this game, failure means eternal ruin. Xingyu confidently assures them victory is inevitable if they follow him. Medusa kneels, swearing absolute loyalty, while Lulu secretly mocks the snake's flattery. Lua finally admits she'll always stand behind Xingyu too. The trio laugh, knowing they've stepped onto a deadly chessboard together. With luggage and local specialties packed, Xingyu finally heads home. On the academy's private jet, his surprised only a few are on board. Teacher Chen explains the principal was so thrilled she chartered the whole plane. Yang Shu teases Xingyu for stuffing his bag like he went shopping wholesale. Xingyu grins, saying it's all for his sister is #1 priority. Yang Shu eyes Xin, secretly pondering matchmaking plans. The plane soars skyward, beginning the return to Longyin. Suddenly, violent turbulence shakes the cabin, sparking panic. Even Teacher Chen has no clue what's happening. Xingyu smells alcohol and Teacher Chen turns pale instantly. Turns out Principal Ruyan drunkenly wandered into the cockpit and pressed random buttons. When she yanks the control lever out of curiosity, the plane nosedives. Miraculously, they land in Longyin, barely avoiding disaster. At the airport, students swarm Xingyu like a returning hero. His two roommates rush over, declaring loyalty only to him. Xingyu pretends not to recognize them, triggering dramatic outrage. He calls them his adopted sons, and they nearly explode. Xingyu pulls out a thick notebook from his bag. Inside are personalized training plans based on their beasts, instantly winning them over. He drags Yang Shu and Xin forward to share the spotlight. They protest it's his stage alone. Cameras flash nonstop, capturing the trio's moment. Their image soon fills the academy's giant screen. In a distant corner, Wang Yan watches, sweaty and furious. He grits his teeth, glaring hatred at Xiao Xingyu. In his mind, every tragedy, dead beast, expulsion, missing father is Xingyu's fault. A mysterious figure hands Wang Yan a note, offering power to defeat Xingyu. Xingyu recognizes the symbol as the dangerous Dark Apis Guild. In class, shocked murmurs erupt at important news. Qiren announces the midterm has theory and a live monster hunting exam. Their task, escort military train Nolithdi for 24 hours. Hearing Huang Yan as destination, Xingyu recalls City Lord Zhu Shang's Miying Flower promise. The route crosses Five Poisons Creek, Jundi Mountain, and Whitebone Abyss monster hotspots. The mention of transcendent beasts or demon kings sends the class into panic. Qiren reassures them Sky Vault Guild will guard students, mainly gain experience. Xingyu suspects if Sky Vault is involved, Yanran might join too. He texts her and quickly gets a reply. Suddenly, Qiren calls his name, startling him mid-message. Asked to the podium, the class assumes punishment. Qiren jokes punishing a genius would anger the principal. He presents a complete blazing flame demon lizard core for Xingyu's Yu Minglang breakthrough. Xingyu happily accepts and asks to thank the principal. Qiren notes his last leave wasn't actually spent at home, earning an awkward smile. The teacher sternly says no more hiding and visit his sister often. Xingyu. Suddenly, he senses a terrifyingly familiar energy. Opening the window, he realizes it's dragon power. His shock, the aura is pure and not Guanlan's. High above, a figure rides a spirit beast across the clouds. A colossal dragon beats its wings, tearing through the sky over the city. The dragon rider looks down, noting Xiao Xingyu's insane growth in half a year. He decides not to meet him, yet the timing isn't right. At this rate, their reunion won't be far off. He orders the spirit beast to leave the city. Below, Xingyu senses the dragon aura vanish and shelves the suspicion. That evening, he returns home, happily calling his sister and Meng Meng. Meng Meng runs over and hugs his leg after half a month apart. She even says she wants to marry someone like him, making him laugh. Xingyu jokes he prefers mature ladies, not Lola's cue. Meng Meng's pout. Wushu steps out of the shower, telling Meng Meng to let him carry luggage. Xingyu drops his bags and hugs his sister tightly. Wushu gently pats his back, she missed him too. That night, he surprisingly asks to sleep beside her like old times. Wushu refuses, reminding him he's a grown man now. He insists they used to share a bed because the house was small. She finally agrees, warning it's just this once. Lying together, Wushu strokes his face, worried about his next mission. Xingyu explains he must escort a supply train to dangerous Huang Yan. Wushu teases that she once hugged him with one arm, now two aren't enough. Xingyu laughs and moves closer, warmth filling the room. Wushu blushes, gazing softly at her now-grown brother. Xingyu dreams of earning enough for a seaside villa so she can collect shells daily. He says coming home to her cooking is all he needs. Wushu smiles but feels sad knowing she can't stay beside him forever. She holds his hand and asks him to promise something. No matter what happens, he must live well. They recall walking hand in hand at sunset and harder days. Next morning, sunlight bathes Qinglong Academy. Students complain this exam feels deadlier than war. Xingyu jokes they should draft wills first, worsening the panic. Songhu invites him to the cafeteria, but he says he has a date. The friends assume a genius like him must be meeting a campus belle. They excitedly list the academy's 4 beauties. Baiwanja's name enters the rumor mill. They conclude Murong Jinshin is most likely. Elsewhere, Yang Shu chats with his sister Xin Xin about Xing Yu. Xin Xin invites Xing Yu to dinner, but he says has meeting an older sister. Yang Shu is shocked. He thought Xing Yu had only one sister. At home, Wuxi holds a glass of water, realizing Xing Yu has truly grown. The thought makes her blush for more reasons than one. Xing Yu clarifies to Yang Shu that his meeting Kun Yanran from Sky Vault Guild. His phone suddenly rings. Yanran says Shi's waiting at the academy's back gate. Xing Yu replies he'll be there soon, making her smile. He bids farewell to Yang Shu and Xin Xin and leaves quickly. Realizing Shi's not family, Yang Shu drags Xin Xin to follow secretly. Outside on Yanping Street, soft sunset light covers the buildings. Seeing Xing Yu, Yanran rushes over and hugs him tightly. From afar, Yang Shu notes Shi's dangerously charming. He tells Xin Xin she must act fast if she wants to keep Xing Yu. Xin Xin blushes, clueless how to act fast. Yang Shu declares it's time for his ultimate matchmaking move. In a fancy restaurant, Yanran generously tells Xing Yu to order anything. She even orders one of everything, filling the table fast. Yanran warns him not to relax, the border beasts are stirring. Hearing talk of the Tinkerlow auction nearby, Xing Yu perks up. Yanran grins, grabs his hand, and drags him to check it out. Xing Yu steps into TNG Pavilion's grand auction hall, packed with rare treasures. Yan Nian explains the first-floor treasures are just Jiang Shu Ru's personal stash. A bossy voice suddenly orders everyone to clear the way. Xing Yu instantly turns, sensing trouble brewing. A pampered young master struts in, flanked by bodyguards. Xing Yu recognizes him as Li Hang, the spoiled heir of Jufeng Guild. Spotting Yan Nian, Li Hang shamelessly saunters over to flirt. He sneers at Xing Yu and asks who the kid beside her is. Yan Nian fires back that Xing Yu is the supernova champion, which only irritates Li Hang more. Li Hang threatens Xing Yu to stay away from Yan Nian or else. As tension spikes, a woman's voice coolly warns them not to cause trouble in Tainji Lu. The sound of heels on stairs draws every gaze upward. Jiang Shiru appears, stunning the hall into instant silence. She smiles sweetly and asks if they could kindly stop bickering for her sake. Despite her gentle smile, her aura scares Li Hang into behaving. The invisible pressure makes everyone else uneasy too. Xing Yu looks up, puzzled, sensing terrifying power beneath her charm. Jiang Shiru announces the auction is about to begin and invites everyone upstairs. Yan Nian teases that men truly can't look away from a beauty. Xing Yu quietly notes she commands a beast king level to Shuming Diao. Before leaving, Li Hang turns back to warn Xing Yu to just wait. Xing Yu calmly replies he'll be waiting anytime. Yan Nian explains the feud between Kangqiong Guild and Jufeng Guild. Jufeng's greed and overcharging drove many clients to Kangqiong. Unwilling to accept it, Li Hang kept pestering Yan Nian and plotting against her. Hearing this, Xing Yu coldly vows to teach him a lesson someday. Just then, someone calls out Mr. Xiao. Xing Yu turns and sees it's the Empress maid. She says there's something important to discuss privately, putting Xing Yu on guard. Xing Yu asks Yan Nian to wait and follows her into a private room. The two quickly enter a sealed chamber to talk. The maid presents an item, saying the Empress ordered it delivered to him. Xing Yu takes it and realizes it's the Daihunling. She explains the Daihunling marks his status as a Daihun member under the Empress. After handing it over, she says she must escort another lord to the border. Xing Yu returns to Yan Nian and suggests heading into the auction hall. When asked his favorite type of woman, Xing Yu instantly praises Yan Nian as the boldest. Elsewhere, Li Hang grinds his teeth seeing Xing Yu beside Yan Nian. His steward produces a secret photo to help him plot revenge. Seeing it's Xing Yu's older sister, Li Hang smiles wickedly. Xing Yu groans as a heaven-eyed spirit beast's skull skyrockets from 3 to 10 million, utter madness. Yan Nian points out the truth, they're not buying treasures, they're buying Jiang Shuro's favor. Xing Yu smoothly flatters that Boss Jiang can't compare to young and radiant Yan Nian, earning her delighted laughter. Though outwardly indifferent, Xing Yu senses Jiang Shuro's mystery and sees befriending her as a smart move. On stage, Xu Ru unveils the 9th item, instantly grabbing the crowd's attention. The cloth lifts to reveal a 100-year dragonhorn ginseng that can save dying beasts, starting at 80 million. The crowd erupts over the life-saving treasure, some swearing to pay 800 million if needed. Watching the frenzy, Xing Yu's eyes gleam, he smells opportunity. Just as bidding is about to explode, a sudden sound shatters the tense atmosphere. Xing Yu's wine glass slips and shatters, liquid spilling across the floor as all eyes lock onto him. Li Hang immediately mocks him as a poor nobody embarrassing himself among elites. Jiang Shu orders staff to escort the stained guest away to avoid disrupting the auction. Xing Yu boldly asks Boss Jiang herself to guide him, clearly fishing for private time. Zhang Hai explodes, demanding what right Xing Yu has to request her personally. The crowd scoffs, suspecting the brat just wants a cheap thrill with their goddess. Li Hang mocks him before Yan Nian, saying this clumsy stunt only adds humiliation. To everyone's shock, Jiang Shu smiles and personally escorts Xing Yu out. The men below howl in jealousy, baffled at his sudden VP treatment. Yan Nian guesses Xing Yu staged it to get close to Shu. Maybe he just likes women in Qipao. At the restroom, Shu bluntly asks if he caused a scene just to talk privately. Xing Yu drops a bomb. The dragonhorn ginseng is fake, making her voice turn icy. He calmly reasons a mere 2-star beast tamer wouldn't dare slander a beast king like her. Hearing he recognized her Ta Shuming Diao, she seriously asks how he spotted the fake. Xing Yu explains real dragonhorn ginseng smells faintly grassy. This one doesn't likely forged with Geo Dragon blood vine. After checking, Shu confirms it's a Lingnan setup and thanks him sincerely. Grateful, she gives him TNG Lu's Supreme Gold card reserved for top-tier elites. He pretends to refuse politely but swiftly pockets it, making her laugh. Suru tells him to return first while she cleans up the mess. Watching him leave, she murmurs he truly lives up to being that leader's son. Outside, rumors swirl about their relationship, plus news the dragonhorn ginseng was pulled. Back at his seat, Yan Nian eagerly asks what he and Zhang Shiru discussed. He grins, claiming he simply built a healthy friendship with her. Yan Nian doubts him, so Xingyu quickly clarifies the line between friends and sisters. On stage, Shiru announces the ginseng was purred and won't be auctioned. She then reveals a rarer item, a Saint Light attribute demon beast core. The host sets the starting bid at 10 million, and the hall begins calculating. Xingyu realizes this Saint Light power surpasses demonic force, perfect for Fu Leiya. Seeing his interest, Yan Nian decides to bid for him, leaving him touched. Li Hang instantly raises it to 30 million, clearly sabotaging them. Yan Nian knows his targeting her. The auction turns into a duel. She fires back with 40 million, determined to win the Saint Light core for Xingyu. Li Hang sneers and bids 50 million, vowing to add 10 million to whatever she offers. Furious, Yan Nian sees his not buying, just blocking her. Li Hang openly admits he wants to crush the brat and dares Yan Nian to drain her guild dry. Xingyu urges her to stop. One beast core isn't worth bankrupting the guild. As tension peaks, Zhang Shiru suddenly raises the auction placard herself. She unexpectedly calls out Mr. Xiao, catching even Xingyu off guard. Shiru declares Xingyu her supreme guest and friend, withdrawing the core to gift him privately. The hall erupts in outrage at privileges money can't buy. Li Hang fumes, demanding how his fortune loses to a fresh friendship. Shiru coldly replies it's her personal decision and Tianji Lu will bear any loss. Xingyu is baffled. He only exposed a fake, yet Zhang Shiru backed him this hard. Humiliated, Li Hang turns murderous, vowing to smash Xingyu's face as a warning. As he storms forward, Yan Nian blocks him, demanding to know his plan. Li Hang arrogantly declares hell teaches future brother-in-law a lesson right here in Longyin. Hearing brother-in-law, Xingyu instantly shields Yan Nian, eyes turning icy. Li Hang waves a photo of Xingyu's sister, spewing filthy fantasies about adding her to his wives. The insult makes killing intent explode from Xingyu, chilling everyone nearby. Oblivious, Li Hang keeps spouting vile nonsense, crossing the final line. Xingyu answers with a punch so hard teeth scatter midair. Li Hang crashes to the floor, and the hall freezes. No one's ever hit him before. He staggers up, gasping, body screaming from the brutal blow. He howls in disbelief and demands if Xingyu knows who his father is. He boasts his dad is Li Jianghe, president of Kuangfeng Guild, a powerhouse in Longyin. Xingyu doesn't bother listening and kicks him in the gut, ignoring the big-name threat. Li Hang flies again, and the crowd grows terrified of Xingyu's ferocity. Still stupidly defiant, he threatens to make Xingyu's sister suffer worse than death. In a blink, Xingyu closes in, hand poised like a blade about to fall. The crushing strike lands with explosive force, shaking the floor. Xingyu coldly warns that one more word about his sister means a fate worse than death. Li Hang now sweats bullets, eyes filled with pure terror. More punches thunder through the hall, no one dares interfere. Tianji Lu guards can only watch and hurriedly call Li Hang's father. Xingyu finally stops, even mocking that Li Hang's face hurt his hand. Li Hang lies there swollen like a pig's head after the merciless beating. Despite the thrashing, he still screams for his men to kill Xingyu. A majestic voice booms, asking who dares bully his son. Li Jianghe arrives, sees his son's pigfist, and demands the culprit. Without hearing explanations, he orders Xingyu's arm crippled on the spot. Yan Nian steps in front, declaring Xingyu belongs to Kang Chium Guild, touch him and it's war. Xingyu gently moves her aside, calmly saying he wants to see if Li Jianghe truly dares. He smirks and produces a mysterious token, eyes brimming with confidence. Pretending to fumble, Xingyu accidentally drops the token, clearly on purpose. The token radiates imposing patterns and the room's atmosphere turns heavy. Seeing it clearly, Li Jianghe pales, his cigarette drops as he recognizes the Dai Hun Ling. Li Hang, clueless, keeps yelling for his men to cripple Xingyu. Before they move, a slap cracks across his face with a furious shout. Zhang He kneels to pick up the token, dusting it like a sacred relic. After confirming it, cold sweat pours down as he bows and apologizes for his son offending Xingyu. Though Longgu has many court-serving powerhouses, none are as loyal as the Empress core force. To secure power, Empress Guanlan founded Da Hun, her absolutely loyal death squad. Thus, in Longgu, seeing the Dai Hunling equals seeing the Empress herself. Li Hang still protests revenge, but Zhang He silences him, calling him a fool. Xingyu coldly asks how Zhang He plans to explain his son trying to cripple and kill him. Zhang He immediately bows again, taking full blame on Kuangfeng Guild to appease him. He even offers to cover all auction expenses, but Xingyu flatly refuses. Xingyu smirks, if you admit fault, the victim decides the apology. His condition: Li Hang insulted his sister and tried to kill him, so he pays with an arm. He pressures Zhang He further, asking if he'd like to bear the consequences instead. Grinding his teeth, Zhang He agrees and asks which arm of his idiot son should break. Li Hang panics, screaming for Xingyu not to do anything crazy. Zhang He hesitates no more and personally fulfills Xingyu's demand. A bone snaps, Li Hang's right arm breaks amid a shrill scream. Suppressing fury, Zhang He asks if Xingyu is satisfied. Xingyu coldly tells them to get lost. Zhang He bows in thanks and promises to discipline his foolish son. He orders his men to carry Li Hang away immediately. Xingyu casually calls Yan Nian to leave, as if nothing major happened. Zhang Shiru announces the auction's end, and asks everyone to forget what they saw. Outside, Yan Nian scolds Xingyu for being reckless. Without the Dai Hunling, he'd be dead. Xingyu laughs, saying it was all an act, shocking her. He explains he intentionally showed weakness to test their reaction. Elsewhere, Guan Qian tells her secretary to send Xingyu's performance video to her mother. The secretary promptly prepares the recording for transfer. On another line, someone asks Xu Ru if she met their young master. She confirms. Xu Ru admits Xingyu is far smarter than she expected. Meanwhile, Li Heng resents that his father broke his arm over a mere token. Jiang He sternly warns that with the Empress backing Xingyu, surviving was already luck. He adds that if his son keeps opposing Xingyu, he'll sever ties to protect Tuangfeng Guild. Li Heng swallows his hatred and vows to remember this grudge against Xingyu. Just then, Yang Shu calls, inviting Xingyu for dinner. His father wants to meet him. Hearing it's General Murong, Xingyu jolts upright, knowing this isn't casual. Intimidated by the status, Xingyu awkwardly tries to decline. Yang Shu bluntly threatens to drag him there tied up, leaving no escape. With no choice, Xingyu heads to the general's residence. Asked why he's out in heavy snow, he just smiles. Dinner at a friend's. They arrive at a grand ancient-style mansion. Yang Shu is home. The steward respectfully greets them, confirming Xingyu is the honored guest. Xingyu marvels at the estate. Yang Shu says it's a reward from the Empress. Entering, Yang Shu loudly announces their return to his father and sister. From the kitchen, General Mu Rong cheerfully replies, "One more dish and dinner's ready." Xingyu is stunned. A naval general cooks himself. Yang Shu beams proudly. General Mu Rong greets Xingyu warmly, saying has long heard of him. He tells Xingyu to call him uncle, easing the tension. Over dinner, he praises Xingyu's supernova performance, calling him highly promising. He then asks about his son's achievements. Yang Shuo quickly boasts of an award-winning essay, but reading the certificate, they realize it's just a retold family story. His sister exposes that Yang Shu copied an ancestor's work. General Mu Rong scolds him angrily for disgracing family tradition. Suddenly, Sister Xin serves food to Xingyu, stunning everyone. Yang Shu quickly covers his father's mouth. Xin rarely warms to strangers. He recalls that after witnessing their mother's death, Xin became severely withdrawn. Xin barely speaks to outsiders. Her own brother struggles to get a few words. Yet today she chats nearly 20 sentences with Xingyu, stunning the family. She even serves him delicacies, making dinner feel oddly charged. General Mu Rong senses danger. The overprotective dad radar activates. He starts grilling Xingyu's family background like a full investigation. From property to parents' jobs to ancestors, nothing escapes interrogation. Yang Shu hurriedly stops him, fearing Xingyu might bolt. But Mu Rong insists he won't let his daughter suffer any harm. Later in private, Yang Shu tries convincing his father that Xingyu has real potential. He adds that as a Kangchong Guild special pharmacist, Xingyu's future may rival their family. Back at the table, Mu Rong's sharp gaze keeps Xingyu slightly uneasy. Xingyu whispers to Xin, joking if her dad plans to chop him with that stare. Mu Rong bluntly asks how a freshman became a special pharmacist so fast. He doubts any young man earns a major guild's trust without true skill. Xingyu gets the hint and asks if Uncle suspects backdoor dealings. Skipping debate, Xingyu offers to prove himself with real ability. He explains naval sea beasts often suffer coagulation paralysis, blood won't clot, and it's hard to cure. Xingyu presents a medicine he developed specifically for this illness. Realizing its value, Mu Rong orders an injured beast brought immediately for testing. Following Xingyu's guidance, Xiao Lu calms Ya and prepares the trial. He carefully drips the medicine onto Ya's wounds. Instantly, the effect kicks in. Wounds visibly close. Ya senses the pain vanish, body turning light. Soon fully healed, it splashes happily in gratitude. Xiao Lu excitedly reports complete recovery to Mu Rong. Shocked that it outperforms Royal Drust K92, Mu Rong finally trusts Xingyu's skill. He asks if the medicine can be mass-produced for the Navy. Xingyu says yes with a factory, then smoothly mentions technology licensing fees. Hearing licensing, Mu Rong freezes. He jokes the kid feels like family yet still charges money. Yang Shu jumps in, teasing that dad's basically selling his daughter. Mu Rong asks the price directly. Xingyu names 100 million. He argues royal medicine costs 500 million and still fails. His price is fair. Mu Rong can only groan at the hefty sum. Yang Shu suggests treating it as future dowry for his sister. Watching father and son whisper schemes, Xingyu suspects a plot brewing. Their meaningful smiles make things even more suspicious. Before leaving, Xin asks if she should escort Xingyu home. He politely declines, saying he has matters to handle. Xin softly tells him to travel safely. On the way back, Xingyu calculates his deposit and plans gifts for his sister and beasts. After deciding, he immediately transfers funds for needed items. Then Xingyu summons Fu Leia, preparing for a power breakthrough. Fu Leia appears instantly before her master. Xingyu says he prepared a special gift since he hasn't given her something worthy. He presents the Saint Light Demon Beast Core to boost her rank. He also readies supportive spirit herbs, warning the breakthrough will be painful. Fu Leia hesitates not at all, opening her mouth to accept the power. Xingyu places the core inside to begin absorption. Immediately, Fu Leia's heart pounds as massive energy floods her body. She curls up tightly, struggling to control the explosive surge. Fu Leia throws her head back and roars, unleashing the surging Saint Light. Seconds later, she rockets into the sky with power far beyond before. But the overwhelming energy makes her scream in agony. Her body tears open, blood spraying as she struggles under breakthrough pressure. Losing control midair, Fu Leia plummets to the ground. Xingyu panics, ready to cut the spirit flow if she can endure. Suddenly, her eyes blaze bright, willpower awakened. Haunted by memories of being trafficked and abandoned, she vows not to fall again. Near death from failed evolution, she weakly opens her eyes, searching for hope. Xingyu's image appears in her mind, her final anchor. Back in reality, she forces herself to turn toward him, calling her name. With her last strength, she trembles and presses a hand into the snow. Fu Leia writes 3 firm words in the snow she can still continue. She hugs herself, resisting the raging power inside. Seeing the danger, Xingyu begs her to stop. He won't let her risk her life. At that moment, her wings erupt in blazing radiance. Feathers fall nonstop, and Xingyu rushes closer in alarm. Suddenly, she pulls him in and places a gentle kiss on his lips like a farewell. In that instant, her wings regenerate into pure white brilliance. After parting, Fu Leia blushes, eyes burning with resolve. She closes her eyes and releases the surging energy within. Xingyu rejoices she has broken past her limit and succeeded. The system confirms her evolution into Holy Seraph, bearing mythical bloodline and mighty saint-light skills. Xingyu beams as his partner ascends to an entirely new rank. Noticing lingering wounds, he anxiously checks her condition. He even tries to remove her armor to inspect further. Fu Leia instantly protests, blushing. She calls him pervy. Xingyu flusters in denial. Meidusha teases that their bond seems far closer than expected. Xingyu is stunned when the other 2 beasts appear outside contract, claiming they saw everything. To appease the jealous ladies, he promises a shopping spree for new clothes. The group heads to the city's central mall. Xingyu generously declares they can pick anything they like. The girls are shy. It's their first time in a human shopping center. Xingyu enthusiastically suggests a business outfit. Then he presents a kupao, earning Meidusha's approval. But the third option, a maid outfit, is clearly his true favorite. The girls instantly flare up, seeing through his shady taste. Both point at him like they've caught a pervert red-handed. Xingyu scrambles to explain he just wants them dressed nicely outside. Meidusha leans in teasingly, making him panic harder. As Xingyu cries for help, the other spirit beasts watch like it's a comedy show. In class, the teacher announces midterms begin with a train trip to Hongyan City. He adds that major merit could earn SS or even SS ratings. And Shrank Achiever even receives a Transcendentier Lightning Beast core. Xingyu, dozing off, gets called out, drawing the class attention. He confidently declares he'll secure an S rating. Later, students gather at the snowy station to board. As Xingyu waits, Shinshin suddenly runs over, shyly handing him a gift. Hez surprised she brought him something at the platform. Inside is a hank-knitted scarf. She blushes, saying she meant to give it earlier. Xingyu immediately wraps it around his neck. He sincerely thanks her, saying it feels wonderfully warm. The train whistle blows, the departure signal sounds. Xingyu promises to take Shinshin to a movie. After exam, she happily agrees. Their 2 friends instantly tease them about the lovey-dovey vibe. Xingyu cluelessly asks what they're whispering about, but gets only vague grins. The trio boards the train, ready for the exam mission. On board, Kangkyong Guild's Vice President Yan Nian appears, briefing them on an escort mission. She explains the rear carriages are easiest to attack and most prone to derailment. Xingyu instantly chooses the last car's higher risk, higher score. Yan Nian looks pleased with his bold choice. She personally leads his group to the most dangerous rear section. On the way, she cheerfully promises to treat him to Hongyan City delicacies. Guild members eagerly vow to host him. Xingyu's basically their treasure. A classmate jokes he looks more like a guild elder than a student. Lin Yu scoffs jealously, claiming Xingyu got in through the back door. The vice captain scolds Lin Yu for baseless slander, but he keeps sneering. Yan Nian defends Xingyu, affirming the recruitment was fair. Lin Yu argues his years of service deserve more respect. Xingyu replies a pharmacist's seat depends on skill, not seniority, fueling Lin Yu's anger. Calmly, Xingyu asks what he wants to bet. Lin Yu proposes a medical duel. Loser leaves Kangchuang Guild. Xingyu accepts instantly. Meanwhile, the train barrels through a blizzard in the wild mountains. From a nearby cliff, dark figures silently watch. Suddenly, a swarm of vicious rats launches an ambush. The train's emergency alarm blares. A combat order is issued. Everyone prepare to fight. Razor-sharp rat tails pierce through the carriage roof. One rat smashes through wood and drops inside. The monstrous rodent attacks like a rabid beast. Yan Nian commands a counterattack. Students summon their beasts. 2 more rats crash through windows, worsening the chaos. A female student panics. She's surrounded. Xingyu immediately takes charge of handling the monsters. He summons Fu Lei into battle. She erupts with Saint Light, striking the rats at lightning speed. In moments, she shatters the encirclement and clears the carriage. Suddenly, someone screams that Captain Qin was dragged onto the roof. Trapped in despair, Lian Ran roars angrily, if she can't break free now, she's dead. Refusing to hesitate, Fu Lei dashes forward. 1 second slower means Lian Ran's doom. She thrusts her spear into the hand gripping the hostage, forcing release or crippling it. The rat leader, racked in pain, tosses Lian Ran aside to save itself. But thrown midair means plunging into the deep lake below, still fatal. Seeing disaster unfold, Xingyu calls for backup. He can't save her alone in time. Xingyu instantly summons Bao Yu Dai, as only a fast flyer can intercept her fall. At the last second, the giant butterfly catches Lian Ran, saving her from certain death. Sensing danger behind, the rat leader spins and hurls blades to keep foes at bay. Spotting an opening, Xingyu shouts for Fu Laiya to strike. Miss this and they'll pay dearly. She understands instantly and charges without a word, aiming to finish it. Cornered, the rat leader spits lethal acid to stop her advance. Fu Laiya dodges cleanly with her wings. 1 drop would be fatal. Seizing the gap, she lands behind it, claiming total dominance. Without pause, she kicks hard, launching the rat leader skyward. As the target hangs exposed midair, she leaps in pursuit. This is the decisive moment. 1 clean slash tears the rat leader apart, ending the battle neatly. After the fight, Xingyu rushed over while Lian Ran was still mentally buffering from the beast's ridiculous power. Xingyu confirmed it had evolved into a 4-winged Holy Seraph, the kind of upgrade that flips battle scripts. Before they could relax, Lian Ran spotted a Transcendentier Blood Spear Overlord looming atop the train. the train suddenly shook like a washing machine, tossing everyone forward in panic. A gigantic hand grabbed the engine, announcing the monster had officially joined the chat. A colossal ape blocked the tracks with its body, clearly planning to turn the passengers into lunch. With one savage smash, it crushed the train to scrap, plunging everything into chaos. Amid the wreckage, the beast casually snatched a person like a toy, ignoring their desperate screams. It swallowed the victim whole without hesitation, making a brutal point to the crowd. Xingyu realized the hibernating demonic beast had been awakened by blood and was now hunting to recharge. Knowing escape was pointless, Lion Ran ordered all students to defend and repel the monster. Panic spread as many protested their tamed beasts were too weak, basically suicide fuel. Lin Yu calmly reassured them, saying weak beasts were fine since he'd backed them up. A dazzling golden three-tailed thunder fox appeared, hurling fierce lightning at the giant ape. Xingyu was stunned by its might, while Lion Ran smirked confidently at her not-so-weak partner. The ape roared in pain and fury, promising this round would be deadlier. Its roar summoned a horde of demonic apes from the cliffs, instantly tipping the numbers game. Xingyu groaned just finished the rats, now it's monkey mayhem. Refusing to be surrounded, the alpha ape lunged straight at the red fox. It poured power into a vicious bite, aiming to finish fast before backup reacted. The red fox roared back, unleashing its strength to hold the line. Xingyu sensed something off. The tamed beasts were acting beyond normal control. Right then, Xingyu warned of movement underwater, new danger incoming. Hearing Xingyu spun around, instincts screaming about the lurking threat below. The lake boiled with bubbles, a classic boss about to surface signal. Beneath the dark water, a colossal black serpent had been silently watching all along. Without warning, it burst out, sending up a massive water column and wrecking the battlefield vibe. It then manipulated the current to slam the train, clearly aiming to crush everyone aboard. Xingyu ordered Haifeng to unleash his strongest move, block it, or lose the train. Haifeng fired blazing red energy with a violent fire vortex to clash head-on with the tidal strike. The collision exploded in blinding light, shaking the lake like a mini earthquake. Steam obscured everything, but Xingyu kept watching. No way the monster was done. Sure enough, the serpent rose slowly, tongue flicking as it eyed them like appetizers. Wang Wen identified it as the complete form of Wangguan Sen Nian, an ultra-dangerous demonic beast. Realizing this was beyond students, Yan Ran ordered everyone back to the train for guild backup. But panicked students reported their tamed beasts were out of control. Someone had meddled. Yan Ran immediately accused Lin Yu, suspecting him of engineering this disaster. Amid the tension, Xingyu volunteered for the hardest job, holding off both demonic beasts alone. Before more debate, Wangguan Sennian lunged with jaws wide, ready to swallow Xingyu whole. Xingyu instantly ordered Freya to unleash light/flash strike first or be lunch. Freya shot upward and slashed hard at the serpent's jaw to break its assault. She followed up with rapid strikes at its weak points, throwing the beast off balance. Accelerating in close, Freya gathered all her power, primed for a finishing blow. The devastating strike slammed into the serpent's belly, and the giant couldn't handle the impact. Beaten senseless, Wangguan Sennian was blasted into a cliff with a bone-rattling crash. Xingyu seized the moment, ordering Haifeng to unleash Hellfire Chain Blaze on both snake and cliff-hugging apes. The serpent tried to resist with its powers, but was clearly running on fumes. Drained dry, it flipped onto its back, rare boss finishing window unlocked. Right then the ape horde rushed in to stir chaos, because timing is everything. Seeing the serpent weakened, Freya dashed in, knowing this was the final shot. One clean slash took off Wangguan Sennian's head before it could blink. The massive head hit the ground and rolled, confirming the beast's game over. Xingyu ordered the core collected and sent Haifeng to aid Yan Ran against the ape leader. But Yan Ran confidently stood her ground with her divine beast before the ape chief. The golden three-tailed thunder fox whipped its tail, unleashing the ultimate move, Thunderburst. A massive lightning sphere slammed into the ape leader's gut before it could dodge. Its body swelled from trapped lightning energy, roaring in pure agony. Seconds later, the ape leader exploded into smoke under overwhelming power. With their boss gone, the ape horde panicked and scattered. After the brutal streak of battles, everyone finally exhaled. The train was saved. Inside, Vice Captain Li furiously confronted Lin Yu about doping the tamed beasts. Lin Yu coolly argued that without him, the students wouldn't have dared fight back. He even mocked them to try curing a beast themselves, treating it like a skill check. Xingyu and Yan Ran exchanged knowing looks. Lin Yu's arrogance was about to backfire. Lin Yu smugly pressured Physician Xiao to kneel, claiming only he could save the beasts. The reply was icy. Xingyu had already secretly cured them. Lin Yu was stunned, his decade-long neurotoxin research undone in minutes. Xingyu calmly stated the gap between them was vast, they were never on the same level. He then exposed Lin Yu's crimes, from trafficking beast parts to shady deals. The accusations shocked the room, while Xingyu looked at him like trash. Cornered, Lin Yu suddenly pulled a knife, ready to gamble it all. He crazily lunged at Xingyu, thinking if he fell, so would his rival. Yan Ran reacted instantly, kicking him aside and shouting that he was courting death. Xingyu coldly signaled Freya some problems don't deserve mercy. Freya swung once, cleanly beheading Lin Yu and ending the traitor. Yan Ran declared his death and ordered preparations as the train neared a danger zone. After the turmoil, the train pushed on through desolate mountains. Night fell with a snowstorm, forcing a temporary stop. Yan Ran sensed the eerie silence too calm compared to past beast sieges. An announcement rang out they were approaching Tianlang Lake Station. Vice Captain Li added that the Longyu princess wished to travel with them to Huangyan City. Soon the train halted to receive the special guest. Excited chatter about the princess filled the air. When she appeared, the crowd was stunned by her striking beauty. Guanqian waved warmly, instantly making everyone feel at ease. Xingyu admitted she was gorgeous, though something felt off, not quite impressed-like. Yanran formally welcomed her and escorted her to the VIP room. Xingyu wondered who the princess was searching for in the crowd. Suddenly she pointed at Xingyu, demanding he attend her personally. Xingyu stood there stunned, called out by name by royalty. The next morning in the VIP room, Xingyu stood guard beside Guanqian. Their half-joking conversation created an oddly tense vibe. Suddenly the princess asked Xingyu to show his treasure she had seen through his identity. Flustered, Xingyu asked what she meant, but knew she meant proof. He finally produced the Emperor's Soul Token, proving he belonged to the same secret organization. Guanqian confirmed it, then awkwardly noted Xingyu hid the token in a questionable spot. She revealed the secret mission: hunt a shape-shifting demonic beast hiding among Huangyan City's top brass. Right then, Xingyu's system triggered a special quest with an SS tier reward. Xingyu realized the mission was so brutal even the princess had to join personally. He curiously asked why the Empress shoved her into the dangerous Emperor's Soul organization. Xingyu secretly doubted Guanqian's identity. She had zero dragon aura. The announcement cut and the train had arrived at Huangyan City. Upon arrival, City Lord Zhushang personally hosted a grand banquet to welcome them. During the feast, Guanqian subtly touched Xingyu's hand, reminding him the mission trumped all. Xingyu nodded softly. He hadn't forgotten the humanoid beast hunt. Zhushang enthusiastically introduced his generals to the princess and Xingyu. He presented Vice General Zhang Ming and other commanders of the city's beast army. Each greeted Guanqian and Xingyu with polite smiles. Guanqian quietly observed them all, suspecting the mole was among them. Suddenly Xingyu grabbed Zhang Ming's hand, stunning the room. Zhang Ming awkwardly asked why Xingyu was clutching him in public. Xingyu coldly declared he was a humanoid-type demonic beast in disguise. Zhu Shang instantly objected, baffled at the accusation against his vice general. Zhang Ming hurriedly defended himself, claiming Huangyan had requested their investigation. Guanqian asked for proof. Xingyu admitted had just arrived and had none yet. The crowd immediately criticized him for baseless slander. Xingyu calmly explained humanoid beasts can't summon tame beasts, test it and see. Zhang Ming froze, unable to comply. Zhu Shang grew suspicious, recalling Zhang Ming's beast was always absent. Suddenly a bizarre flower sprouted from Zhang Ming's hand, horrifying everyone. Exposed, Zhang Ming angrily demanded how Xingyu saw through his disguise. He lunged at Xingyu to silence the witness. Guanqian ordered his capture, confirming he was truly a humanoid beast. Instantly, numerous tame beasts were summoned to surround him. Zhang Ming controlled vines to wrap around himself defensively. The vines quickly formed a thick cocoon shielding his body. The beasts fired volleys of abilities at the cocoon to break it. A massive explosion sent smoke and vines flying everywhere. From the dense dust, the creature's true form slowly emerged. It was devouring demon poison vine, a beast specializing in infiltration and sabotage. It revealed it had handed the city's defense map to the demonic army preparing to attack. Guanqian immediately summoned Ice Soul Tulin to block it. The Kulin unleashed sharp ice blades in a frontal assault. Devouring demon poison vine staggered back in pain. Furious, Zhu Shang charged forward to kill the imposter himself. He ordered his beast to execute the traitorous monster at once. Yanran warned it wasn't strong but specialized in assassinating weak beast tamers. Even dying, it begged the demonic army to hurry and wipe out humanity. Before death, it unleashed a final move to drag the princess down with it. Poisonous spikes shot straight at Guanqian in a lethal instant. Xingyu dashed in to shield her, even joking that her perfume smelled nice. The city lord seized the chance and ordered the monster finished immediately. Once safe, Guanqian blushed and asked if Xingyu was hurt. Yanran rushed over, calling Xingyu, who awkwardly insisted he wasn't flirting on purpose. She sternly ordered him to leave Huangyan City at once. The situation was about to explode. Guanqian revealed the incoming attacker was Heavenly Father Undis, a terrifying Tier 1 beast god. Yanran urged Xingyu to retreat, as the city would soon become a brutal battlefield. But Xingyu firmly refused to withdraw, despite the looming danger. Xingyu declared defending the nation was his duty and chose to stay and fight. Zhu Shang was thrilled by the young man's fiery resolve. He immediately rallied all troops to defend Huangyan City. Guanqian remained cautious, knowing a beast god isn't easy prey. She called for reinforcements, hoping a grand general would arrive in time. Thunder roared across the sky, heralding imminent war. Reports showed most students had left, only Xingyu stayed behind. Guanqian ordered a defensive hold until reinforcements arrived, expecting a savage assault. In his chamber, Xingyu prepared rare materials to nurture a new tame beast. He poured 2 special concoctions into the growing plant. The plant instantly mutated, astonishing Xingyu. Within seconds, it sprouted unnaturally long vines. Its explosive growth left Xingyu genuinely impressed. Suddenly, it shattered the pot like a living creature. The vines wrapped around Xingyu's arm, clinging to their chosen master. Xingyu laughed at the ticklish grip and gently told it to behave. He officially named his first plant Beast Xiao Yuan. Xingyu sensed its ancient bloodline held terrifying battlefield potential. The system confirmed the new beast Tianhundeng, boasting powerful control and healing abilities. Elsewhere, the demonic beast learned devouring demon poison vine had been slain. A beast leader confirmed their infiltration plan had utterly failed. Heavenly Father Undis immediately ordered the assault on Huangyan City. Meanwhile, Xingyu stood atop the walls with the generals, surveying the field. Zhu Shang noticed Xingyu's odd expression and questioned him. Xingyu analyzed the eerie calm and attack should have come sooner. Suddenly he realized a fatal oversight. Devouring demon poison vine could control sand net worms beneath the city. At that moment, the ground inside the city exploded. Nearby defenders panicked and fell into newly opened pits. Waves of underground monsters erupted in a surprise assault. Simultaneously, a massive demonic army appeared outside the walls. Guan Qun realized the enemy numbered nearly 20,000 far beyond their defense. With no choice, she summoned her beast to engage. Guan Qian ordered the Longu forces to charge out and confront the horde. Amid underground chaos, a savage goblin skewered a defending soldier. A terrified little girl cried for help as a monster lunged from below. Just as it was about to strike, a burst of killing intent shot in. Yan Ran's little fox dashed out to shield the child. In a blink, it tore the grotesque creature apart. Yan Ran hugged the sobbing girl as she cried for her mother. Watching the chaos, Yan Ran knew this battle would be even bloodier. Elsewhere, Xing Yu unleashed Hellfire Lotus to clear swarms of monsters. Hai Feng blasted raging flames straight into a giant beast's belly. Struck head and the monster collapsed instantly. Xing Yu noticed creatures from White Bone Abyss and Kundai Mountain flooding in. Guan Qian asked if he could endure, but Xing Yu played tough. The Ice Soul Kulin counterattacked with a devastating frost torrent. In an instant, the target was completely frozen. The Kulin shattered the ice, finishing off Samatoad King. Xing Yu couldn't help but marvel at the Princess Divine Beast's power. Guan Qian generously gifted the monster core to Xing Yu. However, the Ice Soul Kulin was heavily injured by a fierce backlash. Refusing retreat, Xing Yu ordered Xiao Yin to deploy support abilities. Green mist from the vines spread, healing the Ice Soul Kulin. Guan Qian was stunned. It was the mythical beast Tianhun Deng. Xing Yu explained Xiao Yin could heal the entire team and boost allies' combat power. Guan Qian admitted his talent far surpassed a mere two-star beast tamer. The system confirmed mission completion and granted an SS reward. Xing Yu discovered the reward was the SS ability Hell Path for Hai Feng. The celebration barely lasted before a massive explosion cut it short. Urgent news arrived: the North Gate had fallen, and the battle line was collapsing. Soldiers reported the Third Army had suffered devastating losses. Many generals had died fighting colossal demonic beasts. Before them stood the terrifying Imperial Tier fusion beast Gokai Giant. Zhu Shang refused to retreat despite knowing the enemy outclassed him. He swore to defend Longyu's gate with his old life if needed. Zhu Shang personally confronted the giant on the front line. He ordered Giant Rhino Emperor to unleash full power. The divine beast charged forward with thunderous might. Its massive horn blocked the Gokai Giant's axe mid-swing. Seizing the moment, Giant Rhino Emperor countered with a brutal thrust. The colossal monster was finally knocked to the ground. Even so, Guan Qian worried Zhu Shang couldn't hold much longer. Xing Yu realized victory required destroying the beast's tunnel source. He devised a plan to use herbs to brew chaos-inducing medicine underground. Xing Yu ordered the concoction poured into the tunnels to mentally destabilize the beasts. Soon reports confirmed the tunnels had gone eerily quiet. The beasts were disoriented. Guan Qian praised his clever plan, and Xing Yu modestly shrugged it off. But in that split second of ease, an iron hook pierced Xing Yu's shoulder. He was violently dragged away, shocking everyone. The attacker was the transcendent mutated beast demon Sai the Croc. Facing danger, Xing Yu instantly summoned Freya. Freya appeared and sliced the hook chain, freeing her master. Though rescued, Xing Yu collapsed from exhaustion. Guan Qian rushed over in panic to check on him. She discovered the hook carried venom, worsening the danger. Xing Yu ordered Freya to purify the toxin with holy light. Once recovered, he immediately turned back to face the beast. Xing Yu commanded Hai Feng to unleash Hellfire Burst. Hai Feng fired violent purple flames at Demon Sai the Croc, but the beast was extremely agile and dodged every strike. As it closed in, Xing Yu ordered Freya to provide aerial support. Allies worried a transcendent beast isn't easy prey. Xing Yu confidently insisted he had a solution. He tossed the SS Beast energy crystal to Hai Feng. Hai Feng swallowed it without hesitation. Its power skyrocketed, energy erupting outward. The ground trembled as Hai Feng unleashed newfound strength. Xing Yu signaled it to go Alan for the finisher. Hai Feng formed a massive Hellfire Lotus sphere in the sky. A thunderous roar marked the technique's completion. Onlookers were horrified by the overwhelming force. Freya shielded Xing Yu as immense energy gathered. Xing Yu decisively ordered the attack released. The blazing sphere fell like a meteor. It condensed into a gigantic fire lotus above the beast. The lotus detonated, engulfing Demon Sai the Croc completely. After the explosion, flames faded to reveal the battlefield. The beast's corpse lay motionless in a scorched crater. Its body disintegrated, leaving behind a glowing core. Guan Qian was stunned that Xing Yu soloed a transcendent beast. In the distance, Beast God Undis raged that the city still stood. His subordinate reported all plans were foiled by a strange two-star beast tamer. Impatient, Undis decided to enter the battlefield personally. At that moment, guards announced a beast god had appeared before the city. Amid the savage horde, a dominant figure stepped forward. This fight was no joke. It was Undis, ranked 78th among beasts, smugly greeting Zhu Shang like a hunter spotting old prey. Recognizing him, Zhu Shang's face turned pale. He knew this monster's might. Realizing staying meant death, he ordered an immediate retreat from Huangyan City. But Undis wouldn't let prey escape, swinging his axe to declare the hunt begun. One terrifying strike shattered the earth, sending rocks and humans flying. The destructive shockwave spread, crushing Huangyan City like fragile paper. With one strike, the city became a sea of fire and dust. Apocalyptic vibes unlocked. People staggered up from the shockwave, knowing things were officially out of control. Xing Yu was horrified. The city fell in one blow. Without the barrier, they'd be ash. Injured Guan Shan urged the princess to retreat. Another second meant certain death. Amid chaos, Xing Yu's scarf snagged on iron, accidentally exposing his position. Undis sensed the familiar aura of Hell Illusion and the four-winged angel, so it was that brat. He instantly teleported over, clearly eyeing the special prey. Xingyu realized too late the teleport meant big trouble. Undis appeared before him and lifted him effortlessly, overwhelming power leaving no reaction time. The princess cried out Xingyu's name, but the power gap left her helpless. Undis smirked, deciding not to kill him yet curious if this special human tasted better. Crushed by beastly pressure, Xingyu nearly blacked out but clutched his scarf like a last straw. Seizing a flicker of distraction, he flung the scarf at Undis' suicidal defiance. Enraged, Undis choked Xingyu with one hand and slammed his axe into the ground with the other. The double-bladed axe shattered stone, cracking the earth again. He sneered, still resisting at this point. Stubborn prey indeed. Losing patience, Undis hurled Xingyu down like trash. The impact exploded and blinding light 1 inch off and had be paced. At the final second, General Lu caught him mid-fall, saving him from certain death. Seeing Xingyu still argue while being carried, General Lu laughed. Good, the kid's alive. Guanshan rushed over anxiously. Another hit like that and he would survive. General Lu ordered the princess to take Xingyu away. Staying would only hinder the fight. But from the smoke, Undis charged again. He wasn't done with his prized prey. General Lu stood firm, arrogantly blocking the rank 7-8 beast's path. Provoked, Undis commanded his mutant horde to swarm and crush him by numbers. The beasts roared and surged forward like a tidal wave, aiming to tear General Lu apart. Calmly, he summoned Vermilion Bird and ordered Blazing Sky Incineration. Vermilion Bird soared, temperature spiking, hellfire incoming. It screeched, crimson flames engulfing its body, air warping from the heat. From above, it dived earthward carrying a raging firestorm. A sea of flames swallowed the beasts. The slow ones turned instantly to ash. Afterward, doctors confirmed Xingyu was badly injured but not dying. Collective sigh of relief. In the quiet room, Xingyu finally opened his eyes, faintly hearing the princess nearby. He sat up immediately. Battle wasn't over, no time for bed rest. Medusa reassured him Undis was no match for the Air Force Grand General alone. Still, Xingyu insisted on going. He hadn't retrieved his scarf, and Lu Jin would be furious. More importantly, he sensed another divine beast aura beside Undis earlier. Medusa was shocked. Another beast god meant the fight just escalated. Meanwhile, the battlefield trembled as energy clashes suffocated heaven and earth. General Lu raised his hand, flames gathering around him. Finisher mode activated. He unleashed Red Lotus Phoenix Sword, fire condensing into a colossal blade. Standing atop Vermilion Bird, he aimed at Undis, ready to drown him in flames. Yet despite the roaring inferno, Undis stood firm. High-ranked beasts aren't pushovers. Undis sneered, admitting Lu Jiangjin was humanity's youngest and strongest 9-star beast tamer. Lu Jiangjin coldly replied that 30 minutes were enough to crush his beasts. Undis laughed in disdain. He wasn't alone and had backup ready. Suddenly the sky trembled as seawater surged into a colossal vortex in the desert. The air reeked of ocean brine, as if the sea itself had invaded the sands. A massive water tornado with lightning crashed down. New boss entering. From the swirling sea emerged an imposing figure, instantly weighing down the atmosphere. Naga appeared, mocking Undis as useless for being pushed this far by Lu Jiangjun. Undis hurriedly pleaded if this continued, Lord Nihai would punish him. Naga coldly recalled their feud at Sky Island. This time Shed raised the entire city. At the mention of the reed-haired girl, Lu Jiangjun's eyes shifted with old memories. Rage ignited, flames around him roaring upon recognizing Naga. The two powerhouses clashed instantly, energy turning the battlefield into a blur. Naga roared she would wash away past humiliation by taking Lu Jiangjun's head. Not to be outdone, Undis vowed that if she took his head, he'd rip out the Longu princess' heart. Hearing that, Lu Jiangjun charged, touched the princess over his corpse. He unleashed 10,000 fires converge, crimson flames spiraling into a colossal vortex. The inferno swept all, heat forcing Undis to cough blood. The temperature soared beyond survival limits under Lu Jiangjun's fury. Undis blamed Naga for provoking him. Naga snapped back it was he who threatened the princess. Cornered, Undis unleashed gravity power intent on destroying the city. A massive meteor descended from the sky, targeting Lu Jiangjun. He ordered Vermilion Bird to intercept. If it fell, the region was doomed. Vermilion Bird soared up, shielding its master from the catastrophic strike. The impending collision made surrounding energy erupt violently. Upon impact, the meteor shattered into countless fragments. A deafening blast tore the air as fire and stone formed a chaotic storm. Amid smoke, Naga appeared behind Lu Jiangjun with a sinister grin. She cast a giant reflection barrier, trapping Lu Jiangjun and Vermilion Bird inside. Just as Undis thought victory was near, a pink beam from the sky blasted him away. Staggering up, Undis realized the strike carried terrifying dragon flames. Looking up, he saw figures atop a platform. Human reinforcements had arrived. Xingyu calmly told Lu he could only hold for 10 minutes before collapsing. Naga sensed bloodline suppression and panicked. Pure Dragon Clan aura should vanished centuries ago. While they were distracted, Lu Jiangjun rushed from behind, calling Naga a stinky loach. Undis barely reacted before a heavy punch smashed into his face. A barrage of punches followed like a storm, forcing the beast backward. Dalu ended with a brutal kick, launching Undis away. Though overwhelmed, Undis endured. Retreat meant death by Lord Nihai. Instead of facing Dalu, he suddenly charged at Xingyu, aiming to kill the tamer first. Undis leapt high and brought his axe down towards Xingyu's head. Dalu instantly shielded her master, blocking the descending blade. She even caught the axe barehanded, completely unscathed. Undis stared in horror. Someone dared grab his weapon with bare hands. Dalu coldly declared trash like him dared touch her master. She clenched the axe and crushed it into fragments with sheer force. Not giving Undis a second to breathe, she lunged in with a sledgehammer punch. The blow rattled through Undis' body, his bones trembling like cheap china. Blood burst from his mouth as the brutal hit wrecked him inside out. But Dalu suddenly sensed something fishy and stopped cold. Her hand passed clean through Undis' no organs, just premium emptiness. The body shattered and vanished like a budget illusion. Xingyu instantly recognized the old trick. It was a mirror projection. In the distance, Naga snapped. Annoyed, Undis hadn't stalled Lu Jiangjun long enough. Undis exhaled shakily, thanking Naga for the clutch illusion save. He quickly schemed to pin down Dalu while Naga killed Xingyu first. With that, he charged Dalu, dragging her into a life-or-death duel. Dalu welcomed the fight. She'd been itching to teach him manners. Their fists collided head-on, the shockwave making the air quake. Mid-fight, Undis suddenly retreated and yelled for backup. A butterfly appeared, morphing into a woman, instantly putting Xingyu on guard. When she dashed straight at him, Xingyu knew things just got ugly. She grabbed the back of his shirt and hoisted him skyward. Xingyu dangled helplessly in midair, zero counterplay available. Furious, Dalu unleashed a skill to yank her master back. Forced to release Xingyu, the attacker backed off and left the rest to Naga. Xingyu plummeted from above, completely out of control. Naga opened a vortex, dragging him into her mirror world. Dalu rushed to save him, but Xingyu was already pulled into another space. Surrounded by endless memory illusions, Xingyu coolly exposed them as cheap tricks. In the mirror realm, Naga appeared before him like a queen holding all the cards. She casually revealed she knew he was Xingyu, the beast tamer stirring the whole battlefield. Xingyu replied coldly that now she'd have to be buried with that secret. Naga scoffed, alone and beastless. What was he going to kill her with? She summoned a massive mirror bow and drew the string to finish her prey. The arrow exploded into countless glass shards, raining down like death confetti. Too fast to dodge, Xingyu realized he'd walked straight into a kill shot. At that instant, Lu Jiangjun burst in and shoved him out of harm's way. Thousands of glass shards pierced straight through Lu Jiangjun instead. His body began dissolving before Xingyu's eyes, sending him into a panic. Xingyu stood frozen as his protector faded into nothingness. Naga laughed triumphantly. She'd finally killed Long Guo's Air Force general. Thrilled, she declared her 10-year grudge settled and no one left to shield Xingyu. Yet Xingyu suddenly laughed, baffling Naga. Clenching his fists, he declared Naga's death day had arrived and had rip out her beast core. His fierce gaze made Naga falter, though she masked it with calm. She drew her bow again, ready to end him with mirror force. Before she could fire, a powerful strike blasted the bow from her hand. The force pierced the wall behind her, shaking the battlefield. Naga cursed Undis for failing to stop Dalu from barging in. Dalu stormed into the mirror realm while Medusa held Undis outside. Xingyu coldly stated that thanks to Lu Jiangjun buying time, he was still alive. Naga insisted that dragon power or not, he was just a masterless tamer. But looking up, she froze. Juke was still soaring in the sky. Panic flickered across her face that meant Lu Jiangjun might not be dead. Sure enough, Lu Jiangjun reappeared, mocking that a 9th-level beast tamer can share immortality with his beast. Realizing they faced two divine beasts, Naga knew staying meant guaranteed defeat. She unleashed Mirror Sea, raising a massive wall to cover her escape. Lu Jiangjun stood before Xingyu, telling him to fall back while he handled the rest. He activated fusion with Joke, power spiking instantly. A colossal ring of fire spiraled skyward into a terrifying flame tornado. The energy blast boomed, blasting rocks outward from the epicenter. Amid the inferno, Lu Jiangjun stood tall with blazing phoenix wings. He invited Xingyu to charge, while Xingyu secretly admired the absurdly cool transformation. Seeing the tide turn, Undis panicked and urged Naga to retreat. They couldn't win. Cornered, Undis desperately summoned heavenly lightning for a final strike. Naga unleashed illusory sea mirror, pouring everything into one decisive move. Calmly, Lu Jiangjun asked Xingyu if he knew how to play with fire. Dalu fired Dragon's Breath, combining it with Lu Jiangjun's attack. Two massive waves of flame surged forward to meet the enemy's ultimate head-on. Four forces collided in a catastrophic explosion, blasting everyone backward. Flames roared as shockwaves hurled debris across the battlefield. Naga panicked as searing heat began roasting her alive. Undis fared worse, nearly burned to a crisp and clueless how he lost so badly. Through the flames, Lu Jiangjun burst out and landed steadily. Smoke filled the sky while embers still burned fiercely. The battlefield became ruins. The ground collapsed into a massive crater. At the crater's bottom, two glowing beast cores shimmered. On the walls, soldiers erupted in cheers. They had defended the city. Lu Jiangjun thanked Xingyu and gifted him the two beast cores. He suddenly asked if Xingyu had found his scarf, catching him off guard. Xingyu realized Lu Jiangjun seemed to know a lot about him. Lu Jiangjun casually revealed Xingyu was the Empress' secret wanted criminal, so yes, he had intel. Xingyu bluntly asked if he planned to expose his identity. Before answering, Lu Jiangjun suddenly collapsed, shocking Xingyu. He complained his spiritual power was drained, no energy left to arrest anyone. Xingyu sighed, knowing the old general was clearly playing dumb. Dalu and Medusa arrived. Xingyu brushed it off and prepared to leave. He muttered that the dragon spirit pill had worn off and his body was about to give out. Just then, Lu Jiangjun's phone rang unexpectedly. He checked it and saw a new message. It simply read, "So hungry, but don't want takeout." His eyes softened instantly at the message. He replied, "Hang on 2 more days, I'll cook something good at home." At the hospital, Yanran anxiously asked why Xingyu's condition worsened suddenly. The doctors were helpless machines, showed no clear cause. Guanqian ordered them to save him at all costs, making things more awkward. Right then, Lu Jiangjun and Empress Guanlan entered, stunning everyone. The Empress took out a vial, saying ordinary medicine couldn't save Xingyu. She handed over blood of the 7-colored Chulin to heal him. It was a rare miracle drug appearing once a decade, capable of dragging someone back from death's door. Guanxian immediately fed it to Xingyu, praying he'd wake soon. Elsewhere, a terrifying figure raged upon hearing the 10-year plan was ruined. Nahai sat on his throne controlling a fireball, eyes brimming with killing intent. He slammed the armrest, cursing his useless subordinates. His oppressive power warped the surrounding demons out of shape. He ordered Xingyu added to the kill list for wrecking the grand plan. In the hospital, Xingyu slowly opened his eyes to the smell of disinfectant. Empress Guanlan sat by his bed, delighted he was finally awake. Lu Jiangjun explained the thing in his mouth was priceless seven-collared Qulin blood. Guanlan frowned at Lu Jiangjun's vague tone. Clearly she wanted him to get to the point. Lu Jiangjun tried to recruit Xingyu into the Air Force, but Empress Guanlan's glare shut that down instantly. He quickly backtracked, claiming Xingyu feared heights and wasn't Air Force material. Please let Her Majesty decide. Politely dismissed, Lu Jingjun retreated from the room at once. Guanlan reminded Xingyu many sought him, but her path, though dangerous, paid handsomely. Xingyu sat up straight, signaling he understood the Empress' hint. Secretly, however, he vowed one day to snatch her throne too. Outside, Guanlan saw Lu Jiangjun still waiting and asked what else he wanted. He quietly reported urgent news about the man in black. By his instincts, that man resembled someone familiar. Guanlan immediately suspected he might be Xiao Lian's secret son. Half a month later, Didu buzzed under lights blazing all night. Xingyu was swarmed by reporters eager for his heroic war tales. They grilled him about the ragged scarf and rumors he slaughtered hundreds of beasts. The press also pried into his relationship with the princess. Guanxian coldly asked if they were fabricating royal gossip. The reporters instantly backed off in fear. Xingyu mused that princess status was a handy media shield. Just then, a familiar voice called him Xiaoyu from afar. Xingyu happily waved back at his sister. He quickly excused himself from the princess since family had arrived. Xingyu ran over to greet everyone from the academy. The dean beamed, saying his achievements would skyrocket enrollment. She handed him a room card, making Xingyu briefly suspect shady rules. Annoyed, she clarified it was the key to a new house for the siblings. It was a villa in Bahaijinfu, the wealthiest district of Longyin. Xingyu recalled the Lu Jin Club lived there, two future neighbors unlocked. Before him stood a lavish villa with doors gleaming like gold-plated treasure. Xingyu adjusted his cool demeanor and strode in like the new boss. He was immediately blocked at the entrance by two familiar faces. Xingyu awkwardly straightened his signature scarf. The girl stepped forward and gently stroked the scarf like a prized relic. The other person looked irritated at the overly intimate scene. Inside the villa, a glowing sword and a precious beast core rested on the table. Xingyu recognized the Scarlet Flame Heavenly King core and a rare Shrank demonic weapon. With such rewards, he decided it was time to advance to 4-star level. Xingyu called Teacher Chen to arrange the 4-star Beast Tamer exam. The teacher agreed, saying the test would be at the Sea Spirit Clan ruins. Later, Xingyu took little Meng Meng out to help her try summoning a beast. Suddenly, a low-level Scarlet Poison Wolf leapt out to block them. Meng Meng panicked at the wolf's sudden appearance. Xingyu forced her to fight, declaring he wouldn't summon any beast, his life depended on her. The Scarlet Poison Wolf roared and charged, claws shredding the ground. Xingyu stood still, baffling Meng Meng as to why he wouldn't dodge. The wolf's sharp fangs sank into his shoulder, drawing blood. Gritting his teeth, Xingyu warned that if she didn't act, he'd truly die. Meng Meng trembled in fear, still unable to step forward. The wolf roared again and lunged once more. At that moment, her will to protect her brother ignited. Xingyu was stunned as Meng Meng finally struck down the wolf. A colossal phoenix manifested behind her with majestic wings. Xingyu marveled that her bloodline uniquely attracted pure phoenixes. It was the Golden Feather Phoenix, a pure bird with nirvana talent and karmic flames. Meng Meng immediately ordered the Golden Feather Phoenix to attack. The phoenix folded its wings and shot razor-sharp feathers like arrows. Pierced multiple times, the Scarlet Poison Wolf howled and writhed on the ground. Meng Meng angrily declared it would pay for hurting her brother. A massive fireball surged forward, incinerating the wolf completely. The explosion boomed, making the entire forest tremble. Xingyu applauded she had finally summoned her beast. Meng Meng still couldn't believe she actually did it. She burst into tears and hugged her brother, proud to have conquered her fear. She recalled the trauma from being attacked by a beast 10 years ago. She realized she'd been delaying adulthood with fear as an excuse. The thought only made her cry harder. Xingyu laughed, admitting he'd only faked danger to force her to fight. He summoned Xiaoyan to heal his wound. Freya appeared, radiating life energy to mend his body. Meng Meng angrily punched him for tricking her. The system suddenly unlocked a new title and rewarded the Azure Dragon God tier Alchemy Furnace. Xingyu secretly rejoiced at the unexpected bonus. They headed home, with Meng Meng declaring she'd enroll in Qinglong Academy. Later, Xingyu was summoned to Yelin Hall to meet the Empress. Guanlan said today's topic was the Star Purge plan. She revealed Naihai had drafted an assassination list of genius beast tamers, Xingyu included. Guanlan handed him the Sea Spirit Clan treasury key, promising the treasure if he survived. Xingyu instantly chose risk, the reward was too tempting. Guanlan tossed him the key and ordered him to return alive. At the Sea Spirit Clan ruins, waves crashed around towering rocks. Team leader Chen ordered a full inspection before candidates arrived. Near the restroom, strange noises startled Lu Li, as if something was crawling closer. A mysterious spirit clung to the wall. Inching forward, whatever lay behind the door was spiraling out of control. The noises abruptly stopped, the eerie silence hinting something inside had completely changed. The restroom door creaked open, revealing lifeless eyes. Whoever stepped out was no longer human. Liu Li emerged with a cold, sinister aura, nothing like her former gentle self. At the river dock, Rongjin prepared to send Xingyu to the ruins by warship, embracing the publicity. With no other transport, he urged Xingyu aboard the only route there. Rongjin flaunted the spectacle, knowing Xingyu's brilliance would otherwise attract rivals. Meanwhile, Teacher Wang grumbled as all candidates arrived except Xingyu. Suddenly, the Poseidon warship appeared, stunning the examiners. Rongjin personally escorted Xingyu to the judges, making Teacher Wang instantly praise his punctuality. Examiner Liu Yi announced the first task: slay 20 black crystal snakes, 10 shadow demons, and 1 wind-flowing emperor python. Next, cross the thorn marsh and never enter the forbidden zone unless courting disaster. Rongjin asked if he was confident. Xingyu arrogantly guaranteed victory. In the control room, Lula's gaze turned icy upon seeing Xingyu on the monitor. She then left abruptly, leaving Chen Yang confused. The surveillance system suddenly failed across the board, clear sabotage. In the ruins, Xingyu calmly ordered Haifeng to unleash Hellfire Burst to start the hunt. Haifeng roared, blasting flames and instantly killing a black crystal snake. The corpse turned into a crystal core, marking the start of his loot collection. Xingyu swiftly completed the first quota, declaring the challenge easy. Just as he relaxed, a sound behind him made him spin around alert. Li stepped from behind a tree, praising his speed with an unfriendly smile. Catching him off guard, she suddenly hurled a dagger straight at him. Assassination confirmed. Xingyu sensed the killing intent and narrowly dodged, avoiding instant defeat. Li was shocked her sneak attack failed. This target wouldn't be easy. Xingyu instantly realized a teacher showing up here meant this was no ordinary exam. Medusa exposed her true identity: Dark Knight Bat Queen, Naha's trusted lieutenant, definitely not small fry. Though her direct control skills weren't top tier, her overall power crushed most foes. His allies worried whether his body could survive another dragon spirit pill if things escalated. Giving no prep time, Li attacked at once, declaring Xingyu wouldn't escape today. Giant thorny flowers burst from the ground, closing in like carnivorous traps. The flowers twisted into grotesque humanoid creatures, clearly her summoned troops. Xingyu shifted to defense as the flower monsters charged together. Li urged them to kill him, while Xingyu pinned all hopes on Haifeng. He ordered Haifeng to unleash Hellfire Lotus, choosing brute force to shatter the siege. A massive fireball swept the field, obliterating everything and blasting the terrain apart. Haifeng tore an infernal devouring demon vine to shreds, scaring the other two back. Refusing defeat, they retaliated with a storm of razor-sharp thorn vines. At the critical moment, Freya appeared, drawing her sword to block and pulling Xingyu from danger. She met the thorn rain head-on, sparks flying 1 second slower, and had be skewered. Seizing the opening, she leapt and unleashed a sword arc, blasting the 2 vines away. Haifeng sprang forward to pursue, denying them any regroup time. Its massive jaws bit one clean in half, crushing the would-be counterattacker. Freya tightened her grip, battle aura surging. She knew the real threat hadn't moved yet. Li coldly noted Freya's strength sword, proof this opponent had serious backing. Xingyu retorted her minions were dead, but Li sneered they were never friends. Stroking her bloodied blade, she declared she'd personally toy with him instead of using trash pawns. Without warning, she burst forward at terrifying speed, nearly too fast to track. Freya instantly shielded Xingyu, knowing one hit on him meant game over. Li stepped on the blade, mocking her good reflexes still too slow. She followed with a sledgehammer kick aimed straight at Freya. The blow made Freya's eyes widen in pain as she was launched from her guard post. The sheer force shattered her ribs, exposing the massive power gap. Freya collapsed into Xingyu, blood spilling. This was dire. Seeing his master cornered, Haifeng tried a sneak attack from behind. Li didn't even turn, eyes closed. She casually hurled a dagger backward. The blade, packed with immense force, stabbed into Haifeng's abdomen, halting the ambush. She then flung him aside, his heavy body crashing down like a boulder. Xingyu panicked, both his trump cards were down in moments. Li calmly recalled her blood-stained dagger, treating the fight like light exercise. Licking the blade, she promised to send all 3 to hell soon. Xingyu realized she hadn't even gone all out, just raw physical power crushed them. Cornered, he roared for his final ace, Xiaoyin, to strike unexpectedly. Li stood waiting, even daring him to use every trick he had. From Xingyu's body, Xiaoyin shot out strange silver vines toward her. Seizing the brief opening, Xingyu ordered a desperate counterattack. Xiaoyin's vines wrapped tightly around Li's arm, shocking her and knocking the dagger loose. The weapon flew and stabbed into the ground. Control finally slipped from her grasp. Li froze in fury, realizing her prey had disarmed her. Xingyu instantly pressed the advantage, ordering healing for his allies while calling for a counteroffensive. Even bound, Li sneered that a 2-star beast like Xiaoyin couldn't hold her. She erupted with pressure, shredding the vines and forcing Haifeng and Freya back. In the lab, Chen Yang detected Beast Emperor demonic aura on the island, shocking the chief examiner. Instruments showed 27 demonic concentration, confirming a Beast Emperor level intruder. They urgently contacted the Navy for backup as candidates were in grave danger. Back on the field, a massive explosion shook the mountaintop, debris flying everywhere. Afterward, Xingyu and his 2 allies were badly injured but still burning with resolve. Li spread her wings and descended before them, strolling forward like a cat toying with mice. Xingyu, exhausted and gasping, knew one wrong move meant the end. Spotting the Sea Spirit Clan Forbidden Zone stele, he realized it might be his only escape. Knowing he couldn't win, he gathered strength and ordered Haifeng and Freya to retreat. Xingyu unleashed all remaining power, gambling everything on a desperate plan. Luli seemed amused, admitting his courage surpassed most beast tamers even at death's door. But under Niha's orders, she chose to end the game and kill him outright. Demonic aura flared violently as she raised her dagger with icy eyes. She hurled the blade, packed with brutal force, straight at Xingyu. Too fast to dodge, the dagger stabbed into his shoulder. Struck, he lost balance and fell backward. Momentum carried Xingyu straight into the abyss beside the forbidden zone. Lili stood at the cliff's edge, coldly gazing down at her fallen prey. A cruel smile curved her lips, satisfied with the outcome. Holding Xingyu's name tag, she declared the target dead. Night fell as Rong Jin led a search party, anxiously calling Xingyu's name. They found traces at last, but everyone turned pale at the scene. Blood stained the forbidden zone still. Surely Xingyu was gone. Elsewhere, Shangguan Chuan confronted her mother for not placing Xingyu under protection. She could understand investing in him only to let him face death. Shangguan Lan coldly replied the imperial family had no such thing as sentiment. Crushed by her mother's icy gaze, Shangguan Chun left in silence. Meanwhile, Shinshin still believed Xingyu was alive despite rumors. Hugging her pillow, she recalled their movie promise, refusing to accept his death. Suddenly, her phone lit up with a new message. Seeing Xingyu as the sender, Shinshin burst into joyful tears. In truth, at the abyss bottom, Xingyu was alive, quietly holding his phone. He texted Shinshin to reassure everyone he was safe. After sending it, he sighed. At least it eased someone's worry. But covered in wounds, he could only limp along the cliffside. He reminded himself he couldn't die yet. Revenge awaited. Deeper in the abyss, he discovered a colossal structure hidden in darkness. Moss-covered stone pillars and seashells revealed the ruins of the Sea Spirit clan. Xingyu recalled legends of the once-glorious human-sea beast hybrid race. Yet that civilization had been destroyed and erased from history. Suddenly, the golden key in his pocket began to glow. It floated up and shattered into countless fragments of light. The fragments fused into a floating golden cube. A beam from the cube shot into the lake, pointing to the true Sea Spirit treasure. Realizing the clue, Xingyu dove into the water, following the light. But a strange suction dragged him deeper underwater. Looking up, he was stunned to see a massive white palace beneath the sea. Xingyu frowned at the cube in his hand. He was trapped under this palace now. A jellyfish drifted over his head, jolting Xingyu so life still existed here. He recalled the legend after the Sea Spirit clan fell, their souls became deadly spirits. The jellyfish suddenly spoke, proving it was anything but ordinary. Deep in the palace, dark energy swirled into a bloodred vortex. Xingyu grew alert. The power felt anything but friendly. Black tendrils gathered atop the ancient palace like creeping tentacles. They slithered down the stairs toward rows of dormant ancient cocoons. The sinister energy seeped into them, as if awakening sealed horrors. Skeletal hands burst from the cocoons like corpses rising from the sea. Centuries-old wraiths tore free one by one. They raised their hands in a grotesque ritual amid crimson waters, pure nightmare fuel. Xingyu knew battle was inevitable and began gathering power. He charged straight into the wraiths, carving his own escape route. Xingyu summoned Freya, who shot out like an arrow to block the first wave. Freya swung her sword, radiant arcs slicing through enemy ranks. The slash split multiple wraiths in half, their bodies shattering in water. Yet the severed forms regenerated, making the effort seem pointless. Restored, the wraiths stared at them with bloodthirsty eyes. Xingyu realized even Freya's holy light couldn't destroy them. He noticed faint blue tentacles attached to each wraith's back. The tentacles stretched toward the palace center, clearly controlling them. Xingyu swam toward the center, knowing that was the route. The mysterious jellyfish followed silently, deepening his suspicion. He signaled Freya to hold the wraiths while he broke the formation. A ghost king with grotesquely long arms suddenly lunged at them. Freya split an approaching wraith in two to maintain distance. She unleashed strike after strike, pushing back the tide like swarm. Xingyu told the jellyfish that if it didn't wish harm, it should help them survive. The jellyfish responded by releasing strange blue bubbles. A fanged wraith lunged straight at Xingyu. The jellyfish suddenly enlarged, tentacles spreading like a giant shield. It blocked the attack with its body, protecting Xingyu. The monster halted before the jellyfish's massive form. Moments later, the wraith was trapped inside a water bubble. The jellyfish guided the bubble away from Xingyu. Understanding the trick, Xingyu ordered Freya to spin water and create more bubbles. Freya burst into light, forming a massive water vortex that generated air spheres. Numerous bubbles formed, imprisoning the howling wraiths inside. With the wraiths neutralized, Xingyu thanked the jellyfish for saving him. Touching the fading body of Vintinum, he sensed the creature weakening. Upon contact, horrifying memories flooded his mind. He saw a colossal black dragon with blooded eyes and jagged teeth. Before it, all beings seemed tiny, screaming in despair. Crowds fled in panic, crying for help. The black dragon drooled hungrily as if starved for ages. It roared earth-shakingly, jaws large enough to swallow a warship whole. The Sea Spirit King emerged amid the waves, trident in hand to face the beast. He hurled the trident, brimming with immense power, at the black dragon. Xingyu jolted awake from the terrifying vision. The creature matched the legendary dragon of despair. Xingyu asked Vintinum about the Sea Spirit King's fate after that battle. Vintinum's silence told him the Sea Spirit clan likely perished entirely. With no exit found, Xingyu decided to fly toward the central pillar of light. Freya spread her wings and carried Xingyu upward toward the glow. The duo approached the beam of light shooting from the ancient palace's heart. From above, Xingyu spotted two grudge spirit squads going at it like angry ghosts on overtime. A new type of grudge spirit popped up, making him suspect the demon beast army had stormed the ruins. Deep inside the palace, Hai Ling Wang's seal began to crack ominously. Dark flames wrapped his body as he awoke from a very long beauty sleep. Xingyu stared in shock, not expecting Hai Lingwang to still be kicking. Hai Lingwang charged with sky-killing intent, clearly labeling Xingyu as intruder. Right then, Vintonum appeared beside Xingyu and fired an air bubble at Hai Lingwang. The bubble zoomed straight ahead, stunning every onlooker. Hai Lingwang blinked at the bizarre attack like seriously. He instantly hurled his trident to smash it. The trident surged forward, dragging a terrifying tidal wave with it. The two forces collided in a massive blast that sent Vintonum flying. Vintonum slammed into Xingyu and both tasted instant pain. Dark energy began gathering inside Hai Lingwang. Blue light radiated from him, cracking nearby stone with sheer pressure. Hai Lingwang looked up at Xingyu with ice-cold eyes. Gripping his trident, he lunged without a shred of hesitation. Fu Leia quickly grabbed Xingyu and dodged the lethal strike. But a sudden whirlpool sucked them in, and Xingyu slipped from Fu Leia's grasp. Xingyu clutched Vintonum as the whirlpool spun them like laundry. Hai Lingwang chased relentlessly, clearly not in a forgiving mood. At the critical moment, Vintonum glowed and formed a shield to block the killing blow. Seizing the chance, Xingyu ordered Fu Leia to counterattack. Hai Lingwang spun and knocked Fu Leia away before her strike could land. She crashed hard into a rock wall, tipping the battle firmly toward Hai Lingwang. Seeing his foe down, Hai Lingwang paused as if weighing something. Then he gathered power again, forming a colossal water vortex to continue the hunt. Xingyu panicked and called Fu Leia back before the next strike hit. Both the summoning attack and Hai Lingwang's power targeted Fu Leia at once. Luckily, she retreated in time and dodged another fatal hit. Xingyu saw Hai Lingwang swimming upward, clearly charging something nastier. He sensed a massive wave incoming and realized things were spiraling out of control. Xingyu urgently asked Vintonum for a plan, since dragging this out meant drowning for sure. Just as hope faded, a sudden beam of light appeared underwater. Xingyu recognized it as the ancient city's control core activating. With no time to hesitate, he swam desperately toward the old city. Gritting his teeth, Xingyu squeezed into a narrow entrance to escape pursuit. Inside the ancient city, he finally surfaced. Xingyu gulped in air like it was the greatest luxury ever. Before him stood a ruined palace in the city's center. At its heart sat a mysterious figure motionless on a throne. Xingyu set Vintonum down and cautiously approached. Staring at the petrified body, he wondered who on earth it was. Vintonum finally introduced herself as Princess Weini of the Hailing clan. She pointed at the statue and said it was Gilafen, leader of the war that doomed their clan. Weini begged Xingyu to destroy Gilafen and free their souls. Xingyu asked what would become of them if he did. Weini sadly replied they were wandering spirits who longed for release. After a brief pause, Xingyu decided to accept the request. He immediately summoned Haifeng and ordered it to prepare its ultimate move. But right then, Hai Lingwang burst upward from below. Furious, he attacked the moment he sensed intruders. Hai Lingwang stood before the statue as if guarding it. He swung his trident, knocking away every incoming strike. Even surrounded, Hai Lingwang roared and fought stubbornly. Xingyu grew annoyed as the man clung to them and blocked their target. In the stalemate, Xingyu shouted for Fu Laiya to coordinate. Weini stirred the pot, claiming Hai Lingwang had become Gili Fen's puppet. Feigning sorrow, she still urged Xingyu to defeat him. Xingyu finally ordered Haifeng to unleash the Hellpath Claw. As Haifeng roared to charge up, Hai Lingwang rushed in to stop it. Haifeng countered with Thunder's claws, slashing straight at his foe. The hit made Hai Lingwang roar in pain, yet he stubbornly clung on. With brutal force, he slammed Haifeng down, flipping the battlefield again. Hai Lingwang advanced viciously, intent on finishing Xingyu. At that instant, Xingyu signaled Haifeng to use Shadow Clone as a distraction. Fu Leia seized the opening and struck from behind. But Hai Lingwang had anticipated it and reacted instantly. He summoned a wild soul to block the counterattack. Fu Leia barely adjusted before scrambling to defend. Even guarding hard, she was injured under the crushing pressure. Xingyu ordered her activate Holy Light Guard to survive. Meanwhile, Hai Lingwang kept pressing forward relentlessly. Fu Leia resisted his aura, desperately stalling for time. Vintonum suddenly offered to hold her father back and urged Xingyu to destroy the red gem. Trusting her, Xingyu dashed toward the statue. Seeing his daughter in danger, Hai Lingwang hurled his trident at her. Vintonum was struck and screamed in agony, shocking Xingyu. Xingyu called her name, thinking she was gravely wounded. Playing dying, Vintonum urged him to keep destroying the gem. Xingyu desperately yanked the red orb from Galifen's statue. The moment he touched it, the surroundings began to shift. Hai Lingwang panicked and shouted for him to stop, but Xingyu had already pulled the gem free. In the chaos, the orb slipped from his hand. The red sphere shattered completely. Xingyu turned back, confused why Hai Lingwang tried to stop him. Just then, Vintonum's body turned crimson and she burst out laughing. She gleefully declared everything had gone according to plan. Her sudden change made Xingyu realize something was terribly wrong. Vintonum revealed her true identity and real name. She proclaimed herself Vintonal Shendu, former deep-sea vanguard of the Demon Beast Army. Xingyu clenched his fists, realizing it had been played. Vintonal coldly said deception was instinct, and using him was only natural. Xingyu demanded why she betrayed the Hailing clan. She sneered that joining the Naiho faction was the true path. Vintonal confessed her hatred. Her father chose the clan's ruin over giving her power. Enraged, Hai Lingwang charged at his own daughter. Vintonal easily knocked him aside. Hai Lingwang weakly crashed into the wall. Suddenly, a purple spear shot out from the smoke. It pierced straight through Vintonal. Yet she instantly lashed back with violent tentacles. Furious, Xingyu vowed never to cooperate and ordered Haifeng and Fu Liya to attack. Ada revealed a star chart-based assassination list targeting Southern Star Beast tamers, signaling a carefully laid purge. Vinil coldly admitted she never meant to keep promises. Power demanded everyone die. To clear the path, she spewed all the liquid in her body, turning herself into a weapon. The liquid was super acid, corroding anything it touched and forcing foes to retreat. Amid the acidic chaos, the core emitted a strange light as if unsealing something. The light projected Hai Ling Wang and other elites, proving this was no normal event. Xing Yu checked and saw the mysterious key reacting violently to the glow. He quickly deduced the key might unlock the treasure of the two great spirit clans. Hearing of tidal power, Vietnam shrieked madly, shocked that the dead still existed. Obsessed with oceanic might, she lunged to seize tidal power for herself. At that moment, the key blazed brilliantly, sensing the struggle and preparing to awaken its hidden strength. Just as Vintanum lunged to seize it, Hai Ling Wang suddenly appeared and grabbed her, stunning everyone. Though drained, he used his last strength to hold her back for a few precious seconds. Enraged at being stopped, Vintanum blasted Hai Ling Wang away without hesitation. The counterattack shattered his body, his life traded for mere seconds. After his death, Gilefen glowed midair as sealed memories unlocked. Vintanum screamed at the light, forced to relive the past she despised. In the memory, she once demanded why her father gave tidal power to an outsider instead of her. Denied inheritance, she left in hatred, swearing revenge. Witnessing this, Gilefen asked why he never explained, but Hai Ling Wang only sighed helplessly. He revealed tidal power came from the nearly extinct Sea Dragon clan, leaving only a fragile egg. To save the Hai Ling clan, he entrusted the egg's protection and revival to the dragon envoy. Gilefen then noticed Xingyu's presence, as if fate had delivered the successor. The scene shifted to a secret seabed base where forces schemed in silence. An ambitious figure plotted to absorb sea dragon power to control all sea clans. Before choosing a target, a subordinate reported a girl claiming to be Hai Ling clan seeking an audience. Gilefen explained the Hai Ling clan was born from the dragon egg and doomed by it, and she never fully hatched it. Calmly, she revealed she had fused with the egg and become the new Hai Ling Wang. Xingyu stared in shock, realizing she herself was Hai Ling Wang. Sadly, Gilefen admitted she was long dead, leaving only her will behind. Smelling dragon aura on Xingyu, she sensed his link to the egg. Trusting he wasn't evil, she chose to pass tidal power to him as a final gift. Xingyu accepted gratefully, knowing the burden just grew heavier. Before fading, Gilefen asked him to promise to fulfill her last wish. When he leaves this planet, she hoped he would see how the seas have changed. Hearing planet, Xingyu eyed the surrounding fragments and questioned his world's truth. His mind snapped back, as if waking from an ancient memory. In his hand now lay the Hai Ling relic, the Twilight Tide Eye. He examined the strange ring, feeling oceanic spirit power surging within. The system confirmed it was Hai Ling Wang's relic with 3 forms, able to command tides and summon Emperor sea beasts. Reading further, Xingyu froze. He now possessed the Emperor Beast Subdragon, Yalongwan, capable of further growth. As the new power emerged, the entire area trembled under immense spiritual pressure. Seeing tidal power in outsider hands, Vinam went mad with humiliation. Xingyu deliberately raised the relic to provoke her into losing control. Unable to endure the mockery, Vinam charged to reclaim it by force. Xingyu instantly activated Twilight Tide Eye, switching to its 3rd form. In a flash, a colossal Yalongzhuan appeared, Emperor Beast aura flooding the field. Staring at the monster, Vinam trembled and demanded what it was. The system confirmed it as Sea Soul Beast Yalongzhuan, bearing Sea Dragon bloodline and Tai commanding dominance. Ignoring the pressure, Vinam hurled corrosive acid, desperate to erase the threat. Xingyu ordered Yalongwan to counter with Water Dragon. Obeing Yalongzhuan unleashed a massive torrent straight at her attack. The water dispersed the toxin, and Vintanum realized her power was completely countered. Grinding her teeth, she raged, once a beast god, now suppressed by an emperor beast. Yalongwan raised violent tides, turning the battlefield fully into its aquatic domain. Refusing to fall behind, Vintanum unleashed a piercing venom skill to flip the tide. She then dove into the lake she created, planning to recharge in her home turf. Spotting an opening, she ambushed, thinking Yalongwan was too slow to react. But Yalongzhuan had read the script and sidestepped smoothly. It spun and fired a barrage of fierce water currents in reply. The attack blasted straight into the lake where Vintanum hid. She enlarged her body to withstand the crushing tidal force. Countless toxic tentacles shot out, trying to restrain Yalongzhuan. Xingyu ordered a counterattack with ultrasonic wave. The sonic blast detonated underwater at extreme speed, shaking all life nearby. Even so, a few venomous jellyfish latched onto Yalongzhuan. They pumped toxins nonstop, wounding the subdragon's body. Seeing the poison take hold, Vintanum gleefully declared it was execution time. But just as she lunged, she froze, sensing something off. Yalongwan still stood tall, not a hint of weakness showing. A second later, red blood burst from its body, turning the scene savage. The pain made Yalongzhuan roar across the battlefield. It lowered its head, panting blood, looking every bit poisoned. Vintanum mocked that Xingyu's beast was as good as dead. Xingyu calmly folded his arms, as if this ending was already budgeted. He then ordered Yalongzhuan to bite Vintanum directly. Without hesitation, the sub-dragon clamped her in its massive jaws. Xingyu activated Dragon Force and commanded Yalongzhuan to self-detonate. Realizing the self-destruction plan, Vintanum screamed for release. A catastrophic explosion followed, dragon power obliterating the battlefield. When the blast settled, thick smoke blanketed the field. The death match was over. Amid the ruins, Vintanum lay dying, tasting true defeat for the first time. Xingyu calmly recalled Yalongwan into the ring, like this was just business. Even near death, Vietnam raged that title power fell to an outsider. Xingyu coldly replied that anyone who'd doomed their clan for power never deserved it. On the ground, she weakly admitted it wasn't just power she couldn't bear being abandoned. After that final excuse, she closed her eyes forever, ending years of hatred. Outside, darkness enveloped the sea tower, signaling ancient souls about to be freed. The lingering city spirits dissolved into bubbles, finally released. Xingyu saw the headless Hai Ling Wang still gripping his trident and wondered if round two was coming. But the king did not attack, he quietly approached. Before Xingyu, Hai Ling Wang bowed in gratitude for ending his clan's tragedy. He planted the trident into the ground, marking the fall of his dynasty. As his body faded, he offered a final thank you before vanishing. Before leaving, he entrusted Xingyu with the hope of the Hai Ling clan. Instantly, countless merfolk souls burst free from their seals and filled the chamber. Hearing their cries, Xingyu snapped that their king was finally free from suffering. He urged them to stop clinging to an empty throne and choose a new path. Raising the ring, Xingyu solemnly swore as a human to avenge the Hai Ling clan. Inspired, the merfolk souls flew toward him with renewed hope. One by one, they merged into the ring, offering their last strength. After absorbing them, the ring shone brilliantly. The system confirmed the perfected title Dragon Eye, granting ocean control and Emperor Order Yalong Wan summoning. Grasping the manifested trident, Xingyu declared he would bear the destiny entrusted by the Hai Ling clan.